Welcome to Balls and Brews.
Yeah, draft night.
Draft day. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Got Zach to my left, Check to my right. What are we drinking?
This is a straightforward IPA by our good old friends Deschutes in Bend, Oregon. Cosmic Creature drinks at 6.0, 6 even. So I'd say that's a very delicious, straightforward IPA.
It is. It's a very, not too hot. It's not very hot. I mean, it's got that hoppy for IPA, but it's not like you're eating the hops. It's a classic IPA for sure.
A little bit of that citrus. It does say that there's guava and grapefruit notes. I can catch some of the citrus.
Definitely get the citrus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Trev, what do you think, my guy?
Yeah, tasting the grapefruit for sure. The guava's a little lighter, I would say. Light, refreshing, good for a hot day.
Yeah, it's an all-day drinker for sure. I think this is definitely an all-day drinker.
And a 6
it is
can be a little,
it is light. It could be an all-day drinker.
Okay.
I definitely agree, Trev.
6 will make you, feel pretty happy pretty quick.
Yes, it will. Let's jump into some draft talk real quick before it gets
Welcome to
going
the
live.
draft, everybody. Absolutely.
Who do you guys see falling? Is there any person you see falling?
The latest mocks and the latest rumors are that Stroud could fall, and I don't see that. I see the Texans getting nervous and making the pick that they have to make, which is quarterback. Bryce 1, CJ 2. The fall that could happen, all this smoke around Levis, I don't know why he's being elevated all of a sudden. Like, he was kind of middle of the pack, was definitely 4 of 4 when it came to the big boys, and now, like, he's prognostic, he could be top 2, 3, 4. Like,
Whoa.
I don't know.
I don't know what we can take from Reddit. That's the whole...
100%. There's a lot of stuff that busts on Reddit, let's be honest about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the player that falls out of the quarterbacks could be Levis, if any of them fall. I think that I think Todd had today that Seattle was taking Richardson at like number 20. So
That would be a fall.
I don't know.
We gotta turn our camera, y'all. We're sideways.
Sitting sideways.
That's what Ray just sent me. I don't know how we gotta change the aspect of the layout of the live. Thank you, Aaron. We appreciate you. We're working on all of this. This is our first run, so stay with us for a little bit.
How do you do that?
There's got to be a rotator. There's got to be something that rotates.
Can we not do it like that?
Stand the camera up.
Maybe if we have to. One of those buttons, though, I think that button with both the arrows, isn't it that one?
No, that turns my camera.
There's got to be a way to lay it on its side and make it.
It's not going to stand.
Not with the chart. Oh. Hey now.
Careful there. That's a table.
We're almost there.
The 4 shot isn't going to work, but this will work for the 3.
Sure.
I need something to put in front of it. Something small.
Take the remote. Or no, you can't.
No, I need the remote.
Use the coaster. Grab a coaster. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Shout out to our loyal fan base for hanging around during all these technical difficulties.
Not enough?
Will that work?
I don't know. Hold on.
Do you need another coaster?
There it is. Oh.
Dude.
This is great.
But if you
There it is. Right there.
Sure.
All right.
I was going to say, turn the top, there's 2 boxes on top sideways. Yeah, like that. There you go.
We're doing the damn thing, y'all. I think that's it.
We good now?
Give us a thumbs up. Alright, well, YouTube will just hack all that down.
Alright. What you doing?
You guys are being backed by whiskey.
Whiskey support.
Whiskey support.
Alright. Yeah, good?
Yeah. Keep talking. Talk about the draft.
Get on in this shot. All right.
Yeah, keep going.
So getting back to the draft, we were talking about QBs that might fall. outside of the quarterbacks that we have no idea, this draft is so rich in talent, man. I feel like there's good players at almost every position group. Safety's a little light outside of Brian Branch, but there are talented guys all over the top of this draft, man.
I agree. I think that I think safety is easily the lightest position out of the draft. I think the two deep positions are cornerback, and I think the tight end's pretty deep, and I do like the edge rushers as well. There are some really good edge rushers. You get one first and second round starters, first and second round on edge. But I think cornerbacks and tight ends might be the deepest.
You know, we should touch on some current events that did happen before the draft starts. Lamar just got paid, you guys. 5 years. They didn't necessarily
5 years.
Contract. Did they get
5 years, 5 years, 260, 185 guaranteed. So a nice little. It's definitely up from the 5 years, 250, where it was 130 guaranteed. So he went up 55,000 in guaranteed money at that point.
55 million.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, that just changes that whole division by him signing. They get OBJ. You never know what's going to happen here. Maybe they rock somebody else. So I think that we can say that they're improving a lot.
Yeah, that's the new highest contract in the NFL.
Yeah, sorry, Jalen. Didn't last too long on the top of the mountaintop. But, you know, you guys, I don't think either one of you are upset with where you currently sit salary-wise. The other big quarterback news that since we have last broadcasted is that Mr. Aaron Rodgers has already flown into New York, and he's planning on wearing his pretty number 8 instead of his patented number 12.
Yeah, I was surprised. I saw the 8, and I was like, oh, man.
Back to his college years, and also because 12 was Namath, so it makes sense.
So you got Packers basically swap picks from 13 to 15. They also got a second-round pick at 42, and they got a sixth-round pick at 207. And then they got a conditional 2024 pick of a second round, but becomes a first if Aaron plays more than 65% of the plays.
Right, so really they gained a second round pick and a first or second of the next year. Really, only in this draft, all they got was a second.
And the Jets got a 2023, along with Aaron, they got a 2023 fifth round pick. I'm not really sure why you go get a 6 and then give a 5th. That makes, I don't know. Those are always so weird.
Picks, I agree.
Those are always so weird.
But essentially, they cancel out. Basically, what Green Bay really gets is a 2. Correct. That's what they get this season, and they dump fucking $60 million off their books. That definitely helps clear up some cap space right there. Yes. Did you see? Speaking of which, did you guys read any further into what the Jets are doing to manipulate his contract?
He could almost be at $107 million next year or something.
This is crazy because they're moving everything except for his base salary of
which is 1.1 because all the rest was guaranteed. To
the following year. They're going to swallow a $74 million cap hit next year.
That's huge. No, I didn't know the details.
I looked into that. I just looked into that tonight, and that is crazy, you guys. It's never been done in NFL history. The Jets are really trying to squeeze the most juice out of this fruit for sure. They're going to have to. I mean, Rodgers going to give you maybe 2 to 3 years, right?
He said in the press conference that it is not a one-year thing. He said that he's coming back, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if he comes back for 2 or if he comes back for 3. We saw Tom go to 44 strong.
Sure.
Strong. Really, and he still could have came back. Was it 45 last year? Yeah,
he was fair.
So
I would say that was probably one of the worst years.
So maybe he comes back he could have came back at 46 and played and still been a contributor.
He still would have been in the running if not. You're not sitting Tom Brady.
No.
At 50, he could come back. Somebody's going to let him, start.
So Aaron, Aaron could go 2, 3, 4. He could play 3 and give you 3 strong years.
Okay. Do you think the Jets are contenders right now?
I think with the Tua situation kind of...
music coming from?
I'm not sure. I think maybe Grayson in the back, but as far as Aaron Rodgers go, I think with the Tua, like I was saying, with the Tua situation, I think that the Jets are probably, I would say, it's them and the Bills for the East. I would
Sure. Miami with Tua being a huge question mark. And there's rumors Mac is going to move tonight. Mac Jones in New England. So there's rumors that they're trying to jettison him out of town. So the Patriots are kind of in flux right now. I think it's definitely Buffalo's division to lose, if you will. But I can see New York with that roster. If Breece Hall comes back healthy from that ACL there, and they do some good work in this draft, they could really put forth a pretty nasty roster.
I think they're fighting for a wild card position. I don't know if they get that division win. I think that the Lamar stuff is huge. Whether he plays the whole time or not, if he's healthy all year, then that's also another person that's in the wild card. You also have, if we got to see what Sean Payton's going to do with the Broncos, that might be another team that kind of might slide up in the wins. I know. And then you also have are the Chargers ever going to put all the talent together? Like
No,
AFC,
Chargers are going to charge them.
AFC is thick. Thick.
real thick.
Real thick with real thick compared to if you look at the NFC of what teams you have. I mean,
Well, specifically at the quarterback position, if you list off just the quarterbacks starting in the AFC going into 2023, it is absurd. There's at least 10 that could be Pro Bowl, if not all pro potential.
there's
Rich in
two
the
or
AFC.
there's like 4 quarterbacks in the AFC. If you give Goff any credit, if you give Dak any credit, and then if you give Stafford to come back. Yeah, the NFC, sorry, and NFC. Otherwise, I mean, what do you have, Jalen? And then you have Stafford. If Stafford comes back from his injury.
Jalen really only did it the 1 year. Now he got paid, but he's got to prove that it's not, a flash in the pan kind of thing. And I'm pulling for the kid. I like that Philly roster. And I think that his story is fantastic. Yeah. But, the NFC is light in quarterbacks. That's why, they are rumored that the Seahawks are considering heavily taking a quarterback at 5.
Correct. I mean, if you think about it, like if you want to cut the AFC away, NFC quarterbacks, Jalen at 1, then who's next?
Right, you got big question marks.
Is it Stafford healthy? Probably. If he's not healthy, then obviously not. Then you have Dak, and then you have Jared Goff.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm taking Geno over all those guys you just named.
I'm not taking.
You laugh. You just put up 4,200 yards.
I know, but I'm not taking Geno.
I'll take there.
Okay, Garoppolo. We'll see how many games he plays.
I didn't say that. I still don't have any faith in Geno. So.
Hey, you guys, we want to hear from you. All right. I want to know what you guys think the first number 1 overall pick is, right? This is probably the easiest one of the draft, right? This has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
This has to be, right.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Carolina moved up for a reason. It has to be for a quarterback. They're hungry. They haven't had anybody since Cam Newton.
Yeah, it's got to be Bryce Young. I don't know how it could be anybody else.
It would shock the world. They could shock the world, but I don't really think it's worth it.
I think the person that would only be over Bryce would have to be Anthony.
Looks like everybody's back there talking.
Yeah.
The draft is open, by the way, so we should be getting the first pick here shortly.
The Panthers on the clock.
Oh,
Just about.
And do you think the NFL tells them to hold their pick?
The first one?
Yeah,
the first one specifically, maybe.
Hold it for a little bit,
right,
the TV aspect, because it's a TV show.
Yeah, absolutely. They're marketing right now.
It's
100%.
It's not like it was back in the day where it's like, get them in.
No, they were literally in a fucking, Marriott conference room.
Dude, sitting at tables
it's hilarious. I love watching
we're sitting at.
Watching drafts from the 80s and shit is great, dude.
They all have their, helmet
Nothing
phones.
but the nerds, dude.
They have the helmet phones, and they have,
absolutely. That's the 90s and shit. I'm talking even going back, they were doing it on pens and papers and shit.
Oh, she's just welcoming everybody. Okay, it's just Chiefs people. We don't really want to listen to Chiefs people.
No, yeah, we don't care about any of the comment. You want to hear our commentary. We don't care about that crap behind us. We just want to know who's going where. I mean, it's about to get juicy, you guys. We've been waiting for this for so long.
Where do you guys think that maybe one of the best players, top 5 player in the draft, Bijan goes? How far does he fall? I'm thinking from 9 on.
So in my mock, I had him falling all the way to 26 at the Cowboys.
I had the Cowboys trading up.
I couldn't justify anybody else necessarily taking that pick. I was just saying to Trevor, there's so much talent in this fucking roster.
What about
I did the same thing.
What about the Eagles? You don't think the Eagles take him at 10? I know we listed off. What is it? They just signed Rashad, but you never know if he's going to stay healthy, right? Rashad Penny.
Dude, a shout out to Mo Penny. I love that guy. But yeah, he plays 40% of his games.
Is it not Bart? What's Scott's first? Boston Scott, and then you have the other kid who's kind of like the scat back guy.
Kenneth Gainwell.
But he still ran pretty well.
14. That kid's a baller.
Right.
That kid's something to watch out for.
So they kind of have 3 backs there. So, I mean, does Bijan go there? Bears could
At 10, do you take a first-round running back at 10? I've seen him mocked as high as 8 to the Falcons.
Yeah. I saw him.
There's so many good running backs in this class too. There's guys, Deuce Vaughn out of K-State's not getting talked about enough. Like that Tajari Spears out of Tulane. That kid's a beast. Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA. There are dudes in this draft. And I'm not saying Bijan's not a beast. But we looked at his numbers the other day. He went up like 100 carries each year. He's already had 400 collegiate carries.
For me, it's a little worry because I've always talked.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
I've always talked about running backs coming out of college with all those miles on them don't seem to last long.
A lot of miles.
You know, you have like your Zeke's didn't last long. Ton of miles on his legs. I don't know. I think Bijan's a hell of a talent though. I think he could pop and will pop real fast.
Sure. No, he could easily come in and lead the NFL in rushing. That is for sure what his prognostication is.
And he catches the ball well. He can play slot receiver. He can do everything. All right, Carolina Panthers are officially on the clock, everybody.
Let's go. Right, there we go.
Officially on the clock. Carolina goes Bryce here. So they lost. If they do go quarterback here, they did lose their second-round pick in the trade. So, you know, they do lose that. But if they can sure up their they get another offensive lineman, maybe another weapon in this draft.
Well,
that South's a little weak.
By the time they draft again, the premium guy, they'll be in the 3rd round, I believe.
There might still be someone.
Yeah, you can still find gems, don't get me wrong,
right.
but the blue chippers are going to be gone. The touted guys, no doubt, especially a tackle. You might find a good
here we go.
center.
So they ended up trading away the 2023 second round pick, the 2024 first, the 2025 second, and DJ. So they don't have a second this year, or first or second next year either.
No, they do have
a second next year. Right,
that's
the second year.
They pushed it out.
It's the second year after.
They pushed it out big time.
So their next pick is 3rd round. So go quarterback here. Look at sure enough.
Well, you're going quarterback. Right. That is all.
But then sure off your offensive line at 3. I mean, you could
continue. They took Ikem Ekwonu at tackle last year high at 6, so he's still supposed to be the dude there. So that should be you always want to build young on your line for sure.
Yep, I agree.
Versatile, like. That's always nice.
Defense isn't too bad there. They ended up did they go on a little streak at the end where
they have
won?
a surprisingly good defense on all, like Brian Burns coming off the edge has turned out to be a stud. JC Horn on the back end has been a really good cornerback.
That's why if they would have stayed at 9, if one of those corners would have fallen, I thought that maybe they would have gone there and kind of solidified that back end. So, but yeah, I think they still need a little work on the back end, but defensively. They're not bad. And they did go sign some receivers. Thielen.
Oh, they reconstructed that entire offense, to be fair. Went out and got Miles Sanders. They got Hayden Hurst. They went out and got Thielen. They're taking swings. So this is the biggest swing of them all. Is it going to work? That's good. We won't know for 2 to 3 years, but
maybe.
You can't, it is a what have you done for me lately league, man. 1 year, basically, if somebody doesn't show you some sort of shine, you can get removed very quickly. Malik Willis is rumored to be out in Tennessee.
I'm wondering if that's a draft day trade.
Okay.
Malik for like a 5th or whatever round pick. Somebody that was scouting and, they know him because they were scouting him all year and they kind of liked him. I think Malik could be a trade today, or not today, for sure not today, but maybe tomorrow or the next day. I think, 3rd round pick not a 3rd round pick. He got taken in the 3rd round.
Correct.
But maybe,
his value is not high at all.
No, not at all.
Basically.
Not at all. So we'll have to see.
All right, guys.
What Malik does there. It's kind of, everybody was touting him pretty high last year for him to be kind of a one and done. Josh Rosen was one and done too.
Once again, this is where you don't believe mock drafts, y'all, because I saw mock drafts with him going as high as 8 last year. He was like a top 2. He was like the first quarterback coming off. He's wicked athletic. He's got a great arm. Blah blah blah. Same shit you're hearing about all these dudes now. But he played at Liberty.
And since they took him later too, it wouldn't be much to move off him.
No, it's not. You didn't.
He's making nickels and dimes. He's making nickels and dimes for sure. You're not going to take a cap hit. I don't know. He could sign on with somebody on a practice squad somewhere else and maybe make you regret it.
And that's kind of why everybody's talking about maybe Hendon Hooker moving into the first round because you get that 5th-year option.
Sure,
you get drafted later on.
No, that guy is going to be. You overvalue quarterbacks, right? You always overdraft. Somebody within the teens, I think, it potentially can move on Hendon.
No, they still got time.
Yeah,
we'll see the pick is in across the thing.
You're right.
It's too bad we're not going to hear that. But
the ding, ding.
Yeah.
If we see it in time, we can unmute it.
Catch it, right?
That's probably what's going to
Do you
be
think
copyright.
so? Yeah, maybe not. So over under 3 receivers go in the first round. Do you think 3 go in, or do you think 4, or do you? What I mean, how many receivers are we thinking?
I had 4.
I had 4 as well.
I had 4 as well.
So I would take over on that.
I did have 4 as well. So,
But that is one of those ones I'm uncertain of.
Right,
All of those guys I kind of had going a little later outside of Jackson.
I feel pretty good about all those guys going in the first round.
all the way to Zay,
Yeah.
Jackson, Jordan, Quinn, and
Okay,
Zay.
so they must have made the pick. All they're showing is Bryce Young. They literally haven't shown anybody
But-
else on this screen.
I know.
Like,
So
I
what-
haven't
I
seen
know,
a
so
single
what happens-
CJ Stroud highlight. I
What
haven't
happens
seen-
if they take Anthony Richardson here
I
or
would
something
laugh,
crazy?
man. That'd be
They've been
hilarious.
then the Texans would take Rice.
We're actually drafting not this guy. You'd be like
Yeah.
Minnesota in 2003 that didn't turn in their card. and
Missed their
pick.
fucking
yeah.
pick. Dude, I remember watching that being like, what the fuck's going on?
What just happened? What just happened?
Yeah, I remember watching that going, dude, what did they just do?
Yeah,
Didn't they do
so-
it 2 years in a row?
So Carolina has had months to think about, or not months.
no,
but weeks
I
to
think the
about this
NFL
pick. They're
tells
holding
them.
it.
I think the
Absolutely.
NFL tells
They
them not
have
to do it.
They
I
have
think it's
to.
a show. It's the whole show.
They're
part.
trying to stretch it out as long as possible. The anticipation.
Because remember back in the day,
Slumber.
people were actually get signed before the draft.
Oh yeah, who was saying that they did that?
I was
It
trying
was-
to
I remember it
the
happened.
last guy.
I remember it happened 2 or 3 times. It happening.
Yeah, I've heard of that as well.
I'd have to Google who was last guy. Was it Sam? No, Sam didn't get signed before the draft, right? Bradford.
I don't think so.
But there were quarterbacks that gotten picked, and then they were like dotted on the dotted line, and it was already number 2. Like they basically just the draft started, you walked up, oh well, it was signed, and then it was already on to number 2.
Yeah, they saved that for day
They're on the
3
phone.
is
Look
when
at they're on the
instant
phone.
calls.
The owner's on
and
the
they're
phone.
clapping. All right, they're talking to somebody.
Yep. Is that the owner?
I would imagine.
Pepper?
I don't know.
I would imagine.
Because it didn't look like Reich.
No, it certainly wasn't right.
How many tight ends do you guys think go? I thought
First
2,
round,
but then
right
I did,
now, tonight,
I only
got
had 1.
2 in my
at
mock.
most 2. That's what I have as well.
I had only 1, I think.
And I only have mine going the way it goes because of the way that the other teams drafted around it and the value that
Yep.
the tight end brings at that time and that team that needed him.
In the need,
So,
yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
So, I mean, really, it can shake. I wouldn't, no way there's more than the 2. The top 2, Kincaid and Mayer. The
Kincaid and
only
Mayer,
2.
the only
That's
2. I
the
think I only had
Yeah.
Kincaid go because I ended up moving a running back up into the first round. I had Gibbs end up jumping up in the first round. I thought maybe the Bengals would take him with all the speculation going on with Mixon. They didn't, they're not extending him. He's got the court stuff going too.
I don't blame them not. I mean, he has been good, but he's not been overly healthy through his 4 years. Like, that offense, that scheme, like, he makes dudes miss. Don't get me wrong. Joe Mixon is a hell of a player.
Yeah, he's a
but-
great player, but they're going to draft a running back.
Absolutely.
Pick is in,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Here we
Pick
go.
is in.
Let's go.
We'll see who they take here in a
Wait
sec.
until they hit the stage.
Wait, yeah,
we
wait
get
till
them.
Roger
Yeah.
Goodell walks up.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the overly loved, the beloved commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, give the pick to what I presume is gonna be a spill of booze. It's always booze.
I'm going to need a new beer pretty soon.
Hey, brother, me too. This was very good to shoot.
It was-
all day. All day drinker, dude.
I'm
The
normally,
Shoots does a good job.
normally not
One of
just a
my favorites.
straightforward IPA guy, but
Me
this
neither.
really does.
I
hit
am
the
definitely
spot.
never a straightforward IPA guy, and this is an
It
all-day
definitely
drinker.
does hit the
The
spot.
Shoots does a great job.
Oh,
what
it's
was that?
like
What was that
Order's
white
good,
IPA
too.
that they used
Right
to
here,
have?
my dude.
What was that white
Chainbreaker?
Ugh.
Chainbreaker,
yeah,
super
yeah.
good. That was a good one.
That was...
We've never heard you so loud on this pod before. Down is hype, y'all.
I'm getting excited. It's my favorite time.
Do we want to move on to the dark or we want another light?
Whatever we want.
Ooh,
Let's
I
wait
don't
for
know.
the pick to come in. Let's go.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Watch out. All right,
It's-
Roger Goodell,
it
you know,
is
making his
in.
way. The draft now is such a show.
Dude, and
Like,
look at
with how
how
I
many
love it
people
though,
are
dude.
there.
This is the best draft of any sports.
Yeah, 100%.
Draft.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
The Carolina Panthers select
Right. Everybody knew.
Here's my shock face.
Wasn't a big
Here's
surprise
my shock
there.
face.
Not a big surprise there.
Oh no.
What color is his suit?
Just mute the goddamn television.
What color was his suit?
You want to call that salmon and or rose gold potentially? Comment. Y'all let us know what color that
Yeah, I'm
I
colorblind.
think that's more of a salmon color.
That's like
I'd say.
a rose gold, yeah, like a salmon-esque. It's a pastel color. I don't know. Man.
I'm gonna go grab some brewskis.
Alright,
Yeah,
sounds good.
I'm colorblind, everybody, so I can't really see them, so that's why I asked.
Correction. Downey's actually just blind, but we're working on it. Okay, so no surprises there, Money, at
No
first
surprise.
overall. Now they say the draft really starts.
Yes,
Nobody
Texans.
The
is up
smoke
in the
has been
air.
about that they might take a defensive player. They are very quarterback hungry. Very quarterback hungry. And up until 14 days ago-ish, it had been basically young Stroud or Stroud young, right?
Right, and I think if they don't take Stroud here, then they're going to take their quarterback at 12.
There's still some prospects that will be there at 12. I agree with that.
I think, they've had, in my mock, I had him taking Hendon Hooker. They've had a lot of meetings with him. He's expected to fall because he's not expected to go right there because of the injury.
Because of his ACL, yeah.
He's ahead of schedule on his rehab.
I've heard that as well.
So he should be ready to go for the start of the season, as far as I've heard. So
Start?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
It's looking good. He already sent
thought-
out a video of him throwing.
working
The
out.
doctor already put out a note to all
I
32
thought this year
teams.
was already a foregone conclusion that it was not a no-go. So
that's what I had heard
excellent,
originally
man.
too. So
Okay.
after hearing that update, that's kind of what made me change my decision on the number 12 pick, and that's why I give him Will Anderson at 2, since all that smoke is right there, and I think they get both a great defensive leader and an offensive leader with their top
This could be
picks.
such a good pick.
All right.
I'm so curious to see what
They're
happens.
already
here.
clapping. I don't have my headphones
No, that's
on.
Carolina. That's still
that was
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah. This could be such an interesting pick.
This changes everybody's mock draft.
Very
right
much so. Very much so. We're all 1 for 1 though.
here. 1 for 1. Here we go.
We got one.
Right now we're batting 1,000.
You passed that opener over here.
Oh,
after
yeah,
that
sorry.
too.
Sorry.
My bad.
No, I should have passed it.
Unopened beer, bro.
I should have passed it earlier.
We're live. We're staying with the same brew, by the way. Tonight's going to be kind of more, free form on the alcohol beverages as we go along. We're not
Might
gonna
introduce
have-
some whiskey at some point.
Oh, we're definitely
in the
going to
brew.
do some whiskey.
This
Or in the pod.
is worth a try though.
100%, yeah, we sucked down that first one.
Find this.
If you're on the West Coast, which I guarantee you, if you're watching us, you are. You should definitely know your Deschutes.
Yes. It's
Shout out to Ray. Remember that kegger that we threw with Black Butte? Whoop whoop. That was a great Halloween. Let's go.
Black Butte's a good beer. Good call.
Another good Deschutes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Texans pick is in. We'll wait till Roger walks in.
Dude, who is
This is huge.
I love this.
This
I am getting
is
giddy,
huge.
dude. I'm getting real giddy right now.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see who this
Absolutely.
is. What's your gut feel? Is it quarterback?
I think it's Stroud. I've had Stroud at this spot.
I did
and
forever.
I think that it stays that way.
I'm going for it. What the fuck?
What?
Let's see what happens. I'm
All
just.
right. I know it's going to be hilarious if all of us are wrong. Well,
it's either
Tyree Wilson
it's
has
either
also been
Jalen
rumored.
Carter.
It's either quarterback or end.
Let me hear
Quarterback
you
or
guys. You guys leave a comment. Who's going right here? Come on, this is where the draft starts.
end. Yeah,
It
because
should
right
be
here
great.
messes either makes everybody's draft or crashes all their mock drafts. Right here. Because once you miss on this one, it's a chain reaction all the way down the board.
It's
You're
got to
kidding.
be between the two though, and I heard
Wilson,
Anderson
I
was,
think
the
Wilson
betting
was the
favorite.
other one that I was like, oh, do I mock him here? Because of the bend, because
Oh
of
my
the
God.
move.
You know what the most
He's the
exciting
most
thing
freakish,
is?
like the end.
You want to know what the most exciting thing is? The Seahawks are at 5, you guys. I don't have to
That's
wait
not the
very
most
long
exciting
at
thing.
all. That's a super exciting. Are you?
I got nothing, dude.
I got nothing. Yeah, round 3 over here. Oh
I'll
my
be sending
Lord.
out a mock tomorrow.
Yeah,
for
dude,
just
I
the
fucking
Niners.
picked 9-9, dude. You're just before triple digits.
Dave,
Jesus Christ.
we got the 3.
Dude, who
Perfect.
could this be?
This is the pick
Who
right
could
here.
this
This
be?
this starts it.
This is it. I am so jazzed. This is what we waited all year for. Oh my god, I keep hitting the
I
Stop
think-
hitting the
Cheers,
I
baby.
think if the
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
Second round pick.
Second round.
Or
Second round of
Cheers.
beers, second pick overall.
Let's
Everybody
go.
enjoy.
I think it's coming in.
I think that if they go offense here, they go offense at 12. If they go defense here, they go defense at 12.
So either way, one offense, one defense.
Nope. I think if they go,
they pair.
up.
Gotcha.
They're doubling up. They're either all in on offense or they're all in on defense.
Gotcha,
they're not gonna. I don't think they go one and the other.
I'm hoping Seattle does that. I want one offense, one defense.
That's what I have you doing.
Yeah, I want one.
That's what I have you doing. I have you going quarterback and then Miles Murphy at 20.
I didn't mind the Miles Murphy pick at 20. I think that's pretty good value.
I actually think that if Anthony
Richardson.
Yeah, if Richardson goes, the Colts and the Seahawks are the two best landing spots for him. Coach-wise, and then he can sit behind Gene. Coach-wise at Indianapolis.
Oh.
And I do like coach-wise in Seattle, but I also think that sitting-wise in Seattle, Gino maybe can give you 2 more. Anthony comes in at 3. Boom, lights. And then you have other packages for him throughout.
I'm just worried that you use that equity on him and you can't get out of him what you want to get out of him.
But you're also never going to pick this high in the draft is what I look at. As a fan base.
I appreciate you
as a fan base.
Well,
that's how I would look at it. If my team didn't suck so much at drafting. All right, everybody. Here's where it goes.
Ooh. Yeah, CJ 2 for 2, baby.
All right.
They had to. All that smoke. Still buying all that smoke. Yeah. Y'all guys' mocks all
that's what we had on our mock.
So then after that, I think they go at Jackson Smith at 12.
It's a good pairing if they can do it.
JSN. I think they go him there at 12 then because now you pair them up. You have to go there at 12.
Okay,
could do that.
So now this. Okay, honestly though, if our mocks were allowed to trade, if we would have paid for PFF and given you like the actual mock,
I did trade. I just told you up top.
Okay,
I picked it up top.
He's up top. So this is where the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to trade right here. This is the QB rush, right? This is what they've been rumored to do.
I think that since CJ went off the board, when CJ went, no quarterback goes. Will Anderson goes here.
Nobody's reaching for Anthony Richardson right here.
No, Indy goes to Will Levis, and I think Richardson starts this fall.
Oh my God, great! I would go defensive. Richardson's still on the board. Please, Seattle, go defense.
No, I think Richardson's on the board to you.
Oh my God! I'm starting to get a fear boner. You understand? I don't know if that's gonna get us demonetized or not.
I almost did the Stroud mock because I have it written out. I had both written out.
Oh no.
I don't have it right in front of me. I had both written out when I did
Picture it didn't happen, bro. I didn't see it.
I can see.
I saw it. You saw it last week. You saw it last week.
Oh my God.
I could see Carter going here too, though. They have the Philly coach. He's got a lot of experience with the Georgia players.
100%.
I just thought new ownership bring in that more outstanding player, the more good-looking player, the leader.
There's been too much bad press around the Cardinals. There's been too much bad press around the Cardinals. You gotta take the. We got a little.
I love you, Dad.
Love you too, buddy.
I was gonna say we got a photo bomber in the back. Anyways. What I'm going to continue to say is that I very much believe that if Arizona does make this pick, it should be Will Anderson.
I do too.
He's the more polished. He's the cleaner of the two. It's a thing, especially with a franchise that's been having bad news. They just fired everybody. Like they got to start fresh. They can't put that headline out there. You know what I mean? Pete don't give a fuck. Petey, my boy. Shout out to Pete.
Well, I think that you already have the locker room. You already have that culture set. Same with the Lions. I think both those teams' culture set, locker room is set with leaders already in there.
They trust the coaches.
So when that dude comes in, it's like, hey, this isn't how we roll.
Act right.
Correct. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit tables. This is how we roll.
Anderson is definitely a better culture. Or a better, culture fit. But, I mean, Carter's the talent.
Right.
He's
the number one pick. He's the number one talented player in this draft, hands down.
I think that's still a possibility. We'll see.
You guys, I want you to know I'm currently 2 for 2, batting 1,000. I got him taking Will Anderson right here. Arizona stick and pick with.
That's what I would have done if I would have stuck with that mock. Was Will here? I don't know if they go. And do they go Tyree? I think you go Will. I think it's just the better person.
Houston, good job. Good job. You will not regret taking the quarterback right there. You will not. You will not. I'm falling out at screen on the Instagram. I'm sorry to all my fans. They can't see my pretty face.
Should have come towards me on that and then Chuck went over.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we like to bring it in close.
Do you think we'll get a linebacker in the first round, like a middle?
Maybe one. Off-ball
Buffalo?
linebackers are not necessarily
I thought
valued super high.
Buffalo might be the one team.
Maybe, sure.
I had no.
They
I
lost
had
Trevor
them
Onions.
taking Brian Branch because I had him falling, and that's the value pick. That's one of the value
I had
picks
the
that
Giants
I have.
taking Brian Branch. I
Okay.
moved the
See,
center
so you
out.
had him falling.
I moved
I
the
had
center
them
fall out.
taking Jordan Addison. They need or not Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson. They need a
Yeah.
tall receiver bad.
They need something there.
Yeah.
They did sign some guys back. They got Slayton back. They got Waller. Somebody I saw mocked, maybe it was Todd that mocked one of the tight ends ago there. He said that Waller is there, but maybe go double tight end set because Waller's hurt all the time. So I'm not real sure. Not real sure with the Giants. I mean, at that point, you could go anything.
I really hope Jay stops by later, man.
Yep, for sure. Bears fan, picking number 9. Arizona, still 2 minutes and 12 left. Pick is not in. Hold on, Shefty's reporting something. There's a trade.
Oh,
There's
shit.
a trade.
No way.
Yeah,
I did not
that's what he's talking
I know the Cardinals won the
Yeah,
trade,
he's
but
waiting for him.
did not expect the move up for the what I would assume is a quarterback.
And have each pick in the top defensive player in the draft. The Houston Texans are moving right back up to number
The Texans.
The Texans
Holy
trade back
shit.
up to 3. No way!
Yo!
Wow! So they're going to go quarterback and then defensive end.
They're getting
Steven
Will
Anderson.
They're gonna get C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson.
Dude, 2 leaders right away in the top 3 picks.
Wow.
That's pretty nuts.
I am wow.
Did not see that coming.
So then Arizona's gonna move all the way down to 12, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, they gotta be getting big ass compensation back
We'll have
for
to see
this.
what the compensation is.
It's got to
on
be
that.
multiple picks, you guys. It's got to be the first next year. It's got to be a second. It's got to be. You're talking 9
That's a
spots in
lot.
the first round from 12 to
Should
3.
be a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, that
That's
was a trade I didn't
huge.
even see coming. So you're going for Will or are you going for Tyree? Or are you going to go take Jalen? I mean,
Well, your boy Nick Saban sitting right next to you. He knows. It's Mr. Anderson. It's
I
my
think
boy right
it's
here.
Anderson.
2 of the top players.
Wow,
in the
you
draft.
guys.
That is huge.
Bonkers. There's not a mock on
who
earth
saw
who
that
predicted
coming?
that.
Who
yeah.
saw that coming?
Actually, I think DJ did. I think D'Angelo Jeremiah shot
had
out.
D-
I think that he had the Texans trading back up.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was this high, but I remember seeing a mock where they did trade
he might
back
have
up.
had him come back. All right,
That
here we go.
dude-
Texans.
That
pick.
dude's got his fucking ears to the ground, man.
So if they
DJ's
come back up
is-
here, he's one of the 3 I listen to.
Yeah, you should. Guys got a lot
So
of
if they come
knowledge.
back up here, man, Arizona, then that. I mean, hopefully Arizona got a bunch of picks for that.
I'm sure they
I
do.
guarantee you they got their first next year. They got probably a second and a third this year. Let's see. Oh, they got to bring it up,
They
right?
got it. Hopefully they bring it up.
What
Yeah.
a crazy
I mean,
fucking
they
trade.
just made-
What the hell just happened?
What's up, Texans?
Dude.
What's up, Texans?
If you are a fan of the Houston Texans, man, right
great
now,
job.
your
Exciting.
eyes are super big, dude. Watching your team make moves like this, there's nothing more exciting. as
Nothing
a
more
fan.
exciting.
You know
just
who's
killed
not
it.
making any moves? The Raiders. No, hey,
But-
this could work out in their favor. Who knows? Oh my God, what if they botch this pick? Watch them take Will
No
Levis,
way.
back-to-back quarterbacks, first time in NFL history.
That's awful, Chuck. That's awful.
Well, I
So
also
bad.
had Minnesota taking JSN because, I thought that they didn't have a true number 1 wide receiver. I oversaw Justin Jefferson, JJ, Mr.
Yeah,
Gritty himself.
Chuck did do that last
I did
spot.
do that.
It hasn't aired that Aaron brought up. That
Yeah,
there's
thank
a
you,
lost
Aaron, for
episode.
pushing us on that one, by the way.
There's a lost
There's some
episode.
extenuating circumstances, but,
I-
the pick is in. Of course, the pick is.
This is way more
this is
surprising.
crazy.
This is-
Houston 2-3. Has this ever happened? Has
This is
anybody?
way more surprising
I wonder
than
that
the-
is in NFL history. Is it ever
Anybody
two,
ever
the same
picked
team
1 and
in
3?
top 5?
No.
2-3.
No.
2-3.
This
Yes,
is
yes,
this is
2-3.
more surprising than
Back
taking
to
Stroud.
back 2 and 3.
100% more
Here he comes.
surprising than
Here comes Mr. Goddell. Isn't that how you say his name?
Goodell.
Roger Goodell. Roger Moneybags.
Love that sound.
That's a good one. Don't sue us. Let's go.
Talk
Sorry,
about me being loud.
I was that blessed.
NFL draft.
Will Anderson's kind
Houston
of.
Texans select Will Anderson.
There we go.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm right 3 for 3 as far as players.
Correct. You are.
not
Just
as
not
far as
teams.
teams.
You are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, Texans.
Texans, good job.
Seriously, you
Good
guys.
job.
Wow. That. And also, I dislike the Arizona Cardinals a lot, but very heady move. Like, you understand that there's a lot of holes you have, and you probably just picked up some premium draft capital for the rest of this draft as well as next year.
Which we both hope they miss on. But
correct, right. No, absolutely. If my homerism tells me I want them to botch every pick, for sure. Of course. From a pure analytical standpoint, that's a great move. That's a great move.
Good team building.
So then this is Colts at 4. It's got, I think, Will Levis is the pick here. I don't think they go Anthony Richardson. I think it's Will Levis. Shane Steichen was Justin Herbert's coach. Herbert, I'm not saying that Will Levis is Herbert, but same kind of style, big guys, throw the ball down the field.
I have Levis going in my mock here, but
there we go.
I honestly don't know if that is 100%.
Well, I think the owner, this is one of those picks where the owner has influence. He's one of the owners that probably has influence.
Ballard, the GM, has kind of already gone on record saying that he loves him some Levis. And Irsay, the owner, come on, Irsay makes
a big
all final decisions on the Colts for sure.
Ballard's got to be.
What a move, Houston! I can't get over that, man. Wow, we've had some shock and awe for the first couple of the first rounds over the last couple of years, but I'd say that trumps almost all of them, other than maybe the Bears going up and getting Justin Fields at 10 a couple of years ago. I thought that was a great move, but. That's insane. To go from 12 to 3?
Yeah. Still waiting to hear on that compensation.
Yeah, agreed. I think Schefter might have been giving it to us, but we didn't unmute it until, a little late. But here, I guess I'm sure we could look up the compensation.
Yeah, I'm just log into ESPN. I'm sure it's posted. Man.
So Colts here,
Yeah.
I mean...
Levis, it's got to be.
It's got to be Levis. They're not going to anybody defensively, right? I mean,
it's quarterback. They're so hungry.
So hungry. And then, the Lamar...
That is by far their biggest position of need.
The Lamar signing already happened, so
Lamar's
there's no trade there.
Anywhere.
So there's no trade there. It's got to be Levis or
got to be a quarterback.
Whether
Levis is the favorite.
The only reason I don't say Richardson is because I don't think I like Gardner Minshew, but is Gardner going to start for 2 years? I don't think Richardson can start after a year.
Shit, man. I don't think people have given Minshew enough credit.
But I think the Colts are ready to win more now than they are building. That defense is getting older.
But the guy wins 65% of his games. He wins now. Minshew has been solid everywhere he's been. In Jacksonville and Philly, he's just been overlapped by higher ceiling guys. Like Jalen Hurts obviously has a higher ceiling. He was in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence had the higher ceiling. I get why he sat behind those guys, but he has a higher ceiling, I would say, than Will Levis right now.
Correct. Right, and it's definitely not out of the question, especially with their coach coming from Philly, having coached Hurts. I think, if he can be developed, the upside is there for sure.
I mean, he's got the big arm. He's got the big arm. He's got the huge arm. He also runs incredibly fast. He's a big boy. I mean, he's as big. I mean, what's he 6'4" and he's 240. I mean, he can take it. But I think Levis. But Levis can run too. Levis is that sneaky run too. He had 9 rushing touchdowns the year before last. Last year he's all beat up. Offensive line was weaker. Receiving core is weaker. Just weapons in general are weaker. I don't know. I think this is the Levis. I can't
find that info quick enough, y'all.
I think the Levis is the pick here. So. Once Levis goes here, then we got Seattle coming up.
I know. Let's go Seattle. Watch us trade down. I get all juiced up.
That would be a Seattle.
That's so Seattle, dude. It is. Although we stuck at 9 last year and we drafted Charles Cross. Shout out. He's been a boss.
Carter's going to be right there.
But the only reason I don't see, there's nobody there other than Richardson. Did you trade up to get Carter? Did you trade up to get Wilson?
No, that would make that trade kind of thing.
Yeah, there's nobody left. Who are you moving up to get other than Richardson at that point?
It could be LV, could be Atlanta, could be I don't know. We just watched the Texans go from 12 to 3. I'm not ruling any trades out.
I thought. Well,
I'm ruling out. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I thought Tennessee would go from 11 to 3.
And they sure didn't.
Nope.
No.
I'm ruling out the Colts trading out of this pick, though. I mean,
stick and pick.
It's gotta be.
No, because they would have had time going if they traded out.
Yeah, pick is in. No, that's not true because the pick was in and then it went to Schefter reporting the trade. But It looks as though they're making the pick. There's Irsay.
Yeah,
Look
there's
at how
Irsay.
drunk he is. He's wasted. His fucking
He might
right
not be
eyeball.
What's up, Irsay?
Yeah, we're gonna drink to that because Irsay looks ham-a-lamma ding-dong, dude.
I don't know if he's hammered.
Well,
I'm
there's
almost
a
out
lot
of
of pills, whatever he be on.
I'm almost out of beer. You
I'm
guys
pill
are-
shaming Irsay right
Dude,
now.
yeah, hey, it's a good beer.
You gotta catch up. I drink faster than both of you though.
You don't tell me how to do.
There's Richardson. Look at the cameras on Richardson. Do they know something we don't?
I'm happy I picked up 2 6-packs, though, the way we're going through them.
Yeah, we might need to.
The Seahawks are on the clock live, so they're fucking stretching this out.
The Seahawks are on the clock with 7 minutes live. That's crazy.
Right.
All right, here we go, Roger.
Here comes Goddle.
Good doll.
Come on. Come on, Gandalf, or whatever the hell his name is. Can we boom? Can we boom here? Boo! Yes, let's go.
The Indianapolis Colts select Anthony Richardson.
Damn!
Anthony Richardson. What's up?
My mock is now officially not correct.
Yeah. Same, well, I was off before that, but Richardson, I mean...
Wow.
I think in my mock 2.0, I had
Oh, you
Richardson.
crying because you got way after drafted, dog. Oh my god.
In Z's mock 2.0, I had Richardson going the Colts. I just thought the
Jalen
Will
Carter
Levis.
is sitting right there. So is Tyree Wilson. Okay, I really want Tyree Wilson. I think we're gonna pitch it.
I think you guys should take
With
Tyree
Richardson
Wilson with
gone,
the
yeah.
signings of the Broncos
with
defensive
Draymond Jones.
tackle.
We have Jaron Reed. I think that we need to address edge more so than in.
Well, the next two players that go are Tyree Wilson and Jalen Carter.
Should be.
You would think, I don't know. They could go Witherspoon. You don't know what Detroit's gonna do. You do not know what Detroit's gonna do.
No, I think that I'd correct, but I do think that I think they're the two.
Witherspoon.
I think if they took one, it would be Witherspoon.
Oh my
I think
God.
Wilson.
Oh my
and
god!
Carter
My
are the
hair is
next two
starting to
picks.
stand up. On. Thank you, Colts, for drafting Richardson. He is no longer on. Yes, thank you.
So how far does Will Levis fall? 11.
Yeah, no further than Tennessee. Absolutely.
Yeah,
If Tennessee doesn't have to
would be the
move to
limit.
snag him, absolutely.
I'm
I could see
scared.
Minnesota making an argument to try
I'm
to
scared
get out there.
shitless.
To draft him at 7? You think
Yep.
you might draft him at
I
7?
think the Raiders could.
They could.
If they
Absolutely.
would have taken a cornerback in the offseason and signed somebody to play the position, maybe. You don't have a fucking cornerback. You have 3 on the roster. And we don't need anybody covered. We only play Patrick Mahomes twice a year.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert twice a year. We get a Sean Payton offense twice a year.
The
to go
shell of
against.
himself that was known as, Russell Wilson.
It's still a Sean Payton offense.
Hey, you got an offensive coach. You're looking. He said
I know.
he was
I
going to get the
cannot
quarterback
believe-
of the future for
I
your
cannot
team.
believe Richardson just went 3rd.
I don't know.
I can't. I mocked it. I just thought it had
6
fallen
and 7.
off. I just
Homeboy
thought
went
it fallen
6 and
off.
7 in his 1 year as a starter. Now, granted,
That's-
his first 2 losses were against Tennessee and Alabama.
Yeah, but Jared Goff
so-
won 1 and 9 as a starter.
No, okay, not the year
I
he got
see,
drafted.
yeah, I did.
That was his first year. That was his first year. He had 2 years as a starter in Cal.
Yep, in the second year he was no better at Cal. No
And-
better.
Okay, and
went number 1 overall.
Right. Okay.
So the
and
winning record-
where's he? Hanging out in Detroit?
Playing pretty good, actually.
Hold on. All right, I gotta take this off camera. I gotta go.
Yeah. So
Maybe
I
bring
think
back
that he
some
looks
beers.
good off camera. Or no, I think
Hey, man.
I think Jared Goff is good.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
good.
with the
I'm in
season
the
that he
middle
had last
of,
season,
Broadcasting for the draft. What are you doing?
with this season he just had. I don't think the Lions are looking there.
No way.
Defense, they need so many needs. I can see him going defense with both their first round picks.
I had him going defense and offense. I think I have them going defensive player, and then I have going Jackson, JSN. I
Or
got
Jackson
JSN.
Smith, Ninjigba.
I got him adding the other receiver. Jameson Williams got suspended.
Is everything good?
St. Brown.
Was that 6 games he's out?
6 games for betting inside the facility.
Yeah, that's the only reason because he was betting on
College.
college.
If he wasn't inside the facility, he wouldn't have got in trouble. Because he was inside the facility, he got dinged.
Wow.
6 games on that. So, I mean, I've had him going there. I think they go pass catcher at that point. They have no tight end, but they didn't use a tight end either. They had TJ Hawkinson out of Iowa, and they didn't really use him. So,
There's a lot of tight ends. They could address that need later.
They
I
could
think
also go
wide
Bijan.
receiver or defense is the way to go.
I thought Detroit would go Bijan too at that point as well.
Whew, that would be something. That'd be another surprise.
Bijan where?
I wouldn't hate
Detroit.
it.
At 6?
No.
Oh, at 18?
Yeah.
Oh, at 18? Okay, yeah, they do have 2 first rounders.
Yeah, we were talking about Detroit, what they could do here. I think Detroit goes defense, offense, defense. I think this pick's defense.
I think this
think
is.
so.
I think the higher value is defense.
I mean,
think that
I think Jalen Carter. That's the name I would throw
Seattle
out there.
trading right here.
God, I'm so excited.
No, Seattle trading right here.
Are they?
The time's going down pretty far.
3.
The pick's already in. They know who they're taking. So are they trading right here? You're working on the trade details.
I mean, if somebody values
Tennessee
somebody
comes up
right
here to
there
get
with,
Will
like,
Levis. Tennessee right here, Will Levis.
Maybe. I wouldn't mind moving back to 11. You can still snag, somebody.
We definitely get a good defensive player. You could get Lucas.
We
You
already
get
have a
Lucas.
decent amount of draft capital. I don't know if you pass up on Jalen Carter.
You get Lucas Van Ness here.
If
you trade back?
if the compensation is heavy enough, maybe. But like,
I don't know. The clock's going down pretty far. Like, they know who they're going to pick. When you're this high up, you're not. Everybody knows who they're going to pick.
Well, basically what they say is there's only so many scenarios that can play out. Really, if you only 4 guys can go before your
Correct.
pick. So like,
even
really,
if all 4 quarterbacks would
right?
win.
Exactly. Then yeah.
So
Will
who's
Anderson,
it?
right?
So
exactly.
you take Will Anderson.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's gone. So who's
So
your
then
second
who's the
best
next guy?
defender? Right, exactly.
You believe in Carter? You bring in the D.
I
think
Wilson.
Tyree Wilson's
I
their
want
pick.
Wilson.
I think Tyree
agree
Wilson's
too,
their
but
pick.
We'll see. We'll see.
I really do, because you're adding. I think we're a little bit bigger on the kid from Denver than maybe these guys.
Oh
are.
no, Draymond Jones is gonna be a beast, dude. That kid's gonna be an animal.
That's what I
for
think. I
sure.
think he's a good player, man.
No, it's defensive line. If we're not trading the pick, it's defensive line for sure. Because we're not drafting Levis.
Seattle
We're not-
forgot.
we're not drafting Levis.
Seattle forgot to make their pick. We're at a minute 30, guys. This is getting down.
I would-
Usually it doesn't get down unless
If
you're
we
trading.
draft Will Levis, I'm taking my headphones off and
Please
I'm
go outside.
going home. I'm leaving. I'm doing no more draft coverage.
we got
Tonight.
it.
Real Levis coming
We got
up.
it. Me and Chuck got it.
Do you see how this goes? They celebrate when I need to leave.
Well, I mean, Chuck did say that Minnesota didn't have a number 1 receiver.
I did.
Just
You guys haven't heard that, but it did happen. I have to own up to my faults. I'm not perfect.
It is a little weird that the pick isn't in.
No,
or
they
under
gotta
a
squeeze
under a
in.
minute,
No, they
here
gotta
we go.
squeeze in as many ads as they can.
No, but every other pick's been in by at least 2, except for the Cardinals pick.
Well, we're trying to figure out how many
Okay,
draft
picks in.
picks we're getting.
The pick's in.
Oh my God, come on, Seattle, don't botch this. Please don't.
Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter.
Right.
Or Will Levis.
I'm happy with either. As long as we
You're happy with it. We heard it here on the live.
Not Levis,
Oh, sorry,
no,
Chuck.
Jalen Carter, I know. Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson. Defense.
Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh.
I know,
If
but you
Will
said
Levis,
and then you said,
comes
oh,
off the board, I think my phone just rang and it's going to let me know ahead of the draft.
don't
Because
That's
we
what
are
just
watching on Fubu, you guys, so we might be.
happened.
a
We
tick
are behind, yeah.
everything.
So if you know, that's awesome.
But you don't send us anything. We can't really read my phone; it's too far away. So don't really tell us
do
who
it.
it picks.
But chat amongst yourselves over there. We
Yeah,
love
talk
that.
it up.
Yeah,
Talk it up.
absolutely.
Tell us how
crowd
bad we
engagement. Yeah.
How
Yeah,
bad that
on that.
jersey looks.
This is
Better than that, we're
This
all
is a
good.
beautiful jersey. Look, you guys can shit on a lot of things, but if you shit on Cortez Kennedy, we are no longer friends.
No, it's just not a good color. He's a good player. It's just not a good color.
Oh, says the guy in all black.
I don't have any other options.
Silver.
I don't have a silver shirt. I got white.
I got Molly. I got white. Sorry. Dude, all right, NFL, let's go. See, this
Yeah,
is where
time
this
is
is where
going
they,
off
but to
the
be fair,
clock.
they haven't had necessarily a break in a little while. They
No,
had
I
pretty
think
live
they-
coverage for a good minute.
The
so.
first half hour might have been straight on. No commercials in the first half hour. It might have been. So here we go. Because what's the
Oh my
Detroit's
God,
on the clock with
I'm not gonna read
8:26.
this because it's an update. From
Yeah, don't.
Do it.
Put it
I know
down.
you don't.
Okay, I'm right. I'm not gonna do
Put
it.
it down.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's coming out.
We will
in
be
just
talking a little
seconds.
bit of basketball here in a little
Goodell
bit and
is
some
good.
NHL
Look at-
stuff.
There's the
Yeah,
12s
We got to give some updates on the NHL playoffs and the NBA
Agreed.
playoffs. There's some
coming up.
things that we are completely wrong on.
Why were
Yeah.
the Detroit Lion cheerleaders hanging out by the Seahawk fan?
I mean,
Who's the
cheerleaders
Detroit-
can hang out anywhere.
I guess
Yeah.
so. They do meld or mesh very well.
Chuck's complaining about cheerleaders hanging out.
I complain about a lot of things. Complain about taking Will Levis at 5th overall when we don't fucking need him.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Don't yell.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't yell.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't yell.
Seahawks select Devin Witherspoon.
Witherspoon.
Quarterback. Wow.
Quarterback.
Good pick. Definitely didn't think they were going corner there, but matching him up with Wilson or with Woolen, my boy Woolen is sick.
I heard
Great
that
pick.
we were really high on
pick.
him. I did hear that we were really high on him.
He plays Carroll's style.
Yeah.
Wants to get up in people's face.
Sure.
He wants to press. Yep, that's a great pick.
I thought he was going to go to the Lions, but you guys.
I just thought that you guys were a little. I thought with the Kobe Bryant signing or the pick and the Tyreek Williams.
You know what? I'm not
Great
angry at
pick,
that
though.
pick. God
No,
damn
that's
it.
a
I
great
did
pick.
want
No
defensive
D-line.
line though.
Great
I did
pick.
want defensive
That means
line.
Carter and Wilson still available.
Yep.
Who goes? So are the Lions going to take Wilson to pair up with Hutchinson, or they take Carter to pair up with Hutchinson?
They're
Oh my God! Talk
Both
about just
great choices. I think they need more help on the interior, so
I think at this point we might see Carter.
Hey, Josh McDaniels,
he could.
don't fuck it up. Christian Gonzalez is a pick now.
Coming up
Witherspoon is gone. Christian Gonzalez is a pick now. Don't fuck this up. Or trade down.
Wow.
Don't fuck this up.
Wow. I mean, I'm not
Let's-
against.
yeah,
There's a
let's hear
premium
from you.
on corner. There's a premium
he's a
on
stud.
corner.
Lockdown Island.
Yeah. No,
I thought the weaker point of your team was getting that line, either whether it was a D line or the end. I thought the corners were.
We did
weren't
say
bad.
though that it is a very deep draft
Correct.
at line, and we have 4 picks in the top 52. I guarantee
And
we will swing back.
And you
and
could
get
look
some
at
sort of
D
edge.
line at there's Breesy,
Right.
Mozzie
You're
Smith.
right.
You got
Big-
the kid
big
from
beast
North.
out of- yeah.
My boy from Northwestern.
AA out of Northwestern.
AA out of
Yeah,
Northwestern.
He's got a very
That
interesting.
guy from Pitt could fall.
Calais Cansey could fall. So I mean,
Kalijah
there's
Cansey.
still Kalijah. Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm awful with names.
Phonetically, yeah.
Everything with names. So I think that was a great pick. I just thought that you guys' corners were a little bit more set in.
No,
to take that.
I
But
mean,
yeah, that's a great pick.
No, because okay, so Kobe is a
He's
slot.
slot.
He's a nickel. Tariq is
Stud.
a 1. Had a great year.
Told Chuck he's a stud.
Let's hope he has a he did. You threw him out. You dart threw him last year saying I'd draft the hell out of that guy, and you said that weeks before the draft, and he went in the 5th round. So what up, Downey? I'll give you roses.
I told
there.
him I thought third, fourth round for him.
I
was huge on him.
don't
was
think
huge
it's
on
a
him.
bad move at all, especially because it's a passing league, right? Like, and we did make a lot of signings to the defensive line. Draymond Jones, we have Chenna Nwosu. A very forgotten name, and even on my own, I have not shouted him out, is Daryl Taylor, all right? He had an okay year last year, but that guy is athletic as all get out. He's only going to be in his, I think, 4th year. Like, okay. I'm not mad at Witherspoon. I'm
No,
not
I
mad
think
at
it's a
all.
good pick.
Not mad at all.
So
There's a premium on cornerbacks.
it's
if he's Sauce, if he's this year's Sauce, then come on, right?
I don't know
Like,
if he's gonna hit you. I don't know if he's as fluid as
Well,
Sauce.
Yeah, and if
okay, if he's an 80% Sauce, then it's fucking great pick. 90% Sauce.
This has got to be one of those other two, right?
yeah, no, it's one of the it's Wilson
I don't-
or Carter, right?
Okay, so yeah,
I mean, Gonzalez could be on the board
Gonzalez
too.
could be on the board too.
we sat here and said we did not throw Witherspoon's name out there at number 5.
Never.
So I mean,
Not once.
Those are the
Well,
two touted corners,
right? And I thought, dude, they could go. They had Witherspoon going here for plenty of mocks. They thought
Yep.
they were going corner. So
I
they
had
could
him.
take Gonzalez here. They could go corner.
They could.
I don't know. Great draft. Love it. Love this kind of shit.
Because it's all,
The
everything's
chaos
been
is
so
fantastic.
chaotic. Everything's been so
Absolutely.
chaotic.
Oh
Love
my
how it
goodness.
goes chaotic. All right, let's get into a little bit of what we got in the NBA right now.
All right.
We missed big time on this one. Jimmy Buckets is a stud.
Ooh, put some
Miami
respect on that name.
takes the Bucks 4-1. All of us, me and Trev had the Bucks winning it.
Yeah, not happening.
Or going to it. I don't know if we picked winners in that, but we had them going to it.
We did.
Charles had the Celtics, but still had the Bucks moving on. Miami ends up going 4-1.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna pick against the Bucks overall in this series. I don't think anybody did, unless you're a Miami fan, and even Miami fans are probably pretty shaky about it. Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, Jimmy, come on, dude, shout out, dude. You have put that team on your back for multiple years now. You got him to Eastern Conference Finals, got him to the bubble championship. You know, lost to the Lakers, but dude, he's
a playoff champ.
He's a he flies under the radar. He doesn't get the respect put on his name that a lot of these other guys do. So like,
I'm going to put some respect on that, man. I'm taking the heat against the Knicks because of
Oh, Trevor's saying it here on draft day.
There it is.
I think I'm going Knicks on that. We were wrong on that as well. That was another one we were wrong on.
Yeah.
I think all three of us I had Cavs in 6. I was big on the Cavs.
Brunson
Knicks end up taking.
I thought the Knicks were a
4-1.
great story. I thought the Cavs were the better team with Garland and with Mitchell and
no.
I thought that they had more
Didn't
talent.
happen.
But Brunson,
we're ready.
Like that Knicks team is. I'll tell you what, man. I'd love to go to a game in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
oh for sure.
So then after that, we got the
Video
Sixers over the Nets at 4-0.
Yep.
Sweep City there. The only series that's actually going on in the East is a series that Trev just mentioned. The Knicks and the Cavs. That's the only, or the Celtics and the Hawks. That's the only series going on in the
Okay,
East.
wait, whoa. The Cardinals moved up. Whoa. Look at this.
So the
Cardinals trained
the
the
Cardinals. Okay, this is Jalen Carter.
I love it.
This has got to be Jalen Carter or Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Cardinals trade up here. That's huge. We'll see what happens.
I'm loving it, dude. I wasn't expecting all these trades.
I wasn't either. This is
I
big
knew
time.
this. I just didn't think this is how it was going to happen. It's crazy to think that the Cardinals went down.
What Aaron said?
We video cut and then we're back up.
We good.
I wonder why it cut. It said we had 4 hours.
And make sure you're in the
Yeah,
your phone.
it's Travis. I know.
We're good on the.
Scoot that way. A second.
Yeah.
There we go.
We better now.
Yep.
We better.
We better now.
We better.
But I mean, are you trading up? Oh shit! Sorry.
In the 2023
Here we go.
NFL Draft, the
We got-
Arizona Cardinals select Paris Johnson Jr.
Trade up to get at the tackle. Wow! I thought he would have been there at 12. Oh,
Dude.
wow! That's a huge move.
We all had him as the first tackle off the board.
No, I
had
Skronsky.
Oh,
I had Skronsky.
I had Skronsky.
Let's talk about the guy who got it right.
no, I didn't get it right, but he was my first tackle. Ever
Trade back up the game. I had him
Every
still
mock.
there.
Wow.
That's huge.
Wow. I
Cardinals
think so
trade
too.
back up. So the Detroit just racking the picks.
Dude.
Good job, Detroit.
Yeah.
What's up?
So here's Vegas on the clock. What's Vegas gonna do?
They better go Christian Gonzalez. Oregon.
Let's see if you can get
It
it right.
could be Will Levis, though.
But you have a premium edge rusher in Tyree Wilson sitting right there.
You don't have
to pair
anybody
with
to cover
Max
anybody.
Crosby.
You don't have anybody to cover.
But if
Literally
you're
have
killing the
0.
quarterback, who cares?
I think you gotta go corner here. I
You
do
have to.
the Tyree.
You
I think
have
you
to go
have
corner. All right, you hear it from the Raiders fan. You gotta go corner.
I do like the Tyree Wilson pick, but I think you have to go corner here. I
Gotta
think
go
that
corner.
you literally don't have anybody to cover the receivers.
I'm very surprised that
I think it's between.
wow,
him
Paris Johnson. Oh my god, I love the
and-
That was
draft.
huge.
Oh my god, I love the
Wilson
draft. Let's
and
cheers to that, to
Levis.
chaos, you guys. We love the draft.
Zach's
If you
about
guys
to
are following
finish
with us,
that.
man, we love you too, dude. This is what it's all about.
I'm gonna have to go grab some beers pretty shortly.
Yeah, where's our pizza? We got pub and sub coming.
God, I forgot about the. Yeah, no, we already been recording for an hour. Where the pizza at?
Pub and sub.
Yeah, you
Big
get a
rub.
beer. I gotta use the restroom because I've been drinking so many beers.
Well, you got.
I was
selection.
unsuspecting of that. That was the biggest surprise.
I mean,
Biggest
Bigger than the
surprise.
Texans trained up.
Paris going at 5. I think.
Both
is
of
pretty
these
big.
trades have been wild.
Wow.
Loving it.
I am, man. I the top two went as according to plan.
then
Literally
it's just
after
been-
that, just madness. Yeah, fantastic.
Trade.
Fantastic.
Make the trade.
I love the uncertainty. Come on, right? Like if it just went chalk, there's no fun in that.
Nah.
But to move down, to move back up, to draft a tackle. Wow. Because obviously they thought taking him at 3 was a little high. They must know that somebody
Wants
in between. Yeah,
I didn't
in
have
between
him go until the
6.
Bears.
Yeah, so that's not. But there you go. They were at 12. They moved back down to 12. So if he would have gone at 9 to Chicago, then he
They
would have
would've
been
missed
gone.
that
Yeah,
move,
he
for
would have
sure.
been gone. So. I mean, if he is what they need him to be, tackles, there's a premium. I've been talking about this premium on position. A tackle is a premium position. If you get a guy who can anchor your line for 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
And I think it's a really good selection, too. I mean, I don't know if tackle is the top of their needs, but with Kyler Murray missing the games that he has,
Right.
You want to have that foundation.
You gotta protect your franchise.
Because
He's the franchise is the quarterback.
Great when he's healthy. I mean,
he's elusive as all get out.
Yeah,
I call him the jitterbug, dude. He's so twitchy. He's all over the field. He's so hard to get.
The talent is obvious. Of course, you hear all that stuff about off the field like issues that he might have.
Well, he plays too much Call of Duty.
I should have ordered the pizza on one of your guys' phones so we could see if they call.
Oh, damn. The Wookie.
Dirty Wookie, everybody. Great. Our Brewers cabinet.
Yeah, we going local here. This is one of our favorites.
Wow, look at that. What is happening?
Oh, please be Christian Gonzalez.
Thank you for bringing the dirty work. So this is an Imperial Brown Ale, registering at 7.1 at one of our local spots in town. Definitely,
it's lying to you then because it's not an Imperial. It's only 7%. It's above an average brown, but Imperial means I know it says it on the label.
It says it on the label.
It's bullshit. An Imperial has to be 8%. That is literally, I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. You can Google, you can fact check me if you want, you guys. 8% is an Imperial. It does say it. It does say it. I'm also not refuting that. I can read, but I'm
But this is one of my favorite browns.
Sure. Oh, dude, and the fact that it's local is Christian Gonzalez. They're saying you need a corner bag too. Popping bottles.
Definitely need a
popping bottles.
With
the oversized hat.
If
you'd oversized hat out.
If you'd assigned one corner in free agency, then Jalen or Tyree would be awesome. And I think you stay away from Jalen with all the other bullshit that happens down there. With
oh my god, dude.
With Ruggs, with
convicts, dude, for sure.
I think you stay away from it just for the media standpoint at that point. You're just
all right. Let me finish this off and we'll cheers it up.
Yeah. I'm just taking it in right now. It smells delicious.
I love it. Pick is in. We'll see if when Goodell comes onto the stage. Pick is in. Let's go Raider Nation. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Go Nevada. I mean, if I had an AFC team, it would be the Raiders.
You will never hear those words come out of my mouth.
Nah,
I'd rather cut my foot off than root for the Raiders.
Again, I had family that would see
whatever,
the season
we like them a little bit. I don't. Trevor can have his feelers.
I mean, I'm just not the typical Niner fan that has that Bay Area hate.
I would say it's so weird because Bay Area fans kind of fall on the idea sometimes that it's the whole Bay that they can choose. You know what I mean? Not all of them. Some of them divide it for sure. But I've definitely met fans that are like, well, I support all Bay Area teams. Yeah, okay.
We'll see what happens. God, I hope they don't fuck this up.
Come on.
Come on, Goodell. Walk out on the stage and get this over with.
Let's go Nevada.
It could be Will Levis.
That's a good sound.
It's a wonderful sound.
I like it.
For the AMSR crowd.
ASMR crowd.
Oh, Dave Ziegler standing in the way.
Oh, God, I'm hitting the table. Stop hitting the table.
Yeah, come on now.
Act like you've been in here before. I'm very professional.
Professional pour.
Professionally
that
not
looks like a great pour.
Not bad. I've done that once or twice.
All right, boys. For the Raiders. For Nevada.
I'll drink to Nevada, but not for the Raiders. Here's all to you guys, too.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I don't know what we're doing here. It's got me so nervous.
God damn.
Every other Raider pick's been fucked up.
For 7%, though, it drinks like a regular brown.
It's delicious.
It drinks like a fiver.
It's so delicious.
Very malty. Got that nice caramel. Good mouthfeel. Very good beer. Yeah. For a 7, it's an all-dayer. For a brown, it's an all-dayer.
It's an all-dayer.
Sure.
You're not quite eating it. You're not quite eating it like some of them. It is tasty. It's brown. It's not stout. It's got the color. Yeah. It's a brown. It's
delicious. You can see it's translucent at the bottom.
Yep.
Like it clears up to the caramel.
God damn.
Dude. Oh, we drafted a cornerback.
So are you happy with that pick? Like, yes or no?
Yes, because it's not a quarterback. No, because I wanted Tyree Wilson.
All right, let's see it. What you got, Raiders?
Oh
my God. Here we go. Let's go.
Vegas Raiders select Tyree Wilson.
Ooh, so the
Tyree
freak
Wilson, so we
defensive
get the
end.
friend to go there.
I told you. That's such good value right there. That's such good value.
It's
He
okay-
could have
it's
gone
okay
as high as
value.
number 2 is what they were saying though.
It's okay.
From what I've heard
it's okay
about-
because your needs were cornerback. It's
Correct.
To put him on the opposite side of Mad Max.
Mad
though.
Max is good. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. We just can't let anybody get open, or we're just gonna let the receivers run
He be
free.
looking clean. Look at that jacket.
Well, you make all your corners look better because of that pressure on the QB.
I wanted
maybe-
that kid. I
maybe-
wanted that kid.
Maybe you know Rocky and Sin. He's still a free agent. I think at this point, maybe there's a deal that we're looking at that we just haven't signed yet with him. So maybe there is some.
I think
Other
you're
stuff
definitely
going on.
still looking there with your next.
I think
pick.
second pick it has to be corner. Then you have to go corner second pick. If you don't go corner second pick,
But
you're
For the Raiders,
Yeah,
where do you
yeah.
pick next? What's your next
40
pick?
that 4ish.
You're gonna be right on that outskirt of where, like,
You're looking at-
that.
Well, you're looking at Julius Brandt at that point. Maybe
Yeah, because
a
I think
Cam-
Forbes, Banks,
Maybe Forbes
Porter.
falls.
I think all those guys.
No,
are gonna be
Forbes
gone
is the
by
first
then.
round. Banks in the first round. I think you're
I have
looking
them
at
both.
Porter.
First
I don't
round,
know.
I
We're
think
gonna see
you're
a
looking
run.
at- I think you're
Come
looking
to
at that
teams. We're
Kelly
gonna see a
Ringo.
run on quarterback.
I think you're looking at
Cornerback.
that Cam Smith, Kelly Ringo, maybe DJ Turner, Julius Brents. That's where you're
Cam
looking.
Smith might be there.
That's
Cam
where you're
Smith
looking.
might be there at 44.
From everything I've heard, though, Wilson is the freakish.
Yes,
DN
he's the dude
on
that gets the
board.
bend. He's got the bend.
He is the guy that his timing, it sounds like, has been off. As far as from the snap, he doesn't always have the quickest get off. But once he's going, he is
you can
the
teach
most
him.
talented
You can teach him to get
player.
off.
He's the
with
most-
that size and speed.
In the bend, he doesn't. He's
Yeah.
not. He's a little bit. He's what all they all say about the bend with Bosa and Vaughn and all them. They got that.
His biggest comparison was Von Miller coming
Yep,
out.
so
Like,
then
that-
you
I mean,
got-
come on.
Except
Like,
this guy's got a lot of weight
So-
on Vaughn and
and
length.
size. He's huge.
The length, I've heard his length is like 7
Dude,
foot wingspan.
Yeah.
It's something
6'5",
stupid.
He's 6'5.5" at 278.
Yeah,
It's
And
a
he
good
looks-
pick. It's a good pick to
He
go on
looks
the other
trim.
side.
He looks so trim.
It's a good pick to go on the other side of Max. It is.
Yeah.
It's a really good pick. I just worry that our corner, like I don't know,
Corners
it's really a low corner thing.
yeah.
So where are we going here with the Falcons?
That's a better pick than Cleveland failed.
I mean,
at 3.
I have defensive end being one of their top needs, but maybe Will Levis is an option
I
at this
mean,
Is
point.
Gonzalez an option here? I know they
Absolutely.
It could
I
be
think
too.
They traded for Okuda, but Terrell. They obviously put a premium on cornerback. Jalen Carter's sitting right there. How long is he gonna fall? This guy was up until that whole legal issue supposed to be the number 1 overall potential.
I think the legal issue and I think the other stuff at his pro day kind of
Yeah, coming in
Push that
overweight,
down.
not finishing the exercises,
knowing
not
that's
a
going to
good look.
happen. It's
Not a
just
good look.
not a good look.
Not a good look.
So yeah,
I don't know. Does it,
is there an injury take over Carter at this point in the draft?
no, I don't take Lucas here.
Don't take
That'd be
Lucas,
the only one,
not
no.
Smith, not Murray. Those
If
are
I'm
all high end.
If I'm going anybody defense, if I'm going line here, I got to go Carter. Otherwise, I'm going Gonzalez or
Levis.
I think
I don't know.
Jalen
I
Carter
think you're
should be the
flawing.
next defensive lineman taken, regardless of interior.
unless you go
or
Nolan
outer.
Smith here, your outside linebacker that's
I mean,
got all the
Nolan's-
speed.
If that speed is just so
It's
impressive.
it's so impressive.
Well, and he can play both.
So yes,
He can
no,
play-
I'm not going Lucas. I would go with Nolan over Lucas.
Yeah.
I think Lucas. I think
He's got that bend,
might.
though.
Detroit might be the Lucas pick at 12 now. Lucas
forgot
Van
they
Ness
moved
going
back to
back.
12,
That's
that's
a
right.
huge Lucas Van Ness on one side, and then you get Hutchinson on the other. I
Hutchinson,
think
man.
that could be a really nice pair up
Another
with
nice
Lucas.
pairing.
I really
If
do.
Elijah Cansey's still there, I think you address the interior. I think who knows if Jalen Carter's still there? I don't know. He is the most interesting name right now.
And then he didn't go
Like-
visit any of those teams because he wasn't going to.
I'm not visiting outside of the top 10.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Come on. Visit your teams.
Wow.
Dude. Come
All
on,
of them.
dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, he visited with the Lions since they were top 10, but still.
But still.
Right, yeah, at 6. He didn't get pulled. Sorry, bro.
I think it's both. I think it has to do with
Sure.
The legal shit.
No,
and
I
the-
think it's a compounding issue. I think it's a building of the issues. If there was just one thing and you could be like, all right, you could forgive a young man for doing this, but there's multiple things.
And then there was the stuff that Todd had said, hey, there's some character issues that
Right.
come out, and then all of a sudden he gets lit up, and then all of a sudden, boom, legal stuff. Boom, he's not like.
Oh,
on
boom!
the way.
I think my sister just joined the live. What's up, y'all on Instagram? We appreciate you guys following us. With all this
Pick
chaos
is
that's
in.
going
Pick
on.
is in.
All right, after this pick,
Is
Be right
it
back.
potty time?
Yeah.
Potty time.
time to break the seal.
We
Too
also
much beer.
might need to. One of you might need to call Hub and stuff.
No, they're
Where's our
notoriously
pizza at?
long and late for sure.
But
but
well, yeah,
it
but
is-
my
it is
phone's
a
over there.
long
It's pretty
ass
long. It's already
time,
6
yeah.
o'clock. I already
Dude, we're at commercials now.
What time?
Go
Go
pee.
pee, go pee. And then we just need to pull the. Somebody will have to call Pub and stuff after the picks in. But yeah, I think I mean, is it
Well, yeah, 'cause
Jalen
it's
here?
not bad weather.
Yeah, is it Jalen or is it Christian?
I mean,
Christian Gonzalez or Jalen?
no,
Carter?
I'm
Maybe on
taking
both
Jalen
of them.
Carter is the better upside. Is the better upside. You already have a bang on number one cornerback in
Terrell.
yeah. So, yeah, you take Jalen. The fact that he's here is crazy.
You
I
take
would say.
Bijan here?
No, not with Carter on the board. No, I'm not. Tyler Algier and Caleb Huntley played more than well enough last year at Atlanta.
I
They
forgot
beat-
Algiers there.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
they got him in like the 6th or 7th round last
They
year,
go
5th or 6th.
they go Skoronsky. Skoronsky.
You can never. No, they do have some good young offensive.
And he moves around guard, and he can actually play all 5 positions.
Dude, honestly, okay, like.
Shit.
I
Trev,
can see-
hurry up.
I could see Levis here. If they don't have faith in Ritter. I could see Jalen Carter here because the upside and the value he could have been number one. He's all the way
I think
number
Levis
8.
falls to 11. I think the Titans take him.
If he goes to 11 and the Titans haven't moved, there's absolutely not a shot in hell that they don't draft Will Levis. No, give us a mute real quick because they're gonna talk and it's gonna be all cute and shit. And
We're not about that cute shit.
we ain't about that cute shit. We're about that real shit.
After the pick, Chuck, maybe call. We call what's it? Oh, here we go.
For the Atlanta
Here we go,
Falcons
here we go.
I'm joined by Chris and Shane from Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Told you, it's all this sappy shit. I know they probably got good stories.
Chris
But.
and
Yeah,
Shane
probably a really good story, Chuck. Jesus Christ.
The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters
We
of
can mute it.
America. As part of our work
As
on
part
social-
of stuff I don't need to hear out of Goodell. Sorry, bro. Talking
It's
to this
good.
He
dude.
looks real nervous.
He does. 'Cause
I'd be real nervous.
What name? So he's got to have a hard name on that card.
No, there's a name.
Well, I know it's a
Well,
name.
maybe he's just
Jackson.
Jackson Smith and Jr.
In
Ooh,
Jimba.
Where's that? Here's that sound. That lovely
I
sound.
love that sound. Let's go. The Dirty Birds, dude. I always liked the Dirty Birds growing up.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
Told you.
Damn, Bijan. Running back going top 10, baby. The talent is there.
I can't.
I don't think that's a
I
great
can't
pick.
see that. I don't think that's good at all for a roster that
He's
has
sick. He's sick.
They have so many holes. They have so many needs.
But that wasn't one of them.
I don't think so.
He's a stud.
I don't think so. I'm not saying he isn't. But I just. They are a run-heavy offense. I get it. Arthur Smith likes to run the ball,
Yep.
a la Derrick Henry when he was down in Tennessee. I
Yep.
get the. I get it. I get it.
Bijan.
That
That's
value
more
is
super
insane.
run-heavy,
That is
though.
that is so insane. That is so insane.
So is this a Jalen
Good for
Carter
you,
with the
Bijan.
Bears, or do
Good
they
for
go
you, Bijan.
Skronsky?
They literally
Jalen.
have
Jalen.
every mock that I've seen with Jalen falling this far has gone to the Bears.
That's
Every
so
single
am I.
one. Every single one.
Bears trade pick to the Eagles.
What?
Jalen Carter's a pick.
God
Jalen Carter's a
They're
pick.
so they're gonna go 9-10. They're
Correct.
about to go.
They
Oh
went-
no, they only traded back one. They traded. Okay.
So they're going Jalen Carter.
Oh,
They're not taking Skronsky.
But okay, so then why wouldn't you? Why would you move back? Who are you fearful of? Why?
The Bears are taking Jalen Carter.
But then you wouldn't think the Bears would trade him that pick.
The
No,
Bears
so-
want Skronsky. then.
Right. Okay, so then they just get free draft cap. I don't. That's a weird.
I
That's a
mean,
weird one to me.
It's a weird pick, but
good
that's
for
what
the
it is. But that's what it
Bears, though.
is.
Right. But what I'm saying though is like, okay, so if the Bears already had offensive line and the Eagles already had, maybe they want Skoronski. Maybe Skoronski. The fucking offensive line is not getting younger in Philadelphia. I'm not saying it's not badass.
And he can
Shout
come
out
in.
to Jason
This
Kelce
is
and Lane Johnson. They do have a very good offensive line, but they're also near in their upper 30s.
Holy
You
crap.
know.
Yeah, with Lane Johnson's history too with injuries, like
Chef's he's talking.
play guard,
He's talking
start
about
at guard, take over at tackle if he's good enough.
Wow.
Dude,
wow.
this is
What a
another big
crazy
trade.
last 3 minutes, dude. Bijan going 8 is insane. And then an immediate trade.
It's got maybe it is Skoronski.
I mean, it seems
Why-
a little high for
I
interior
can-
lineman,
But
but
it's
he's
weird to
that
go
good.
up one pick. It's weird to go up to one
It
pick.
is.
Right, no, I agree. Because
You're trading with the team
if
that's
the
taken
person
behind you.
Right, because if the person in front of you wanted what they wanted, they're not going to trade to go down. That's weird. That is weird. That is weird. That is weird.
Is it him or is it Skoronski? Carter or Skoronski?
To the Eagles' front seven is great, but it is getting older.
But they did lose
Jordan Davis,
Hargrove.
Hargrave.
Both of them, man.
Hargrave
That
to
is
the
true, but they
In the
have
air.
Jordan Davis weighted in the wings. This is Philly. Oh my god!
Like what?
My
What
draft
do we even say?
blown up.
Yeah,
Yeah, why
everything's
you-
crazy. Nobody had these trades going on here.
Well, nobody had the Eagles trade up to 9.
That is so weird. You guys, that is so weird. I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, but it's just bizarre. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what the pick is here. I mean, I can't. I mean, Robinson.
Carter or Skoronski is the
Top
two that I would narrow it
favorites.
down to.
That's all I
yes,
can think
but-
of. Oh, you're not trading up to get.
But
they're
it's
not
so
taking
weird. But I would think that they were going to go that way either way. Like I would have figured that. I
Why
don't know.
trade up?
I don't know. I don't know. A little
We'll
bizarre.
find out real quick.
Yeah, because what'd you have to give up? You're not just flip.
I wouldn't think much.
But
I
there's
wouldn't think
another pick,
much.
there's another
Yeah, there's
pick
a
in
third
Paul.
rounder maybe in there. A third rounder potentially, a fourth rounder. I don't know.
weird.
To move up one,
and not for a quarterback.
you're certainly not. No, they just
Like
put
it's
a
literally,
bad quarterback.
the offensive tackle or the.
Defensive.
Oh,
Defensive
that was
tackle.
slash guard.
It's
or
an
the
offensive
defensive-
or defensive tackle.
You're not trading up to get Lucas Van Ness.
No.
There's nobody else on the board. You trade.
No,
I had him
you-
taking Nolan
No,
Smith.
one. You only moved up one pick. The
Are
whole
you taking
bizarre thing
Nolan
is you
Smith?
didn't jump a whole. But he would have been there
Right.
at 10. Do you think Chicago was
Unless
so
you-
high on?
Nolan, no.
But then they wouldn't have traded you to pick. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't get this. I really don't. I'm trying to think of how this played out between those two teams, right?
After this pick, you got a couple of us.
After this pick.
He's got to call you.
Well, his
His
phone's
phone.
running Instagram, yeah. So I'll give him that.
Damn. Falcons take
Find
Bijan.
us.
You guys,
Wow. We
what is
hungry.
your pick? We have been prognosticating and we've been wrong, kind of.
All over the place.
It's been crazy as shit. Leave us a comment. Leave us some love. Show us some affection. What do you got? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Are the Niners going to move all the way up to 11?
No.
Are they going to trade 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, and 2029 first round picks?
No, and Trey Lance.
And Trey Lance? To draft Will Levis?
I mean, there's rumors of him getting traded, but I don't see it.
It would have been juicier had Rodgers gone into this draft as a Packer, right? Like that intrigue.
So
goes-
the Bears
okay,
get a fourth round pick
a fourth
next
round
year.
pick next year. Right. So I knew there was but I don't I get the value for Chicago, but I'm just not understanding
The
why.
value of the Eagles. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird
I
thing
don't
for the Eagles.
yeah.
That was super weird.
Yeah, because if Chicago wanted the guy that the Eagles are going to draft, they're not going to trade him for a fourth round pick next year. That's
No.
not good value.
No.
This is free agents this is just trash. I put this here just for right.
I was looking just to see who they might be trading to get in front of.
Oh.
'Cause I'm this.
I'm
it is
very
confusing.
confuzzled, dude. Very, very behind.
It's only the Bears. They only moved up one pick. There's nobody
That's
else.
what I'm saying. No, none of this makes sense right here. It's like when the Bears traded up to 2 to draft Trubisky and 2 and 3 when you swapped with the Niners for why? The Niners
we
were going to
could
draft
both-
Solomon Thomas anyway.
Miss on
Yeah,
apparently.
dude. But you got a lot of capital, and I'm sure you gained something out of it. This is fucking big, dude. I'm curious. It's Will Levis.
It's not one of those.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
2023
Jalen Carter.
draft.
Jalen Carter.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter,
Yep.
That was the only person. Either him or Skronsky. It didn't make
And
sense.
they
So
love
in
those
Chicago,
Georgia players.
Chicago
So
said that they were gonna draft
They go
him,
Skronsky.
and then they got a
They
4th round
didn't.
pick to take Skronsky.
So they got Skronsky coming off the board right here. It's gotta be.
I would imagine
Unless
so.
it's Broderick Jones or Daryl Wright. It could be Wright.
But
It could be Wright.
I think
But
Wright goes
essentially,
later.
essentially, you're saying it's offensive line and tackle, more or less.
I think it's tackle.
But Skronsky's the most polished out of those guys that you just named.
But no, the Daryl Wright is the most polished right tackle. They had a kid last year played left tackle. That's
True.
pretty good. Darnell
hard.
Wright is the most polished right tackle. Comes in and plays right now.
It seems high to take a right tackle though. Right
does.
tackle, I
So
would
Skronsky
think would
can
go
play all
Do you want
closer
me?
to the
All right,
Indians
I'm gonna
first.
step out and call Pub and Sub real quick.
All right.
Yeah, because
I
the
mean-
boys out there getting kind of hungry.
I'm hungry.
Bears picks in.
You wouldn't think they would go that
Wow,
Broderick
Philly.
Jones possibly?
Maybe. You gotta go close to the door when you call him for that. No. When you were talking on your other phone.
Oh, I know.
All right, yeah. Well, I don't know. Broderick Jones. They say he's super athletic. I just think that. I think
think
that
for prospects, he
Wright
would make
is
more
a-
sense.
I think Wright is just a straight right tackle.
I think so too. I mean,
That's
he's
why-
a great player, but for right at this spot in the draft,
What's
I
the
think
number?
that would be.
Just checking it. Zach,
I think that would be high.
Is it under Zach?
Yeah.
I mean, some mock drafts have him going later, 2nd or 3rd round even.
Kuiper had him going at 9 to Chicago, right? Because he is the most fluid right tackle and he's ready to step in.
If you're sure your left tackle is great, he's a great right tackle.
I
but
think it's got to be
it seems high
Skronsky
for
because
right
he can
tackle.
play every spot. I think Skronsky's got to be the guy here.
I kind of like, I'm surprised. I had him mocked to the Eagles because I thought their interior could use him and then he can move possibly to the outside if he was good enough. So he's definitely the most polished left, and
Of
it would
course,
make
I need
sense
those
for him to
things.
go around this area as far as selections go.
Stand by Angelique's desk.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, because I mean, Bears picks in, so we'll see what they got here. But yeah, Jalen falling to the Eagles there. But were you that scared that the Bears were like, oh, fuck it, we'll just get another pick here?
I guess.
It was a weird thing. That was kind of weird.
Again, we're surprised they didn't take Jalen. But I guess we'll find out pretty quick who they liked better than him.
I think that they were going offensive line the whole time. I don't think the Bears were going to go defensive line. I think you got to work on making sure that Justin's your dude. Going offensive line here is the protecting Justin. Like you got to make sure he's the guy. You got the receiver. Now you're going to work on the offensive line.
I agree with that team building. It makes sense to go offensive line here. You want to protect.
You got to know if
Fields.
Justin Fields is the dude. If he's not the dude, then you're moving on next year.
You got the receiver to help him out. Now get the line to make sure that
Because
not
he ran
only-
for his life.
Yeah, it wasn't good last season.
No.
You want to improve that position, and that'll help your run game too. And that's a big part of Chicago.
I think
It's always been.
Chicago could take one of those backs in the second round.
Yeah.
The shot if Gibbs falls, but you have the I don't think
maybe.
he is, but you have the UCLA kid. You can even have the Texas A&M kid. Texas A&M kid's a popper, but they already have what's his name out of Virginia Tech. That's kind of their third down pass catcher. Gosh darn it, who's their other back that they have? He got hurt last year, blew out his knee. He's good. So I don't know. I think you'd want more of the pounders. Either the UCLA
I can't
kid.
get an ounce of reception. It literally is like we're just gonna have to wait. I don't know what else to do. It won't even ring.
That's
Like
not good.
I have no bars, and then it goes to X as soon as I dial. Maybe Trev, you can give it a shot.
Maybe.
Call him my Wi-Fi. Use Wi-Fi calling.
Let me get out of.
So Bears
Mock
picks
drafts.
in.
I saw the spoiler. I know who the pick is.
You do?
Yeah, I'm not
You
gonna-
son of a
I'm not gonna
bitch.
spoiler.
Don't
It-
you
I'm
dare.
not.
How far behind is Fubu then? I wonder how far behind we are than everybody else.
All right. I will be right back.
Thank
See
you, sir.
if we can-
We'll call
see
you.
if we're coming in.
We'll give you a holler if that Goodell comes walking up.
Goddle.
It's got to be offensive line coming up, right? I mean,
I would imagine so.
Man, Bijan going to the Falcons. Is that the surprise of? I mean, all the trades have been very surprising, but Bijan going at 8 is pretty high.
8.
I thought maybe 9. The Bears
I
might
didn't
take him.
know. The thing that surprises me is that Atlanta had so many other needs.
Correct.
Atlanta is a bottom feeder, and you take a running back. That's like, I like Kyle Pitts, but they took him 4th overall 2 years ago when they still had glaring needs. Like, this splash pick, it might work out, but god damn, dude. Somebody crying.
Jalen.
Oh, was that Jalen's reaction? Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't have thought of anybody else they were trading up for, but you were that scared the Bears were going to take him.
I guess.
And you took him.
I guess they gave up a 4th round pick to
In
make
next
sure.
year.
Yeah, right. But still, like, that's an insane. I wanted him at 6, so or 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're rocking and rolling there. Is that the offensive line coach that was just hugging it up?
Jason Kelsey's pumped. Look, you see him in the crowd.
Yeah. All right, so we got, is that Godell right there?
Here it is.
Chicago Bears select Darnell Wright.
Called it.
I know. I was going to give you roses, but I wanted you to hear it live. That's
Called it.
That is an ascension. He was not. The fact that he just went, 10th overall? Wow. This kid was not.
He's a prototypical right tackle. He's stepping in and starting right now.
Wow. See, he's not even at the draft. He's hanging out at home. He's in Tennessee.
Good pick. Good pick. I thought that Skronsky, I would have thought would have filled in
Homeboy
real
about
well.
to get paid. Good for you, Mr. Wright.
So
but
now we
that's-
got
Will
Levis
Levis.
coming in with
Will Levis.
It's got to be Will
The
Levis.
Titans haven't moved. The Titans didn't have to move, and they get the
gotta
4th
be-
best quarterback.
it's gotta be Will Levis
gotta
at
be
this
Levis. It's gotta be Levis.
Pick's already in. It didn't take them very long.
It's gotta be Levis.
Who? I mean, you got who's top on our boards right now? We got Levis. We got Gonzalez. We got Skronsky. Are they just like
They do
Skronsky?
They
Ooh.
also need a wide receiver, so Smith and Jigba might
Right.
be here. But no, if you don't have anybody throwing him the ball, and you know Tannehill's on his way out.
Man, this is crazy, man. This is
This
crazy.
is the Levis. This has to be Levis. This has to be.
It's gotta be Levis.
Yeah, this has to be Levis.
I
mean, it doesn't have to be, but it has to be, right? Like,
Where does he fall? Where does he fall from here? Vikings straight up.
Shit, dude. Like,
Vikings
if he
straight-
falls from here, then it could be anywhere.
Vikings straight up.
They start salivating at that
Or they
point.
start, or the,
if,
or the
if Tennessee
or the,
passes right here,
Bucks.
ooh, yes, but they still have they just signed Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. I don't necessarily know.
No, I
if
mean
they're gonna use. Oh, what do we got, money?
No luck. I couldn't get a signal even from outside
You
in
guys
front of
are-
the house.
So then one of you guys are gonna have to either we just have to wait and we don't know, or one of you guys have to take our Instagram live then.
No, we're just waiting. We're just drinking liquid carbs.
Yeah, but I have my kid here, so that doesn't really work.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, he's got to eat. I can fix him some food.
I can fix food too.
I can cook. Well, I don't. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me because Buttons Up ain't bringing your pizza, my guy. Like,
Dude, I wasn't getting mad at you, but I gotta feed my son. So I mean, come on, fuck.
I'm not supporting the idea that I want Grayson to eat. Let me put that on. You know, I want,
We all want some pizza.
Yeah, and
We hope Evan
young
shows
men
up
be
shortly.
fed.
What, did I miss something? Did the pick come in?
Well, okay. Chicago's pick came in, and they picked Darrell Wright out of Tennessee.
damn.
Yeah, correct. Darnell Wright. I'm sorry. I don't mean
Yes.
to but that we were talking. That is quite the ascension for that. He was not prognosticated in any mocks in the top 10. So it goes to
Moving
show
up
you.
big.
It goes to show you that like a lot of those experts or people, there's smoke screens everywhere. You never know until Goodell reads that card. Period. And that's the exciting part.
So
Bijan went 8th, you guys. I still can't get over that. Bijan went 8th. Wow. That's a wow factor to me. I've seen some mocks like that, but I know what that noise is.
So Who we got? Titans on the clock?
It's Levis. It's
Levis?
Levis. It's gotta be Levis. It's gotta be Levis.
It would make a lot of sense to have him fall.
You
there.
don't. Yeah, you don't have to move, and you get a quarterback prospect that is in front of. The whole story is that they're out on Malik Willis, which was their third rounder from last year.
For sure.
So Tannehill's not getting any younger. He's been kind of injury prone the last couple of years. You got to get somebody at that position without having to move. You don't move any equity, and you get a potential starter in Will Levis.
I agree.
I don't know how you don't throw that dart.
I think that's the dart to throw. The only other logical, I think, option would be Sharonsky at this pick.
They do need offensive line
Because
help.
they do.
They also are terrible in the secondary. Christian Gonzalez could be another pick right here. They really need a cornerback. I don't know if
Still,
you
Levis,
weigh that
I think,
over the position over
the play.
cornerback or quarterback. I would say, to me, it's Gonzalez, Skoronsky, or Levis. I think I've said this for 3 minutes now, 4 minutes now. It has to be Levis. I think that's the higher of the three. That's my bigger percentage of happening. But I think any of those three is where, they can
with Tannehill getting older and not being... He didn't finish the season last year, obviously.
Right, yeah. Willis, fucking Josh Dobbs
they took a swing on him in the later rounds, and he obviously wasn't ready. Sure, you could see if he progresses, but still, that's such a big if. Quarterback seems like the play if you're Tennessee.
It's the one that the fan base could be the least skeptical with. Like, we know we all need a quarterback, right? The casual Titan fan knows you need a quarterback. No luck?
No.
Didn't realize you were in such a dead zone.
I knew that. It's always been kind of...
Titans pick is in. We still
What
waiting.
up, Greeny? Kaipa.
He's got to be thrilled, though, with
Reddick.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my god, yeah. All of the old heads in New York are fucking jazzed about that. Yeah, see, at least now they've started putting spoiler and you have to click into it. The first notification was like, they drafted this person. You're like, bah! Like, I knew Bryce Young
Look away.
15 minutes before it happened.
Avert your eyes.
We all knew that one was going to happen anyway. But.
Yeah.
Dude, Pub and Sub, we love y'all, but where you at? We're gonna get some overcooked pizza.
Another great local spot, though.
Do they make good sandwiches too? Pretty
Good
good
sandwiches,
wings?
good pizza,
Pretty
good
good
wings.
wings.
And the beer flows.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's got a cool little spot right there on the corner too.
Close to the U University.
Yeah. Okay, alright, so what do you got, Downey? What are we doing here?
I think Will Levis.
Right?
think we're in
Like, that
agreement.
has to be it, right?
I mean, with all the speculation of them trying to possibly trade for Lance, Levis would just make sense here.
You didn't have to move to get a quarterback prospect. I don't know where,
This feels like the Patriots last season.
Mac Jones,
with Mac
Jones falling to him
Yeah.
at 10? Sure.
The 11th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Peter Skoronsky.
Oh, go with the
So
offensive
Levis
line.
keeps on falling.
Keeps on falling. That was
Levis
one
keeps
of the
falling.
other three that I had pinned right there.
He's
Yeah.
the best offensive lineman on the board.
After, yeah.
He can cover a lot of
I'm
different
very
positions.
surprised Wright went above Skoronsky, though.
Me too.
I really am.
I am
Me too.
I thought Skronsky would have been off the board. I was surprised that Paris Johnson was at 5.
That Cardinals
Yeah.
traded up for him. Yeah, for sure.
It's-
Trading down to trade him. Oh, God. Things happen. You know,
Things are happening.
things are happening.
All good though.
It's all good. It's all good, you guys. We didn't draft a quarterback.
Yeah, both
We were
our
heavily-
Seattle and
we were-
Raider fans are happy
We
about
were
not
heavily
drafting their quarterbacks
considering
at the top
drafting
picks.
Anthony Richardson, though, is what I heard out of that camp.
Off the board though.
He
They don't have
was,
to
yeah.
worry about
He
it.
was. Thank you, Colts.
Yeah.
Because I know you're not going to develop that kid. You're not.
It'd be
Andrew
so
Luck
cool.
came in ready to go. You didn't have to develop shit there. And since he's left, you guys have done nothing but bring in old, aged quarterbacks.
Different coach, different offensive systems.
Sure.
Same
Still,
GM.
still, yeah. Still the Colts.
Same owner.
I mean, Peyton Manning is one of the greatest, quarterbacks to ever do it, and he wore a Colts jersey for almost 2 decades. So it's not to say that they can't have success at the position, but big question mark. We'll revisit this draft. What you want to say? 2-3 years later, see what Richardson. He could pop. Shit, I could eat a big old bag,
But that's definitely one of the riskier picks in the top 10.
Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that Richardson was the riskiest of the prospect, but his ceiling is so high.
Yep.
The best way, shout out to Joe Klatt, was basically saying you live with difficulties in 4, 5s, and 6s, and that's where he struggles. But he has the ability to turn it up to 9 and 10 a lot easier than some of the other prospects. So that's what you're playing on. The ceiling is super fucking high.
Gotta think Gardner Minshew, though, is playing a lot of games this season.
Yep, he's starting the whole season.
I would think so. I would think so.
Maybe Richardson at the end once they're out of it.
Lions are here, so we'll see what they do.
Well, let's see. They haven't made a first pick yet. They've traded both. They traded.
Yep. Could be Gonzalez.
Trade out of 6.
Ooh.
Could
Gonzalez
be
is right there.
Could be Levis.
Levis. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Levis. I lean more towards Gonzalez at this spot.
Could
Yeah,
be Lucas
I would
Van
agree
Ness.
with
They
that.
could bring Lucas Van Ness
Yeah,
here.
it's
That
not
could be
a bad
another
pick.
pick.
Yep.
Lucas
Could be
Van Ness.
Kalijah Cansey. They could go interior.
Another option there for sure.
I don't think you're going to see a linebacker.
No.
They do need a tight end, but I don't think you draft a
this
tight
high.
end 12.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Maybe with
Yeah.
their second
Maybe
pick.
at the second pick or whatever.
Because
that
they're at
is.
18, right?
Yep.
Again, so
They're
they're
at
pretty
18.
close. Yeah, they're coming up close.
We got it going on.
Gibbs, running back. Holy
Holy
shit.
shit. This was a huge jump.
Wow, you could have got him at 20. That is a reach and a
I
half
got
there.
There's-
Montgomery,
Wow, that is
Swift,
a
and
reach.
Gibbs now?
That's a reach.
Damn.
They did sign
backfield
David
is
Montgomery.
loaded, though.
I know that they moved on from Jamal Williams.
That's a reach.
But
They got Montgomery from the Bears.
Yeah, agreed.
You
And
coulda got
with
him at-
DeAndre Swift still
You
there.
could have got him at 20. That's
I think so. I
think
think
so,
he would have been
too.
available at
He
20
would
as
have
well.
been-
Here's our first true reach of the draft for
Yeah.
sure.
that was for sure.
Agreed.
the
That's for
first
sure the biggest reach
big
so
reach of the
far.
draft.
Yeah.
100%.
It's not that he's bad. It's just that once again, what we're saying is that
Running
Detroit kind of
backs.
has some good backs already. That's not a good value pick.
So you go
Not at 12.
So are we looking Lucas
Gibbs
Van
went
Ness
12.
here? Or are we looking
13.
Oh shit!
or
dude.
or tight end or receiver?
I like.
Defensive player, tight end or receiver.
Well, the Packers are notorious for taking defensive.
Yeah, I like
I think that
defensive
they probably wanted one of those tackles. I think that they were probably aiming for Skoronski. He just got picked. I say you go with. Oh man, I don't. They lost Tanya and they did lose their TE1, but this is a very early spot to take tight ends. But we just saw the second running back come off. What do I know about value picks? Dude, I don't know anything about the NFL apparently. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, the Packers definitely need a tight end, but I don't know if that's the value at
Get
this
your
spot.
line ready. So I can make a
So,
call.
I mean, maybe it is Van Ness at that spot.
Is
Hey,
it
if you
Van-
guys, I appreciate you guys. I hope you're watching the draft at
Let me
home.
know.
Let us know what the craziest pick you think that has happened so far is, because you've seen all of our reactions, and you're going to continue over the next, 12 to well, shit. How many
I
picks?
think that
we still got
craziest
a
pick
whole second half.
was that last pick, though.
Wow,
Even
big
like,
time. Wow.
Bijan was early, but it was still like people still had him projected to
You
go high
have
because he was
so
a top
many more
talent.
needs as well as Detroit. It's
Sure.
It's the fact that you overskip needs. You put a lot. There's so much talent out there. Do we hear anything?
They said it's on the way. I said, dude, that's 2 hours ago, you guys. They said, oh, well, we had another delivery of 40 pizzas. Well, then somebody should have said something, and I would have
40
fucking...
pizzas.
And I would have ordered
God
somewhere else.
Damn.
They told you they had one delivery of 40 pizzas?
Yeah, they didn't tell me when I ordered. Otherwise, we'd have ordered somewhere else.
No
We've been waiting
kidding.
for 2 hours.
I
I ordered
agree.
it at 4:36.
No,
God
we've been
damn.
live for an hour and 50 minutes.
That's a lot of pizza.
Yeah, and they charged me too, so I was like, dude, that's a fucking huge chunk of change coming out of my fucking...
100%. They better bring a free pizza.
I told him, he's like, oh, sorry, man. I was like, dude, whatever, dude.
What about a stripper? No?
Fuck
Shit.
That
Alright,
pisses
well,
me
you
off.
know.
All right,
I'm talking to two married men. We don't need any strippers around here.
Packers, what do we got going on here? Are we
What do
taking...
you think?
I don't know. You don't take an offensive player ever.
They haven't. They're
But
notorious
now
for
you
that.
have a
They're
receiver.
notorious for
But
that.
now you have a receiver, and you don't really have very many offense. Christian Watson, I'm huge on. Romeo Dubs, I'm huge on, obviously.
Yeah, they got two guys that
Shout
look
out
like
to
they
you,
could
And
be
then you
promising.
got Dylan and Jones.
Oh yeah, no. The only
Running backs are good.
The only offensive weapon that they're missing is tight end.
end.
Did you take one at
but
13?
there aren't any other receivers either. You only have the two. You got
Right.
like, nothing else
So
back there.
Johnston, Addison.
I think it's either
Flowers.
I think it's JSN.
Yeah, Jigba is still on.
I think it's
Smith and
JSN,
Jigba's still
Lucas.
here.
Van
It's either
Ness.
JSN, Lucas, and or
Oh, okay.
And
They just
or
showed us
Kincaid.
Aaron Rodgers today. Dude, that's gonna be insane to watch Aaron Rodgers parade around in a fucking Jets jersey, dude. That's just weird.
Kincaid, JSN, Kincaid, or Lucas. It's got to be one of those three.
I've been thinking about taking a flyer on MVP for him on the Jets.
I'm sure the odds are forever in your favor on
That's a good pick. That's a good
I
pick.
mean, the odds would be nice. And
It's one of
I think
those
he's
where
gonna have a
you could be
year.
like, I lost it, but if you hit it, you look like a fucking G. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm going to be playing
All right,
some bets
Kyle.
after this draft.
The 13th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness.
Good call.
There you go.
We knew it was gonna be
I still
defense.
thought.
We knew it was gonna be defense.
I still thought. You can get a good tight end in the
Look at
second
that
round.
shirt. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
dude you
Hold
got
on,
Sam
man,
Laporta.
ladies.
Sam Laporta you called out the other week on the pod. There's a lot of good tight ends in the second round. I thought Lucas Van Ness in my mock. I had Lucas going to the Cardinals at whatever, so that's why I didn't think he'd fall here. I wide Cardinals trade at 12 to
Okay.
Tennessee.
That's right.
I had Van Ness either going to the Packers or the Patriots. I kind of felt
Patriots go offensive line here.
he was
right?
right around that spot.
Wow.
Roger Jones.
I mean, they could go in edge as well. Their pass
Or do they
rushing
take the
was so
receiver? They have no
lackluster.
receivers. They
Right,
go Jones here. Do they go the Broderick Jones? Do they go receiver? What?
What do you think?
Oh my god, the Patriots are another one of those teams that has so many holes, man. Holy shit. Like,
And the Patriots are one of those teams that sometimes they just pick somebody off everyone else's
Christian
board.
Gonzalez is sitting right there. You playing an AFC East that
big.
just Aaron Rodgers just joined. You gotta go and get somebody to protect that back end.
Washington's got to be sitting there in a Kyle Pitts going,
Dude,
oh,
rubbing
fuck,
their hands, dude. They
Christian
have-
Gonzalez, could he
right?
fall all
Oh,
the way
dude,
to
they
us?
need a corner. They have.
That's who I have in my mock
No,
going
that-
to
if-
Washington.
Really,
Even-
you had him falling that far.
Even the
huh?
Jets.
Wow.
What happened to the Jets? Put Christian on the other side of Chris Sauce.
Wow.
That
I
could
know
be
their
something.
but their
That could be
offensive line
something.
needs help. They got to protect Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron's not moving around as much as he
So
wants.
Jones
gotta
would be
be
the
the
pick
pick.
there, right? If he
And
if
Wes
he doesn't
Jones
come
doesn't
off
go
here,
here.
Jones would be the pick right there almost instantly, right? Like okay.
Trade alert. Of course, they're
Trade
trading.
alert.
Wow.
Oh shit! Here we
Fuck.
go.
Here comes Seattle.
What you
Here
got?
comes Seattle.
Nah.
Steelers.
Christian Gonzalez.
They've been rumored to be needing a cornerback hard.
They need offensive line though too.
Anton Harrison, Osiris Torres.
I feel like they could have
inside or
waited on
outside.
those picks though.
Okay.
So maybe
so then
corner
they're
is
not
the play.
trading up to take an offensive lineman, is what you're telling me?
I mean, it's definitely one of their needs, but I don't know if you trade up. I mean, it's hard to tell with the way this draft's going.
No kidding, dude. We had Jahmyr Gibbs go fucking 12th overall.
I mean, I know Porter's on their board. Gonzalez has got to be on their board.
Joey Porter would have fell though.
Right. That's what I think both those picks would have felt.
Man.
Offensive or corner. That's why
Man.
it's surprising to
It's
see him
gonna
trade
work
up
out.
here.
It's gonna work out. Knock on wood for the Seahawks to take Hendon Hooker. Let's go.
Pittsburgh doesn't trade up often either.
They do not. The last time I think they did was for Devin Bush, who is now actually a Seahawk this year. So there's that. Oh my God! I keep dropping things, y'all. Got no hands. Butterfingers. Butterfingers. What are we gonna do for our next round, bro? We gonna go another beer? I'm thinking maybe like a Celsius or something. Offsetter.
I mean, we could.
I'm feeling real
have
good, you guys. I fucking
another
love
dirty
everything about
rookie.
this. We're a little late on the pizza, but everything else has been fantastic. This draft has been nuts. There is
dude.
not a single mock that has been close to this, you guys.
No.
Like,
Nobody had these trades.
No, come on.
There was
dude.
other trades that seemed
Sure,
more
a little bit more
likely.
logical. Right.
These trades, illogical.
Especially with who they've been taking. The Cardinals trade up to take the tackle and Paris Johnson, who we would have thought would have been there.
Yeah.
We see a trade for Darnell Wright. It gets taken 10th overall after the Eagles swap to move up one pick to take Jalen Carter, who's still there at 9. What a crazy draft.
I didn't even have him right going in my first round.
That's what I'm saying. I think I had him back end first round. I think I'm like 28, 29-ish.
I was waiting for second for him.
I mean,
I was wrong,
wow.
obviously.
Wow, there's a premium on that position. We understand that, but gosh darn, man, there have been some very interesting movements. It goes to show you don't know the evaluation process the way that you think you do, and you don't know who values who. You don't know who's on top of whose board. You just don't. Clearly not. I mean, I think Miles Murphy could have been a top 10 pick. I think Nolan Smith could have been a top 10 pick. I think Nolan Smith might be the pick here. Oh my God.
Pizza is here. Oh boy.
Alright.
We about it.
So, I think I say what we do to respect the process is we rotate on eating. I don't say we eat in front of the camera, because that's just rude and gross. Y'all don't
Have
want
they
to
made the
watch
pick?
this.
Not
No.
yet. We're still
It's
waiting.
in, but we have not heard it.
Okay.
They draft Will Levis. Fuck you, Kenny Pickett.
Nah, I don't. That would be the biggest.
Oh, dude, that would be over Jahmyr Gibbs for sure. That would be just an absolute what the fuck moment, no doubt.
Yeah, it was.
Pick is in though.
They were just late.
Super late. 2 hours.
2 hours of a day.
2 hours of a day.
That's 1/12 of my day that I waited
I'm
for
not
this
sure
pizza.
if this is the right button or not.
Yep.
It's
There
the
we
right
go.
button.
We're in
I
done.
hit it just right, baby. Just right. Just
2
right.
hours of a day.
Okay, bud.
Patriots have traded the 14th pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
For who?
With the 14th pick in the 2023
Christian
NFL
Gonzalez.
Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Broderick Jones.
Roderick Jones, get that tackle.
Wow, get up, move the tackle.
Okay.
Good pick. Good pick.
Because they did sign some guards, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised Wright went before Broderick Jones. I am.
Yeah, me
That
too.
too.
I'm not.
I know you're not. You called right there. You evaluated it properly. I'll give you roses, man.
That's surprising.
The Patriots, or not the Patriots, but the Steelers moving up for him.
Yeah.
All right, so who we got on the clock?
The Jets
The
are now
Jets.
on the clock. Jets.
Everything-
Rogers.
Well, maybe not. Actually, them trading up for Broderick Jones makes sense to get in front of the Jets because the Jets are taking the
Wanted
tackle.
very much to take a
So
tackle.
is Anton
Anton Harrison
Harrison
is the next, I would say, tier
Correct.
available.
or they go defense. So you got Christian Gonzalez
Could
or Nolan Smith.
Ooh, both of those are really good value at the 15th pick. Both of those are very good value at the 15th pick.
Great call, Chuck, but you're struggling offensive line wise.
Yeah, I think with acquiring Rodgers, you want to make sure that you got the protection for him. With Mekhi Becton missing the games that he has,
I do too. I agree.
No, I agree, but you just got robbed. You just got
Yeah, Sundugal is one of the better draft
that's
moves.
exactly no. The Steelers knew. The Steelers knew what the Jets wanted to do.
I still thought cornerback would have been because they lost Sutton. You know, Sutton was
No,
a
I
big
agree.
move for them.
With Gonzalez right there, that's what we were talking about.
Yep.
That could either well, you pair him with oh my god, with Fitzpatrick, Mika Fitzpatrick, that could have been a great tandem right there, right? Like
another need for
yeah,
sure.
dude. I mean, I get it. Protect your asset. You drafted a quarterback last year. You did bring in some guards. I know that they brought some interior in during the offseason, so
You said earlier, Chuck, about the defensive end pick when we were talking about like we think it's a deeper draft, so maybe hold off on. We were talking earlier.
Tomlin's got an
This
eye.
could be the
Tomlin's
exact-
got an eye. Sure.
This could be that they have the first pick in the
Offense
second.
first, defense second.
They have the
Sure.
first pick in the second round.
There you go. Okay.
So now
33
so
or
now
32 overall.
So now
this
a
year.
lot of us would have had two
Right,
corners,
fucking Miami.
if not three corners off the board with Joey Porter Jr. So now you saw Christian Gonzalez and Joey Porter Jr. on your cornerbacks are starting
I
to
thought
really
right
fall.
here is where the quarterbacks were going. Deontay Banks,
There's gonna-
Joey Porter Jr.,
Forbes,
Emmanuel
there's going to be a
Forbes.
run. You have all four
I
of them on
think
the
they're-
board still.
Yep.
And we already took one at 20, so you know Seattle's not shopping for another cornerback. Like, there's no way we don't go corner. Come on.
There, you're
right?
Will Levis to 20.
Why the fuck would we want Will Levis?
Why do you think Todd McShay moved over to this draft? Do you think something happened with the ABC show?
Is that where he was?
He's
Well,
usually-
ABC and ESPN are shared.
But they do.
companies,
But they
so-
do different things.
Right.
He usually does the college one. He just
So
jumped
maybe
in.
he was like, you know, I want to go shout out my boys at ESPN, dog. What's up?
What's up?
What's happening? What's happening, Mr. Lewis Riddick and Mel Kiper?
Washington's sitting there even more hype now because now they get Joey Porter or Christian Gonzalez when they might have had to
If
take
Gonzalez falls to you right there, come on, dude. Who
Banks. New England trades back.
Who
So is
could
New
have been
England looking
the
at the other
first
one?
cornerback off the
Is New England looking at the other one now?
Maybe. It all depends on what the Jets do right here.
Well,
I have no
and
idea what the Jets are going to
With
do right here.
the tackles going, maybe the Jets even trade back.
Sure. They don't find the value in the position that they need. It all depends.
Because Anton Harris is
Right,
more of a
right.
late first round.
For the rest of these picks, it's going to be.
value over need.
I would think so. It depends.
Well, it
You
depends
don't-
what you look for. Value over need. Are you looking need or are you looking value?
I'm looking.
I mean, if you like your guy, you just go with your guy.
Sure. No. In the overall, the way the draft has to work is if you're there and the guy that you have evaluated high is there, who cares what anybody else says? Tom Brady was 199 overall. Nobody knows shit. There's 198
Joe
picks
Davis.
before him.
Joel Davis was a late round pick.
So many. There's so many. Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman were 5th round picks. You know what I mean? Like, Richard Sherman specifically was, you know, all pro. Like, Cam Chancellor was dope, but, like, Richard Sherman had 3 years where he was untouchable. I got you.
No, you guys.
Throw.
I'll grab another and then I'll switch out.
I need a Celsius, sir. Throw me something light.
Then I'll switch out.
Copy that.
Sounds good.
You good, buddy?
Yeah,
Pizza
you-
is good though when it came for the much money as it came for it 2 hours late, so it better be fucking good.
You heard it here first. Late but delicious.
Late but good.
You know what? We'll take it. What are the Jets gonna do here, you guys? What are the Jets gonna do here?
Got
I
3
don't know.
minutes
I have not
on
the
the clock.
slightest clue. With Broderick Jones going off right there, their biggest need is tackle. It really was.
It really
do you
is.
reach for that position now, or do you take best available? I think you pair with Sauce and you take Christian Gonzalez right here. I really do. I think that is Miles Murphy coming off the edge. You have Quinnen Williams in the middle. You could use an edge rusher. I know they drafted Jermaine Johnson in the first round, but last year. So I mean, they obviously have some wiggle room. They have a lot of different ways that they could go.
Those
But-
are.
Trevor, you want Celsius or do you want 805?
Let
These
me
are the
just-
hardcore Celsius. These are the 8%ers.
8%ers, y'all.
I'll try that.
Okay, we're all doing
I'm good with
8%ers.
8%ers, y'all.
All right, boys, switch out, rotate, go
You
for
want to eat? You hungry?
Either one. You or me.
There's wings.
You go get it. We'll
wings,
just go. We'll
wings
work down.
and pizza.
We'll work down the line.
All right.
There's wings and
All right.
pizza.
Trevor's gonna step out and eat once again because we don't want to be eating on camera, y'all. That shit's gross.
You'll hear his audio, but
Yeah, he'll give commentary from the side. He
From
just
the
wants to see his
side.
pretty. He wants to see his pretty face for a little bit.
Jets taking it down to 150. Wow.
Which means you think they're trying to negotiate a trade?
Who's that?
There's Nolan Smith. I'm pretty sure it's Nolan Smith. He's playing cards. Him and his lady, or maybe his mama. I don't know. Nolan Smith, yeah, for sure. She bummed.
Nolan Smith could be the pick.
I
here.
saw
I think that there's.
Moxie, you going as high as
I
10.
think they're pretty bummed about the. I think they're pretty bummed about the run on offensive line where Paris Johnson goes 5, and then Darryl Wright
Dude,
goes.
if Nolan Smith falls to the Seahawks, I will shit my pants. That will be such a lovely fucking
Please don't do
pick.
that in my house, but yes.
I'll leave the house and then shit my pants. And
Thank
then come
you.
back in without pants. Watch out for that, y'all.
They're up. I mean, did they still get?
They're stoked. They made a pick, so they made a pick, is what that means.
But they're still like they must have. They must have wanted Broderick Jones offensive line. You got to
Yeah,
protect.
no, I
Aaron.
agree. I agree. That's what Trevor and I were saying.
They
Is
got to
that-
protect Aaron.
Right, no, Broderick. So what do you do here? Now that you have to pivot, what do you do? I think Christian Gonzalez is probably the best value pick you got right here. I really
Yeah, I don't
do.
know if you go offensive.
back.
I don't know if you go
What was
offensive
that?
line here.
Trade back.
Trade back. Trade back, says Trev from the corner.
I don't know if you go offensive. Okay. Back up.
Okay.
Good job eating your pizza. I don't know if you go. I mean, you go Anton Smith and overdraft and overdraft here at the line offensive line position.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do you overvalue specifically the position, or do you take best available is Christian Gonzalez right here, right? Come on. To pair with Sauce, if you got two true
Correct.
number one shutdowns, holy shit, dude. That's what we're trying to do with Witherspoon.
Make-A-Wish.
Make a wish. This is an awesome thing that they do. These kids are so pumped to come on here and do this. I love it.
This kid looks good, man. Look at that
He's got
green
the
shit.
jet
That
green,
looks
look
good.
at
Looks
that,
damn good.
dude.
Looks damn good. Clean. Tailored
Yep.
suit. Appreciate you, kid. I don't have a suit that nice.
Fuck no.
I don't have a tie that nice. Look at his shoes. Got nice
Is
shoes.
his shoes
too.
green? I
No,
can't
his
see
shoes.
colors.
No, his shoes are nice, like tan.
Okay. I
Like
can't
like
think of it.
like a tan leather.
It's too sparkly.
No,
for
he
me to
looked
see.
good.
There
Kid
we
looked
go.
good. Shout out, kid. All right, here we go. Here we go. Unmute us.
Thank you, Mr. Goodell. I'd also like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight.
Good job, kid. We're pulling for you.
With the 15th
Oh, here we go.
in the 2023 NFL Draft,
Hopefully the
New
person's there.
York
Yeah, dude, get it.
Will McDonald,
Oh, huge! Over Nolan Smith. Over Nolan. That's another reach.
That's way. That's.
I thought Will McDonald's a late first rounder.
I thought he was a late first rounder. I had him
Nolan
going
Smith's the
30th.
same
I had him
dude.
going 30th to the Eagles.
That's a great pick. I one of my mocks I had him going to 31 to the Chiefs.
Me too. Calm down.
I think that's
That is a reach. That is a reach.
with Nolan Smith on the board.
I
Still,
agree.
that's a reach.
They must have liked him.
Yeah, I mean he's good, but
Dude, so nothing changes in Washington's plans right here. I don't think. I think that they have. Once Christian Gonzalez has got to be like, what do I got to do to get drafted? Like, fuck, man.
well, no corners are leaving off the board yet. You know, I mean,
Wow, it's true. I thought this was a corner-rich draft. I thought we were going to see a massive run on corners, and we've only seen one. Just Witherspoon, 5th
Yeah.
overall. Wow. Okay. So then, oh man. Okay. Detroit still has that 18th pick.
yeah,
So if I'm Seattle,
this has got to be Christian Gonzalez.
I'm
I mean, we've been
Seattle
wrong
at
all
20.
day.
I know I got a little ways to go, but Nolan Smith, if he's still there, Kalijah Cansey's still on the board. Like,
Commander picks in.
yeah, it
I
should
don't
be.
know how it, I
It
don't know
should
how
be
it, I don't
quick.
know how it couldn't be Christian Gonzalez.
I don't within the NFC East where you're fighting against guys like Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. Like, you got some Daniel Jones just got Darren Waller. They're gonna try to sling it around the yard a little bit. Like, wow, what a pick! That's a reach, you guys. It might
Maybe
work
not
out.
a
He might be a
huge
stud,
reach,
but
It's still a little bit of a reach with Nolan Smith on the board. I feel
right.
like it's
That's
a
the
reach.
whole point. Is that
I feel like it's a reach
so?
with
So
Nolan.
why is he falling then? Why would you go one or the other? What do you think the cause for the fall?
I don't know. Is it the pectoral injury that happened last year that they're worried he's not coming back? Kuiper loves Nolan or McDonald, Will McDonald. That's why they're laughing on the show. Kuiper loves Will McDonald, but I still thought Nolan Smith. I thought that speed because he was a top pick before he got hurt. So when he got hurt, he fell. I don't know. Are they worried about the injury to the pec? Is that why he's falling? Will Levis still sit in the
I
back?
thought that was N'Kobe Dean that had the pec injury.
He might have had an injury like that too, but Nolan Smith had
also
tore his
did?
pec
Okay,
earlier in the
okay.
year.
I believe you. I remember that being about N'Kobe Dean. Like, wow, I had mocked Nolan Smith up at 10. So this to me is a fall. Like Jahmyr Gibbs went 12th overall. You guys, there's not. You could have given me 100 mocks. I wouldn't have put Jahmyr Gibbs in my top 31. I wouldn't have put him in tonight.
I actually mocked him going to the Bengals at the end of the first round.
Okay, 28, right?
Yep.
28? Okay,
Yep.
but that's still 18
Not-
or
yeah.
or 16 picks. Holy shit, dude. All right, I'm going to go take my eating break, everybody. Wow.
Yeah, just tagged checkout.
Whoop, whoop. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Yeah, Grayson put him on, so they're a little low.
He sure did.
All right, so your Commanders picks in. What are you thinking, Trev? Is it Christian here? I mean, we've been wrong on a ton of picks. People are going sideways, left and right. What do they have at tight end? Offensively, receiver-wise, they're pretty set. I mean, we got Broderick off the board there. Oh, man, I mean, we don't have a tight end off the board yet. We have no receivers off the board yet. We have 2 running backs off the board. Will Levis up probably isn't going here unless the Commanders go sneaky. New England, do they go Will Levis? Does Detroit go Will Levis? I mean, how far does he fall? Does somebody trade back in to get him? Or does he fall all the way to the Vikings?
Oh, that would be nuts.
I mean, Will Levis literally, I mean, where does the fall stop right now? I mean, if we're looking, we got Washington, we got New England, and then we got Detroit in the next 3. Where does the Will Levis fall stop? After Detroit at 18, you got Tampa. Seattle taking him at 20. The Chargers aren't taking him. Baltimore's not taking him. Is it Minnesota? After that,
it definitely has to be a consideration here with Washington. Gonzalez, I know, is on the board, but Washington does need a quarterback to help fill out that room. Levis kind of makes sense here.
It does.
I don't know though. Sam Howell is not. I mean, he showed some decent stuff last year. Do you think that you use this pick and you alienate
I mean, you
that?
got to feel real good about Sam Howell if you're not making Levis the pick here.
yeah, and then I think we're in a weird spot with the
I've said
Levis
this
thing.
last 3 picks, but I think this is Gonzalez.
Yeah,
That's where I had him
I would have
going.
thought Gonzalez would have went way earlier, but we also
Agreed.
didn't have all 4 of our tackles off the board I had my 4th tackle put off the board at 19.
Yeah, these trades have been nuts.
You know, and I don't know, is everybody's view on the tackle to where you stop at Broderick Jones and then there's that huge, like, is Anton Harrison that huge difference?
I think that Antoine is a first-round tackle. So, I mean, it's possible.
Because then you have DeWin Jones from Ohio State, who's more of a right tackle, because he played right tackle as Paris played left last year. I mean, you have also Cody Mouch out of North Dakota State, but some people say he's a guard, some people say he's a tackle.
I really don't think tackle is the pick here.
I think it's either corner. I mean, the Will Levis fall has started.
Yeah.
Where does it end? Who trades up? Does it end at Minnesota?
I can't see him slipping past there. Again, I think it's a real option here for
Pick is in. Roger Goodell is all coming up, boys
NFL draft.
and
Here
girls.
we go.
The Washington Commanders select Emmanuel Forbes.
Forbes.
Over Gonzalez? Holy shit.
Forbes over Gonzalez.
They like
over
that ball
Banks.
hawking ability.
Dude, that's...
Forbes had like 12 picks.
Dude, he's a stud, but
Yeah.
I didn't think he's over Gonzalez. I had him as my number 3
Wow.
corner, I think.
What?
No, I had him as my 4 corner, because
I
I
had
said
him as
Joey
my
Porter
4.
Right.
Jr.
Yep.
A new quarterback. So quarterbacks are going to go hot though right here. I bet you that.
So they all start. Well, I don't know. I mean, we all call cornerback here.
I don't know anything anymore.
Patriots are on the clock.
The pick's in. It's Christian. I don't know. I thought Christian Gonzalez was gone a long time ago.
So they went corner, just not the one that we thought.
So yeah, correct. They went corner because
Could
we
be
had. I had them
there.
taking corner in every mock. I had the
Oh, I agree. I just with Christian Gonzalez right there. Wow.
correct. I had Washington corner in every mock. It just depended on what corner was there at that point in time.
Me
Joey
too.
Porter Jr. Definitely didn't think that. Is this JSN or are you going corner again? Is this the run on corners like you said? Because Detroit didn't take a corner.
I still don't know how Christian Gonzalez is on the board. I don't understand it.
I know Emmanuel Forbes is a ball hawker.
I don't understand it.
Emmanuel Forbes is a ball hawker, but man, that 166 weight wise is not conducive. I know he played in the SEC. 166 pounds is not a big guy.
For sure. Had the as far as the fucking play on the field, he was there. He's just a little light in the pants.
It looks like that War Room is not very happy with their own selection. They look kind of bummed.
Ron Rivera's shaking people's hands. They're all shaking people's hands. Is
Yeah,
the new
but
owner
we've
there?
seen motherfuckers clapping and screaming and jumping, and they're just like, moo, moo.
See what Patriots got going on next, right? I mean, pick went in real quick, are they like, oh shit, Christian Gonzalez is still here? Like, is that? I mean,
Here goes.
That's what we would think, but the Patriots are kind of a wild card.
The New England Patriots select Christian.
There we go.
Yeah.
Get that corner.
God, dude, he goes there.
That's why that pick was so easy, dude.
Dude, he's going to Bill Belichick.
Look at that guy. Look
Dude,
at
he's
how
a
tall that
stud.
fool is.
He's a
Look at that
stud.
ranginess.
He's a stud. I wish we would have traded back
His
up.
closest comparison was Richard Sherman.
I wish we would have traded
Come
back
on.
up in the first round to get him.
Come on.
I'd have given away my second and third round pick to get him.
So who we got at?
I cannot believe he just fell
And so
apart.
we're Detroit, Tampa, Seattle. Detroit,
back
Tampa,
on the
Seattle.
clock.
Oh my god, dude.
So they took.
I thought they would take Gonzalez if Washington or the Patriots didn't. So who do you have?
Detroit took Gibbs, man.
I
They
don't
gotta
know
go.
what Detroit's
They have to
doing.
go defense here.
I don't know what they're thinking.
They have to go
Fancy?
defense. It's
Kansas.
Kansas.
I like Kansas.
Murphy.
I like Porter Jr.
Miles Murphy is still. I want him. I want Miles Murphy or Nolan
Murphy.
Smith.
I had Murphy going to you.
Murphy or Nolan
I had
Smith.
Murphy going to you. But then you have Tampa coming. Dude, there is still the Will Levis thing. Will Levis could still could be the quarterback.
too.
I got Nolan Smith going to Tampa.
So
Defensively, that could be picked.
Yeah.
I gotta use the restroom.
wings decent, pizza delicious.
Yep.
I got a fuckload of pizza left.
I know. I only had a couple
Alright, me
pieces
too.
I wanted to get back on because I am a slow eater.
I'm a
But
fast
yes, like that pick a lot.
We're coming back, Trev. I promise. I'm coming.
I'll hold it down, I guess.
He's holding down the fort.
Got the Lions on the clock. A lot of ways they can go. A lot of good spot or prospects. at the
Absolutely.
spot.
There's so much talent left on this board. Dude, the fact that we could walk away with Kalijah Cansey or Nolan Smith right here.
You got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I would think so.
A lot of kneecap biters, as Dan Campbell would say.
Dan Campbell. We're going to bite their kneecaps, and then if they push us back down, it doesn't matter. We're going to crawl, we're going to scrap, and we're going to crawl, and we're going to bite more kneecaps.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his guys, I think, are still available at this spot. So which one is it going to be?
Will Levis hanging out. Yeah, not happy.
I mean, that even
Dude, his
would
mom's
be.
got some guns, though. Check that.
I missed it. I missed it.
Oh, man.
Detroit's still on
makes
the-
sense, because Will Levis is diced.
Detroit's still on the clock. Like, what are we
I gotta eat some more food.
What are we gonna do at this point in time with him? Like, how far does he
Well,
fall?
thanks for the comeback. I got this, I guess. Let's go.
Um,
All right, Detroit, you got 5 minutes. Who's your guy?
he doesn't go past Minnesota, correct? Will Levis can't fall past Minnesota.
No, I don't think so. I don't see how.
Detroit has to go defense here. They had a great offense. Not a great offense. They had a really good offense during the regular season. How do you not try to improve the defense that was awful here? I mean, there's a lot of picks here that you could take. I was hoping they would take a tight end, but that's off the board now. You took a running back. You can't take tight end here. Go for it.
I'll be right back.
You can't take tight
I
end
don't
here.
think that. Yeah.
Are you can't?
Although I thought that was a. I'm sorry, no
Are you-
flag.
are
I
you
thought that
can't-
was a position of need
Are
because
you
they traded
Cansey?
Hawkinson.
Are you Cansey or are you Nolan Smith? I thought Nolan Smith was. I would have taken.
Honestly, as a Seahawk fan, I want one of those two. So I'm hoping.
But you're in two. You got Tampa next.
right. So
Um,
I mean, as long as it doesn't go Cansey Smith, I'll be happy.
is the Will Levis? Is somebody trading up to get Will Levis, or the Vikings?
I don't think
taking
so.
him?
I think you've clearly watched the fall.
Yeah,
I
the
think-
Vikings
I
taking
don't
him.
think you need to. I
I
think you
agree.
get to chill and take them when you want to.
And that
at
means
this point.
Hendon Hooker would. I was saying like a Raiders, a team that maybe was looking first round at maybe like a quarterback because now the Hendon Hooker now
Chills on
fall.
it now?
Because
Chills
now the
on it
Hendon
now?
Hooker fall
Sure,
is going
sure.
too. Once the Levis fall happens, the Hendon Hooker
I
fall
thought
happens.
you wanted that Jake Hayner pull though.
I love Jake Hayner, but I also thought that I love Jake Hayner. You know, pick 100 or your pick at 109 Raiders. If you don't take the Levis or Hooker, if Hooker falls to you in the second round, I think you got to
To
take
you
Hendon
or
Hooker.
to me?
To me. Also, you.
No,
If
I
you
don't
guys
want
pass
that.
him.
I don't want that at all. I don't
I
want
want
Hendon
Hendon
Hooker to go to the Vegas Raiders.
Right.
I don't want that at all.
But I'm saying if the Raiders, if Hendon Hooker falls you at your pick at 44, you have to take him.
I think he's coming in.
I
at
don't
the
think.
end of the
I think
first
that the
round.
Seahawks need to take him at 30, 5, 7.
37.
I think that he doesn't get past that point either.
Okay.
But I do love my Jake Hainer.
But you're right though. With the Levis fall comes you can
The
wait
Hooker
on
fall has to
Hooker.
happen.
You absolutely
You can't
get to wait.
tell me that
You
Hooker's
absolutely
better than
get to wait.
Levis.
You absolutely get to.
There's no way that Hooker's better than Levis.
I would say he's better. I would say that it's just the recovery. It's the coming off of the injury that throws up the flag. Hendon Hooker has better legs underneath him when he's healthy. Levis has got an arm. He's got a cannon.
And he runs though. Levis is a runner.
Not the same way Hendon Hooker is.
No, Hendon Hooker's not a runner.
He
Hendon Hooker's more of the pocket passer.
He can also in the SEC. You got to move the. What do you think Pete Carroll works best with?
The runner.
Maybe. Doesn't matter.
I think he works better as a runner.
We're taking Nolan.
No, I think that the quarterback that maybe you guys look at now is more the Dorian Thompson from UCLA.
DTR. He's actually not overly touted. He's actually coming in at like the 6th or 7th overall quarterback or some shit.
Or the Max for sure. Or the Max. I'm not a big fan of the Max Duggan. A lot of people
I don't
are.
dislike the DTR talk though. I think that's kind of the same systematic. That's the Anthony Richardson light right?
So,
like that's the whole concept.
Right.
Bigger
So
body, decent, good arm.
You guys don't, but these two hear me bang on quarterbacks that play all the time in college football and running backs that don't play all the time. I want the quarterback that plays, and I want the running back that doesn't have a lot of carries.
Right.
DTR starts for 5 years.
Forever and a half, yeah, absolutely.
Jake Hainer starts for 4 years. Those are quarterbacks that remind me of a Brock Purdy type guy.
When you've seen a lot of defensive coverages, you're better prepared to take it on. 13 games, Mitch Trubisky. Fucking 13 games.
The Max Duggan.
Anthony Richardson. Oh, yeah.
The Max Duggan reminds me more of the Seattle pick than the DTR as I look at my board, though.
I don't.
With the way Max Duggan runs.
Yes, but that, I mean, I don't know. We
could be a late flyer.
We changed the idea of the undersized quarterback. Like, let's be real. Bryce Young got drafted first overall because Russell Wilson came out and paved that way.
Picks in.
Well, Kyler Murray helped too.
Kyler Murray ain't never won a Super Bowl or a playoff game for that
Drew
matter.
Brees helped.
Drew Brees absolutely helped.
Still, I'm just saying Kyler Murray went number 1 though. Russell Wilson did not.
Yeah, he was 72nd or 73rd. He was somewhere around that.
This is why if you're a quarterback that you know you're not going,
1.8% chance he would be available at pick 18.
But this is that whole Aaron Rodgers fall. You don't go and sit in the green room.
Oh, he went 24th that year too.
Dude, you don't. You got the Brady Quinn effect. You don't go sit in the green room.
Oh my God, dude! Mess this pick up, Detroit. I've been kind of pulling for you, but I hope you don't make the right
I know.
pick
I
here.
picked you to fucking win the division. You picked Gibbs at fucking.
That's weird. That was weird.
You could have got Gibbs right here. If you would have taken Gibbs here, I'd have been like, oh, okay. You took.
Yeah, I don't think any other team would have even come close.
That's why the Bengals
biggest reach. For sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. So far, the biggest reach, no doubt. Oh my God, we still have most of the round left.
But come on, Detroit.
Dude, come on, Detroit. Hit this pick out of the park.
Yeah, win the
Just
North.
not a defensive lineman, Anybody? Oh, shit. I can't take my homerism out of this. If you watch Balls and Brews, you understand that I am Seattle first, you guys. Except for...
Love it. Let's hear it.
Oh. The linebacker.
No way.
That is the Dan Campbell pick. That is a
But
Dan
you could have got
Campbell
that's
pick.
a dude. You could have got him in the second round. That's a second
round.
round pick. I love Jack Campbell. I want him at 44. There's no way I'm taking him in the first round.
Smith or we're gonna get Elijah Cansey.
Dude,
There's no way mathematically it's impossible for that not to happen.
I love Jack
They
Campbell.
must have loved him though.
I love Jack Campbell, but I don't take him in the first round. Love Jack Campbell. Don't take him in the first round.
I mean,
they're overvaluing guys that aren't being overvalued by anybody else. It doesn't matter if they're number 1 on your draft board. It matters where they are on other people's draft boards as well.
Right?
Where's
Kansey? Where's
those
Nolan
Smiths
Smith?
play out
I don't know. You guys, we can get.
Where's Bracey? Where's Murphy?
Oh my God, dude! If we do not get a defensive lineman in this 20 pick, I will lose.
There's no way you're taking. Is this
But
the Will? You're not taking Will
Tampa
Levis
is
here,
on
right?
the clock. Nolan Smith.
They should.
They still need offensive line. They lost a lot. They
too.
lost a little bit of offensive line.
Yeah, Osiris
Harrison
Torrance is still there. Harrison is still there.
I think Harrison comes off.
I cannot believe this first round. You
Picks
guys.
in already.
I cannot
I
believe
think
this
it's.
first
I like.
round.
I like defensive. I like with Lovey or their coach.
Yeah.
Dude, the fact of the matter is that the Seahawks are going to have Kalijah Cansey or Nolan Smith, or potentially both, left on the board.
That wasn't a good
They're
pick
gonna
by
have
Detroit.
good options. Plenty
I
of
think
options.
so.
Couldn't have Detroit got that pick with their pick in the second round?
I think Detroit has reached major on
Twice.
both of their picks. Absolutely, it was very smart to trade down. You gotta go calm him down.
Well, I mean, they hit so well last year. I mean,
Sure, they had a great draft last year.
right.
Absolutely.
And this year's, it appears on the surface not as so well, but
You
if
never
they,
know.
If
We
they
got-
hit again,
I will tell you this. The Seahawks got a C+ the year that they drafted Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, and Russell Wilson, and Robert Turbin all in the same draft. They were all contributing factors on a Super Bowl team.
Yep.
So, I mean, you
really can't
the
trade
instant
the draft
snapshot
for
is
years after.
No, it's very true. You have to see how they develop. You get the instant snapshot based off of the rankings ish, but none of that does mean anything. It doesn't. It does
No, it
not.
doesn't.
Tom Brady was 199. Nobody knows shit. Always remember that.
Who do you have for Buccaneers right now, though?
Oh my god, dude! I think that Breesy is still there. That Maxey out of
Michigan.
Clancy, yeah, I think that
Clancy?
they
could use that
interior
position.
lineman, and
I
besides
had
Jalen
Wright-
Carter, that's the
I
only.
had right there going originally.
I think that well, he gone.
gone.
He way gone. Yeah. I think that the defensive interior, they're so thick right there. There's three guys that we just
lost-
named that could go right there
They lost
on
a ton.
DI.
They lost some offensive linemen.
I think
So
it's
you have-
defense, though.
You have your left tackle who's a stud, Wirfs, but you
Right.
did lose both. Oh, I think you lost maybe both guards this offseason. Shaq Mason and the other guys.
Okay, so you pull Torrance out of Florida. He's the best guard. Or you going because I don't know if the value's there on tackle. You go Harrison. He's the only one really left.
They didn't even get our wing order right. We were
I
supposed to
don't
get
think-
lemon pepper and medium and
There's
we were supposed to get
medium.
hot and lemon pepper.
No, we got barbecue
Yep.
and yeah.
They fucked that up.
I'm gonna have
Pizza was good though.
spend a lot of money for 2 hours.
Do you want me to
No,
throw
you're
in?
good. No, everybody's good. It just
Oh wait. There you go.
Come on with it.
The Tampa Bay
Oh,
Buccaneers
we got it.
select Kalijah Cansey.
It's a great pick.
Fancy.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick.
stab myself.
It's a great pick.
He's a stud, dude.
He is.
Aaron
He's a
Donald
stud.
Light from the same college.
Oh my God, Nolan Smith is sitting right there, Seattle. And so is Miles Murphy.
And Miles
Whichever
Murphy's
one is
sitting
high
there.
graded
One of those
higher.
guys.
The fact that we're getting a premium edge rusher at 20 should be what we're paying attention to.
Yep.
Period.
I got both of
The
them for
only
years,
reach I
too.
would be okay with is we're light on guard, and if we get Torrance, I wouldn't be overly angry at it. It is
I
a
don't-
reach, but it's not the worst reach that I could think of.
Right.
So
I think you guys got to go Murphy or Nolan.
I agree
Murphy
too.
and
What? So who? So Levis? Yeah, right. I know. Come on, fuck me, right? If we're taking a
I think
quarterback,
it's
it's
one of
Hooker.
the- I think it
if
should
we're
be-
taking a quarterback, it better be fucking Hooker.
I think it should be
NFL
Nolan Smith or
comparison:
Murphy.
Aaron Donald. Look at that.
Yeah. No. Same school.
Same school, same
Size.
size.
Sure. No, it
Short
makes
guy
too
with
much sense. It makes too much sense. It makes too
big
much
play.
sense to make that comparison.
Okay, so we go 21 the Chargers, we go 22 at Baltimore, and then we have at 23 with Minnesota. There's no way he can get past here, right? Will
yeah.
Levis.
I think Minnesota's the play at this point.
Where else does he fall? You don't have.
Well,
another-
Chargers and the Ravens aren't taking him.
I mean, unless somebody wants to trade in front of Minnesota.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can see Minnesota not taking him on the idea that they want to put talent around Minnesota, and we haven't
They
seen
have no
any,
defense
Have we
in
seen a
Minnesota.
receiver
Yeah.
come off yet?
No defense,
Have we
no
seen
receivers.
a receiver come off?
So we have no receiver.
No receiver.
No receivers and no tight ends can come off the board
Wow.
yet.
And 2 running backs.
No guards, no centers.
NFL undervalues running backs. Yeah,
2
right.
DNs, 2 outside linebackers. More
Oh my God,
surprising.
Seattle! If you do not take Nolan Smith, that is the clear pick here, you guys.
More surprising
This is the clear
is
pick.
more surprising the 2 running backs or the
Absolutely.
1 linebacker.
2 running backs. 2
I
running
would have
backs.
said the one linebacker.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
they're both super surprising.
2 running backs. There's not a
I had
single
two
mock.
run-
There's you
I
did?
had 2 coming off the board.
Okay.
I had Gibbs coming off the board to
He was.
Bengals.
I heard a lot. That's right. You were saying that earlier. I'm sorry.
And
I heard that he's very good, and I was kind of hoping that we could sneak him in at the top of the
and
second
that's what I
round.
told you last night. I thought
Yeah.
you could have got him at 37.
I do agree with you. Like,
Maybe
I don't
Detroit
think
thought that too.
I saw a mock draft of linebacker.
I
in
had
the
saw
first
one,
round.
and it
I didn't
was
see
it was one.
either.
It was either Sanders or Simpson,
Simpson, right.
going to the Buffalo
Okay.
because they lost Edmonds.
Yeah.
So I saw those, and I actually mocked him in my 3.0 of them taking Clemson's Trenton Simpson. That's what I mocked in my 3.0.
Crazy. You guys.
So I saw one linebacker coming off, but I didn't see
Jack.
Jack.
Scoot in.
I didn't see Jack Campbell coming off. So
Wow.
man, it's been a crazy draft. All right, so while we're sitting here and we got a little break going, we went over our East standings. We haven't done our West standings in the NBA.
Let's go.
You know, we got Nuggets over the Timberwolves,
Right.
And we got
Easy.
Suns over the Clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a longer conversation somewhere
Okay,
about the Clippers.
absolutely.
We got Clyde tore his, popped his meniscus again, or the first time. The dude's always getting hurt. He can't be the one on your
Wait,
team.
who?
Kawhi.
Kawhi. Oh yeah, no, it's a degenerative knee issue. We always
So,
knew
but
that.
he popped his MC. He popped it. So,
Yeah.
so we got those 2 over. The Warriors, 3-2 right now over the Kings, and Lakers 3-2 over the Grizz.
Still got him in 6, baby.
I still had Lakers 7, Warriors are 7.
That is true.
We were wrong on obviously the Heat. And
I had Grizzly and I had Warriors. Warriors
Right.
in 5 though, so I'll be wrong about game length.
And then I had
Or series
Nuggets.
length.
I had Nuggets in 5, and I had Suns in 6. I think I gave the Clippers 2. Celtics. We thought we were going to go 4-1 Celtics, or I did. I had Cavs over Knicks. I think all of us had Cavs, which is super surprised. I mean, I am a little surprised.
No, it's 4-5. I'm not super surprised. I just thought Donovan Mitchell was enough to get over that.
And I think the biggest surprise, obviously, is the Miami.
Yeah, 100%.
4-1 over
8-1.
the Bucks.
Well, yeah, and the way that they did it, it wasn't really ever a series.
Nope.
They
4-1.
got one game. They got one game, you know, by a decent margin, and then other than that, they lost everything.
The Bucks really collapsed in the fourth quarter in the last 2 games. The last 2 games they had collapsed.
You gotta be strong during the stretch.
So then we got the NHL playoffs going at the same time.
Dude, let's go Kraken.
I'm gonna give you
an update on that. We're gonna go East first.
In the East first, we always do East first because West Coast the best coast.
West is the best.
Seattle's still looking right now, so we still are going to talk here.
Let's
Draft's
go.
coming back
Let's go NHL. Yeah, let's get
Leafs
some shout out.
leading the Lightning 3-1.
Okay. Which, you know, Tampa Bay, man, they've been making deep playoff runs. They've won a couple of cups over the last 5 years. Didn't they almost go back to back to back? They almost won 3 in a row.
Correct.
Yeah.
You got the Rangers are tied with the Devils 2-2.
That hasn't gone to a 5th game yet?
I think the 5th game's tonight. We'll have to check scores here in a little bit.
Sure.
The boys
There's
are
got to be
talking.
a trade. There's a trade. We traded.
Bruins,
There's got to be a trade.
Bruins lead the Panthers 3-2, and the last game in the East is the Hurricanes lead the Islanders 3-2. We're going to see what happens with the draft.
There's got to be. I'm pretty sure Shefty is reporting a trade, you guys. For anybody who knows who Adam Schefter is.
We'll hit the
Will
West.
Levis is still falling. Somebody move up to take him?
We'll hit the
Is
West.
that what we just made the
I
trade?
don't know.
Oh. Fubo, don't let us down.
We'll hit the West, and we'll hit the. We'll give you some updates. We'll hit the West in the NHL here in a little bit, and
Look
we'll
at
give
the
you some
camera, tell them
updates.
that.
Well, I'm looking at this. Is crazy. We'll give you some updates over the West here in a little bit, and we'll also give you update scores on NHL and NBA here in a second. This is a huge pick here, guys, because if he doesn't go here,
He's
does
not
he
going
fall
to
to
go
Minnesota?
here. He's not going to go here.
And then
he's not going to go
and then
here.
after Minnesota,
Oh my
how
God,
far
Seattle!
does he
Don't
fall?
draft Will Levis. Don't do
His
that.
phone's not ringing, so he's not.
Don't
going
do
here.
that.
No, I think you're Nolan Smith or
They're still counting down live too, so they haven't made the pick.
no.
Or not live. Well, our feed, I guess. You know, I if I was looking at my phone, I know that
Don't
is-
look at your phone, please.
No, I'm not. I saved it. I knew when you called right. I knew it beforehand, but I waited.
Kuiper called that earlier.
I don't give a shit about Kuiper.
I do.
No, Kuiper
I
ain't
give
no
them
Balls and
credits.
Brews.
I give them credit. So we can't be dogging them. We give them credit
No,
for looking into that
Kuiper
stuff.
invented the mock draft. Seriously,
He did.
without Kuiper, there is no draft coverage without Mel Kiper, as far as like the vast majority of us are concerned. You know,
This is probably one of the craziest drafts in years.
the pick is in. Wait, I thought Shefty was barking about a trade. No, we made a pick.
No, they might have just been talking about something else. Because when they both came on, they might have been
Round
talking
21, pick 22. What did they got going on? What happened? That's also my colors.
It says round 1, pick 22.
Right. That's not what we're on. We're on pick 20.
Oh, they fucked up. Yeah, that is crazy.
Los Angeles Chargers are not pick 22. What is happening? NFL. You're letting me down. Actually, by the way, we're not watching the NFL draft. I don't know if you know that, but we're not doing anything with the NFL. We're just wearing colors and drinking beer.
This is a big pick.
It is.
Schneider. Who we calling Schneider? Who we calling? Dude, if we took JSN right here, I wouldn't be mad with that.
I did mock you taking a receiver at some point, but now the receivers are really falling.
They have
the
big
first
time. We
receiver.
haven't seen a single one yet.
No receiver,
We're at
no
pick
tight end
20.
off the
No,
board.
yeah.
And
no
I think
pass
that-
catchers.
And both of them
No
are really
pass
good.
catchers.
Dalton Kincaid's a stud. Michael
And
Miller's a stud.
we had them mocked in the first round. We're running out of picks. Dude,
Man,
if we
this is
take a
big.
tight end here, if we fucking take a tight end here,
That's
you guys
gonna happen, man. Come on.
get well.
Quarterback's more likely than that.
I shouted out not a running back, and we took Rashad Penny 20th overall 5 years ago.
True.
6 years ago, technically.
Oh no. What are
Because
we
he was
gonna
one of
do?
those we declined his option and then signed him for the 5th year because nobody else wanted him.
I saw Chase Young.
Great
Got
call,
declined.
option. That's a good
today.
call. What is up? Is it? It's missed. What do we see? 22 games in the last 2 years. Missed.
Correct.
22
Correct.
games.
So
in
like
the
that's
last
an
2
average
years.
of 11 games per year, dude. What's the motto of this show?
Availability.
Is your best ability, you guys. Be on the goddamn field. Oh my God, Seattle, don't botch this.
Here we go.
Come on, Nolan Smith. Please read that card. Please read that card.
What we got, Seattle?
I like the Witherspoon pick. I'm okay. At JSN, if we are preparing to improve, because I know Tyler Lockett, I love you, dog. You're getting a little older.
Jason's sick.
He was prognosticated.
In the game of football, at
Yeah,
the
mute it for a little
It's
bit.
other stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be other stuff for 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's got the card.
Yeah, okay. We'll wait. And she's
Go ahead.
like, I wonder if she practiced that name. She didn't look at that card too hard. So, what's the easy?
So
name
you
to
have
read?
JS
Will Levis. Is that the easiest name to
Nolan
read?
Smith.
Nolan Smith. That's
Nolan
very
Smith.
easy. It's a very easy name. Nolan Smith, get it right. Come on.
JSN is. I mean, when the,
I would say
is there a receiver
G5.
run here in the next 2 runs? I have the
Baltimore
Chargers
could
and
have it.
I have
Take
Chargers
them.
and Baltimore
Absolutely.
taking
Take
2
a wide
receivers.
receiver. Johnston, that is a Pete Carroll kind of receiver right there. Big, rangy, fast. Like, oh my God, see.
Here we go. Smith
First receiver off the board.
JSN is coming to pair up with DK Metcalf. Let's go.
And Lockett, you got
Let's
Lockett there?
go.
Did you forget
Yeah.
about him?
No, absolutely not. I just gave Lockett his roses right before we made that pick.
He said he's pairing up with
DK. Yeah, I heard it. I said it. Dude,
Lockett, you come play for the Raiders if they don't want you.
absolutely not. Lockett, don't you?
Um,
You know I love you, dog. Are you in?
could be on his way out.
Wow.
So now
No,
you got
he's not
Chargers. So
on his way out.
is this the receiver run? Is this Addison? Is this
Wow.
Flowers? Is this the receiver
Wow.
run here?
Wow.
No defensive line.
Wow.
I still think the Chargers could go corner. I like Baltimore to take a wide receiver. Just because with signing Lamar, getting Odell, you finally make that push
I
on
think
the
I think
offense.
Quentin's the
That's
perfect
a
receiver
splash.
for
I think
Baltimore.
so, too.
I think
That's where
Jordan's
I
a
got
better
it on.
receiver for the Chargers. That
True.
coming across the middle, you got the guys. You got Keenan. You got Mike on the outside. I think
He's got to be a first rounder.
I think Jordan's
Both of
more
them.
first rounder than Quentin.
I think they both are, but yeah, I agree with you there. Quentin is in the more iffy of the two.
Wow.
Correct.
But I think Quentin would be
Wow.
even picked before him, depending on the team, like you said.
My logic tells me Nolan Smith right there, but I'm not mad at that pick. I'm not mad at the fact
We are
that
really wrong on Nolan. I had Nolan
Yeah,
at 10
10.
in almost
We
every
both
mock
did.
draft. In almost
Absolutely.
every mock draft, I had Nolan at 10. I am very surprised that he's not.
I had him going to the
and we've had
Buccaneers
multiple
before they
edges
traded
go
that
in
pick.
front of him. That's the crazy thing. McDonald came off the board before Nolan Smith, so it's not that
Yeah, McDonald.
It's not that
higher than
position
projected.
hasn't been drafted since, like.
So we still got
Wow. I
still got
blinked on that
Miles
one.
Murphy.
Right.
We
correct.
still got the Kansas State kid. We got Double A from Northwestern,
Yeah.
edge/D
Right.
tackles. We still have Nolan on the board at
Right.
edge.
Absolutely.
And then we still have Breesy and Mozzie Smith too.
I think both
Welcome
Breesy
to
and
Seattle,
Mozzie
boy.
could fall to the second.
Well, we got.
But we shall
We walked
see.
away with the number one corner and the number one wide receiver.
We did.
Technically graded.
Technically
Graded.
graded.
They might not
You
pan
could
out that
argue.
way.
You could argue the lowest of two.
What do you mean?
You could say if you want to argue, you could say that you got the second best at each position, depending on who you had mocked at that spot. I think you had the 1 and 2. I think you had one receiver, second corner. I like Gonzalez better, but
He fell all the way.
I know,
guess.
that's
sure,
crazy.
Sure, I get. Yeah, no, but based on, but still,
True.
okay. So that's what I'm saying. Though.
I mean,
so you're no less than you had picked the two best people at those two positions.
true.
No less.
Yeah, better than what
There's
a
not
lot
a
of people
single.
projected.
There's not a single mock where.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought.
Love this draft
signaling,
right
yeah.
here. Take those 4 dudes. I picked all those dudes to be killers. All 4 of them. I told Chuck all 4 of them were going to get killers last year. Abraham Lucas, Tyreek Woolen, called it all.
Nice draft, Seattle. Hope
Killing
it's
it.
your
You did call
last.
Abe Lucas.
Now you got these two notching up together. Woof.
The fact we got, dude, 41st, we got Ken W. the third. Bro.
Well, are you thinking that? Are you like looking down at 37, thinking, well, shit, I still get Mozzie Smith.
He could be
or
there.
Brian Breesy
He
there.
could be there.
So are you
Nolan Smith might be there. I don't know. We'll see how the end of this round goes.
Nah, no way he makes that.
No way he makes out at first. I'd be so surprised if he made out
Wow.
at first.
Especially after that combine.
See how look at that beautiful ass hat that fool wearing. I almost ordered one of those. It's so good looking.
Looks like somebody threw up on it.
I threw up a victory. Let's go, eating W's.
So now we got we got Chargers now, Baltimore and Minnesota.
Okay.
After Minnesota
Chargers need a wide receiver, right?
or defense, they could go tackle. They
Jared
could
Or
go
Curry
tight
Jr.
end.
Maybe
Or
on the
tight
list.
end.
Dude, there's a
Name
lot of
their
his-
tight
I'd
end. Name their tight end. That's what I-
It's Grant. Everett.
old.
Yep, Everett.
No, they definitely could use a tight end. I
He's
just don't know if that's
suspended.
the pick here.
He is
Jamison
suspended.
Williams suspended for 6 games for betting on campus. Come on, man. Not campus, but on your facility
On facilities,
grounds.
yep.
It was, but there was something that I read further into it that it wasn't like there was some weird circumstance. The reason why he didn't get suspended the whole year is because he wasn't betting on games.
It was a college football game. It wasn't a pro game.
It was
The other
there.
dudes get suspended
So then who cares?
because he's on their field
It's same thing with
or he's on their campus or whatever.
Detroit Williams.
But he couldn't
Same thing.
affect the outcome, though, right?
They-
He
they-
You're
couldn't-
not supposed to be betting
It's
on.
dumb.
You're not supposed to be betting on games in your facility. That's the rule in the CPA. and all
Fine,
that.
fine, okay, that sucks. Learn from that, but that's not the worst thing I've ever heard. That's not betting on your own team.
No, not at all. And you didn't bet
or
on the
even
NFL.
on the NFL. Yeah,
But yeah, you just gotta make sure that you're like paying attention to that shit. That's
just
like
don't be
drinking.
on campus.
That's
Then basically,
That's like
What-
drinking the wrong energy drink.
JSN, baby. Let's go. That could work out.
Uh-oh.
I thought
There's no way Will Levis is getting pumped up to go to the Chargers.
I would agree with that. I would.
Did they trade?
Maybe someone trade Minnesota trade
Raiders?
Up? No, but what? Back into the first round?
Right, who did? Because
I
Minnesota's
don't
the
know.
last team. Minnesota's the last team in the first round that needs a quarterback.
Okay.
If you go through it, I mean, Minnesota, New York paid
No, just
dipshit
paid
a ton of money.
Yeah.
Then you have Dallas, because that's Dallas.
Dak.
Then you have Buff.
Yeah, someone in that
Cincinnati.
Josh Allen.
But
Burrow.
he was getting a little hype.
Yeah. The Chargers pick is. So what happened? They just
Well,
showed
the
Will-
Chargers-
There's not a single way the Chargers draft Will
No,
Levis
the
right
Chargers should have
There's
fired
not. There's
their
not.
coach.
There's not a .0001 percentage on earth that they draft Will Levis right here.
No, but why? Yeah, he just got like
He was getting dapped up by somebody, but it ain't 'cause he
Minnesota
just
said we
picked.
got you.
Dude, Baltimore just threw the bag at Lamar today.
Right, so Minnesota
It
said they
has
got
to
you.
be.
Let's hear it.
With the 21st pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select
Jordan Addison.
Quentin Johnston.
Oh,
That's That's exactly what I think I got that one right. I think that one I mocked that correctly. No, I went with Jordan Addison. I'm sorry.
I thought Jordan Addison
I went with Jordan
their
Addison.
roster.
Yeah, agreed. Because they lost Palmer and a Carter, I thought that he was going to fill that role. I picked Addison over
So
Johnson.
is Baltimore go receiver?
He's going to pair with Williams. That's lethal on the outside. Him and Williams.
So Baltimore, are we going Banks? Are we going Porter here? Porter's a big pick here. Porter.
Banks.
We saw a couple defensive
Absolutely.
linemen.
No. To pair with Kyle Hamilton for last year, you go and get a corner because Marcus Peters is falling off.
Or do we go get Addison to help out
Addison
Lamar?
would be a nice pairing too.
But our wide receivers were just
then
not seeing
Addison
the
is
run.
the same, not the same as OBJ. Addison plays that role like
I think
OBJ.
I think you just signed Lamar. Whatever. You've already solidified the offense with OBJ. You have Mark Andrews. You have J.K. Dobbins. You go out and you gotta stop. You have Joe Burrow
Joey
in
Porter.
the AFC North. You gotta go out and get a corner to pair with Kyle Hamilton.
So
Marcus Peters getting a
Kyle Hamilton's your safety.
Porter's still there. Porter Jr.
Porter's still there.
is right there.
And
he
Banks-
fell into your laps. No,
Banks is there out of
I agree,
Maryland
but
who
I
played
would,
in
I would
that
take
area.
Porter Jr. over Banks, though. I have mocked him over in every single one.
Me too.
So I don't know how Joey Porter Jr. is not the play right here. Or
It's got to be corner. It's got to be defense.
if you want to go interior lineman, Brian
Right.
Greasy's still there. Smith is
Lozzie
still there.
Smith's still there.
Exactly. So
Double-A's still there.
we just with the reaches that we have seen, there are some good, talented players left right here, man. A lot. We don't know the NFL. I can't wait to finish the last 10 picks right here because the first 21 nobody was right on. We got Bryce Young right and CJ Stroud. Yeah, if you stayed with the quarterbacks, you got 1 and 2 right. After that, if you had Will Anderson mock third, you were right, but I guarantee you didn't have Houston trading up to go and get him. It was Arizona who was going to make that pick.
Yep.
So there's right there, you're off. And then from there on out, no fucking way. Dude, come on. We had Jahmyr Gibbs go at 12. So, dude, JSN is going to go pair up with Lockett and Metcalf. He's going to solidify
That's a nice 3.
WR3.
Yep.
Could be the best 3.
I mean, wow. You don't know, unproven.
Yeah.
But DK and Lockett got hands, dude. He can run routes and he got hands. That he should be the new NFL logo. That fucking Michael Jackson catch that he had in the corner of his end zone 3 years ago against the Rams on Monday night in those fucking action green. That's the worst uniform ever, Seattle. I love you, Seattle. I love the Seahawks. Get rid of that action green. We're bringing back, actually, the throwbacks are coming back this year. It has been confirmed that we're doing a throwback jersey.
Please.
Gotcha. Ready, lefty. Not bad, a little short, but not bad. Sorry for the clinky jinky.
Almost.
Yeah, I didn't want to over-oomph it, though. I'm always worried about the over in that situation, right?
So we've seen 2 reaches tonight. We've seen the
Both
Gibbs
by the
reach.
Lions.
We've seen 3 reaches. 2.
2 by the Lions.
2 by the Lions. The other reach was who was the other reach we thought went
Was,
early?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Maybe
Not Paris Johnson. There was another one that we
It's
thought.
not that Paris Johnson was a reach, it's just that we didn't see him going that
I
high.
thought there was one more reach, and I can't remember.
I
what it
agree.
was. Oh, it was
McDonald?
McDonald. It was McDonald.
I also thought Forbes over Christian.
Forbes too.
That's
yeah.
another one. Yes.
I thought Forbes would have
Okay.
went there at one point,
Okay,
but
no,
not
that's-
over Christian.
No, I agree.
True.
I agree. So yeah, some weird.
I don't think that's
You can't explain it though. Really, I mean, I would say the biggest one is definitely. Gosh darn it! What am I drawing?
Gibbs.
It was Gibbs. Yes, thank you. It is.
I still think taking Jack. I love Jack, but I think you could have got him in the second round, Detroit. I think that was a reach too. I thought you had him in the second round
Gibbs
at that
at
point.
12. Gibbs at 12 is insane.
So now you got pick is in. Ravens are going. Are we going receiver or corner? Or defensive line.
Corner. Look at that draft board. Is fucking insane.
We got our guy Dante Banks.
Banks?
Joey
Porter, it's gotta be Porter. It's gotta be
Joey
Joey
Porter
Porter.
Jr. It
Joey
just
Porter Jr.
fell to you, dude. Yeah.
See, that's why I think Forbes was a reach because there was 2. There was 2 in front.
They like that ball hawking though. He had like 6 picks returned for touchdowns.
Dude, he's a stud ball hawker.
Yeah,
I just
12 total picks overall in like 2 or 3 years.
I just thought the other 2 dudes were better. I do agree.
I think it all depends. It's the boom or bust. It's the Trayvon Diggs, right? Where when you hit, you get 12 picks a season, but when you get blown up, you give up 2,000 yards in coverage. So, it can go either way.
So, McShay's gone now. What are we doing on this set? We bouncing McShay?
Hey, man, that's good. He's got to go back to ABC at some point.
But I wonder why the movement, just production-wise. Yeah, we're just talking because it's a TV show. Shooting it out, right? I mean,
why not?
All right, here we go.
If you're gonna let me be flexible, I would move.
Or you go say Flowers. I mean, they're. Who knows now?
No, defense. Defense. The Ravens go defense right here.
Their defense was very bad last year. They do need corner.
The Ravens go defense.
They need corner.
Whether it be D-line or corner, you have. There are very good. There are talent at interior linemen. Even some edge. Miles Murphy, Nolan Smith is still right there. Defense. There's so much defense left in this draft.
Yep. Jacksonville, they look in defense after Minnesota. Minnesota's pick's got to be Will Levis.
Oh, my God.
If not...
If he falls out of the first round, maybe then...
Somebody's got to trade back. No, at some point, somebody's trading back in. You got to get the 5 year. You got to have the 5th year. That's a huge deal.
All right, here we go.
22nd pick in the 2023 draft. The Baltimore Ravens select Zay Flowers.
Told you.
My receiver, giving Lamar all the weapons.
I was just wrong on which one, but I knew it was receiver. Zay goes over Jordan Addison.
Wow. A lot of people had Zay real high on the board.
Like some people had him at 1. The best receiver coming off the board.
I agree. He won ACC Player of the Year 2 out of the 3 years that he played at Boston College. He's no joke. He's no joke.
No, I think I just thought Jordan. I thought Jordan was better because he did it in 2 different systems. It wasn't just like with one dude. He played with 2 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, Baltimore and Cincinnati though. It's going to be a nice matchup going down the stretch for the first
Vikings
place.
are on the clock.
Oh my God, dude! I cannot do
Levis.
So Jordan Addison maybe falls to the Giants. Do the Giants take a run on him here?
I think so.
What are we doing, you guys? Why?
No tight ends off the board.
Trade back into the first round if you maybe you don't need to, but I swear to Seattle, there's so much defensive line talent still left out there. Like if we do not draft one of the guys that we have mentioned in Mozzie Smith, Brian Breesy, AA out of Northwestern, Felix something out of Kansas State.
Correct.
There's a solid 4 to 5 potential first rounders on defense line alone left in this draft.
At this point, if I'm the Raiders, I am thinking about trading back up. If Will Levis makes it past 23, trying to trade back up to get in that.
And I bet you one of those teams right there would make that work. Sure.
I would too, because you have 2
Miami might give you the 32nd pick.
You got 2 third-round picks. You could maybe deal one of them with your second and something else later on.
I'm not going to say I don't think that was brilliant.
But with the way this draft's going, with Levis still on the board, maybe Hooker even falls to you and you don't even have to move.
There could be some quarterback fallout here.
We're seeing a lot of fall. I cannot believe some of these draft picks, man. I'm sitting in front of a plastic table reporting on the NFL. Obviously, I'm not in these draft rooms, so clearly.
Yeah, but we've talked about it before. About some of these teams think they're smarter, and they're not.
They overthink themselves
all the time.
They overthink themselves.
So it's not that we're not.
Yeah, not all these picks are going to hit for sure.
Correct.
You can't. If it was, then you wouldn't hold the draft every year. You'd have so much talent that never retired, right? If everybody hit all the time, you wouldn't need a draft. Well, you'd need a draft every couple of years.
With this much time on the clock, they didn't go with Will Levis. Unless they're still thinking about it.
That's
true.
We have
you would have thought they would have pulled that trigger right now.
We have seen cards come in a lot quicker.
You would have thought.
Man, I would have. I mean, if Minnesota's making the pick there, how could it not be Levis or Porter? This position,
dude. There's so much cornerback right there, right? You have to go
that's
defense.
a need.
No, I understand passing on Levis if you're Minnesota because the immediate need is defense.
Yeah.
Levis isn't going to help you in this year because Cousins is obviously still a starter. But if you grab one of the still what I would consider the top 3 to 4 cornerbacks left in this draft at 23, you haven't had to wiggle, you haven't had to move, and you get a prime shutdown corner.
And with the record that they had last season, you can win the division again if you fix that defense.
Rodgers just left. The Lions just reached on their first 2 picks. I don't know how the
everyone's
rest of this draft is
picking
going
the
to go.
Lions, but Minnesota had the better record last
Absolutely.
season.
No, Minnesota has the better roster. If you think about it, outside of their defenses is porous. They have to go defense here, I would think. With all the talent that's there on defense, it's
With the defensive ends and like the Nolan Smiths and everybody dropping.
Nolan Smith, Murphy.
Does that lead to the Brian Branch fall?
obviously, yeah, because Deontay Banks is still there. Joey Porter Jr. is still there. You draft a corner before
There's
safety,
a lot of
always.
options
You draft
here
a corner
at this
before
pick.
safety, always. Always.
So the
Like,
Brian Branch fall is starting to happen
He's
too now. As the
no,
corners
he's already
fall-
there. He's already there.
As the corners fall,
He's already
and-
there.
Dude, it's
All the defense is falling. I thought this was going to be far more of a defensive forward draft. If you look at my mocks, although I did have a couple of tight ends coming off, and I was way wrong on those.
I had one tight end.
Way wrong on those. I had 2.
Dallas has got to be happy.
Yeah.
I think Dallas has got to be thinking. I think the mayor fits
Oh my
at
god,
Dallas.
if Dallas gets Nolan Smith, I will vomit. Are you kidding me?
If I'm Dallas, I can't pass. If I'm Dallas, I don't know if I can pass on one of the ends or the tight end. Mayor fits that
On
Dallas.
yeah, 100%.
Boom.
That's a
Boom.
little bit above
He's
Jason
blocking,
Garrett. Yeah,
catching.
absolutely.
We're Mayor fans on this show.
Yeah, no, he's the more complete tight end for sure.
I would even. I mean, with the Kincaid fall, with the Mayor fall, you also have the kid Luke Musgrave?
Now they're the tight end from
a tight end
State.
from Oregon State.
Yeah.
Like you have.
Oh yeah, he's athletic.
Luke Musgrave, you have him falling. Luke Kraft is falling. With every person that falls in that position group, you get that other person that's falling, and it's just
100%.
like
Yeah. Not a single tight end.
because Jordan Addison could go here. Like you have Minnesota, you need more weapons. You just lost.
Pick's still not in. There's 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the
So
clock.
that means they're trying to. Are they trading or are they trying to get?
Maybe they're trying to squeal a deal out. How do you not take
So
defense?
what?
How do you not take defense? How do you not take defense? The casual fan, they went 11-0 in 1 possession games last year. That does not happen. That was an NFL
I
record.
gotta think there's a regression coming.
100%.
Raiders had it last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
they
were
were
the
the
team
undefeated team
before
before
that had
they
the one
did.
piece.
100%. Yep.
That's also coaching. big time.
McDaniel, do you think McDaniels is the dude? Do you really think
I
he's
wasn't.
the dude? Put it on wax.
I wasn't a huge fan. I wanted
Okay.
Flores out
Okay.
of Miami.
We'll find out.
I
this
wanted
season,
Flores out
though.
of Miami. I wanted that defensive presence and smart enough to bring in offensive people that run your offense. That's what I thought
I
Flores.
think you drafted Tyree Wilson earlier tonight. I don't think you should be angry at all.
No, I don't think it's. I'm not
It's-
angry with the
it's-
pick. I still think that I still worry what you're going to do
without the
after
cornerback.
You
Without
got-
the cornerback.
that. Just Herbert.
But
twice.
now we're watching a fall. Now we're
Right.
watching a fall.
So maybe that 44, you're good.
Yeah,
Maybe you get it.
Banks might be there for you.
Maybe you get a dude, but I just worry. You're playing in a. I know that
a
the other
very
pass
heavy AFC West for sure.
and I know the pass rusher is at a premium, but dude, you don't even have one. If you had Rockin' Sin, or you re-signed him, or one corner
Right,
that's starting
right,
at one,
right.
maybe there's a. I just
Maybe,
you
sure.
don't. You have.
You don't have a Uno.
You don't
have a Uno.
You got
Right.
Hobbs, who's a great 3. He's a great nickel corner,
Sure.
like one of the better
I
ones.
understand, I understand.
Meek Roberts,
Right,
is
but he didn't
another
play on the
backup,
outside.
But he's not.
Right.
Brandon Faison
Sure.
isn't your number 1 corner, so that's pick is in. So that's where I'm worried. Boom, here that would be
Look,
sick.
all the guys we're talking about. I don't even need to look at this board to know what Mel's thinking.
Yeah, I'm really. I'm more. Are you guys more surprised at Levis or Smith's on the board?
Smith.
I am
Smith.
too. I am too.
Smith for sure.
I thought Smith was gone. Nolan Smith, even Levis at this point, I think is pretty deep.
Yeah, both of those players, Smith and
The file
Levis,
was
I
getting
think,
too large to save. So I had to close it and start a new one.
too big.
Yeah, I think that Levis and Smith being here is pretty shocking, actually.
Levis being here
And Smith.
Smith for sure. Levis, I could kind of see a drop. The Reddit. Will Levis is gonna go first overall.
Somebody just put that out there. Just a fucking
god.
Miss.
big miss.
Air ball.
That's just air. It doesn't touch nothing
It.
except for the floor.
Man, I really don't know anymore. I
They
mean,
have
Jacksonville
to go
next
defense.
is defense.
They have to go
Or
defense.
tight end. Does Jacksonville
Or
take a tight
guard,
end?
or you
Yeah,
protect
guard.
you, or you
Robinson
Torrance is right.
Cam Robinson is going to get suspended for PED use.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Their
didn't
tackle.
know that.
Yep.
So maybe that is an impact
That's a
on
big
Jacksonville
deal. That's a big deal.
protecting maybe the top 6 quarterback in the league in Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my goodness.
Top 7 quarterback in the league in Trevor Lawrence.
I
put him
mean,
at
it's
number
tough
7?
with that AFC.
He could be, yeah. I mean, AFC's every one but 2. There's only 1 quarterback. Oh, Jordan Addison. Sorry, everybody. We're missing it. Jordan Addison was a pick.
Damn. They
No.
said, nah, defense, we don't care, you're bad.
Oh my god.
Quarterback of the future,
Oh
nah,
my
we got Cousins.
Nolan
Addison.
Smith right here. You just had Trayvon Walker. You got Josh Allen.
Dude, Addison.
You got Cam Smith.
Addison's sick.
I know he's
I know
light
that,
on weight, but dude, he was a beast in college.
I'm not a Cam Smith first round. I still think they should have been more of the
Joey Porter Jr.,
or
Deontay Banks is still right here.
My pick would have been
Because
Joey
they're gonna
Porter.
need you. I loved you, Shaq Griffin. You went down. You chased the money down in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville-
and you fluttered. And
Jacksonville. I'm looking at maybe a tight end here, even though you did get Ingram, but I still think an offensive weapon. But I'm also looking at a defensive tackle here. Are you going Breesy or Mozzie?
I like the guard too from Florida.
Smith,
Oh,
or
Cyrus.
Cyrus,
Cyrus?
Torrance. I'm
Torrance,
sorry. Yeah.
yeah.
No, the value pick is Nolan Smith. Right here.
Yeah.
The value pick is Nolan
Oh, trade
Smith.
the pick. Quarterback. Somebody's coming to get a quarterback. Nope, it's the
Giants.
Giants.
Why? I don't understand these one pick moves. I don't understand these one pick moves, y'all.
Who's the Giants trading up to get?
One pick? What if they have to trade to get one pick?
I don't think it's a safety.
No, would it be the
Wide
defensive-
receiver?
No.
They needed
They're
a
all
wide
gone.
receiver, but
They're
the
all
ones
gone.
that they wanted are probably gone, yeah.
So is it a corner? Is it Joey Porter?
Oh,
Could be.
yeah, no, you're.
I think Nolan Smith's still an option as well.
Nolan Smith's got to be number 1 on my board, other
My
than the
God,
recruiting.
He's
How
the guy
is
that's
he not?
top of the board.
How
that's
is he
falling.
not?
You have Will Levis and Nolan Smith at 1 and 2. Who?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't
you're not
think they're
taking the
looking
quarterback,
Levis.
obviously.
Not taking Levis here, no way.
So is it Nolan or
Porter or Smith?
or is it Porter? It's either Joey Porter or Nolan Smith.
I
right?
would think so. I don't know anymore,
What
guys.
if they
I
traded
am
up to
one-
grab a wide receiver?
I am 100%
Well,
in
who?
the biggest.
Well, with Addison
Yes.
off the board and
Highest
Flowers,
last
it would be Johnson, right?
No, Johnston's
Johnson
gone.
went.
Johnston went.
You're right.
So is that they're not, it's definitely not receiver. It's
No.
gotta be,
No, the Flowers, Addison, Johnston,
You're
and
right.
Jigba all
It's
went.
gotta be-
All 4 of the ones that we put are already gone.
It's
Yep.
got to be tackle, or not tackle. It's got to be defensive tackle. But
Mozzie
Joey
Smith
Porter-
is still sitting right
Ike
there.
Porter.
Brees is
Porter?
sitting right there.
Ike Porter.
But why trade? Why trade with Jacksonville? Was Jacksonville taking your tackle? Are you taking
Well,
Mozzie
you
or
would trade a
Breesy?
team
I
that
don't
was
know.
taking the guy.
I don't know, but you would live. I would live with not giving up compensation and getting one,
Correct.
either or.
Correct.
You either get the lineman
At this
or the
point in the
cornerback,
game.
whatever. Yeah.
Or both linemen, whether it's Breesy or Mozzie.
Right, but that's what. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why you would need to trade right there. I think that there's enough talent literally sitting with the next.
And all
pick
4
that-
receivers are gone. It wasn't like you're bouncing up to get like
No, because Jack
picks in.
pick is in. Okay, dude, you guys, this
Is it
has
the
been
tight end?
fucking bonkers.
Is it
bro.
a tight end?
No. It's not a tight end. What? Because they were still in front of Dallas, and Dallas is the first needy tight end team.
Jacksonville.
They just got Waller. Actually, by the way, there's no way they just traded for Waller. They traded 3rd round pick for Waller.
We were a commercial.
What are the-
Did you
what
guys
are the
tell?
Giants
Did you guys say NHL stuff while I was getting Grayson in the shower?
No.
On the okay, so we have in the West, Stars lead
West
the Wild
NHL.
3-2.
Let's go.
Oilers
Stars
lead
lead.
the Kings 3-2. Krakens lead the Avs 3-2, and the Knights lead the Jets 3-1. So that's where we're at, playoff-wise, NHL.
So that Knights game has to be happening tonight then.
Correct.
Yeah, I had an update on them earlier.
Yeah, what
Okay,
was
well-
that score, Trey T-Mon? Were we winning, or was I winning? You guys are.
Yes, it was 1-0 Knights.
Well, that
Last time I
finished.
checked.
What do we got basketball-wise, Trev, while we're in the update section?
The updates, the mod, and
Well, hold on, let me double check on that hockey game. Yeah, it's still 1-0.
So
Knights over the Jets.
Lightning ended up getting the win to end up making the series 3-1 or 3-2. So Lightning, look at that, 3-2 Lightning, and then we get the Devils getting the win over the Rangers to take a 3-2 series lead.
4-0 too.
Dude, 4-0.
Damn, that is.
What do we got basketball wise while we're waiting?
Basketball wise?
There was only one game. It was just the Celtics Hawks.
Yeah, and
Celtics
that is
close
over.
out. Celtics close out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Celtics Sixers,
Okay.
and then we got Knicks Heat.
Yeah.
Are we thinking? What is your pick? Obviously, you're selling. What's your other pick?
Celtics, I still have to push for.
Okay.
Because that was the way my bracket rolls out. I think Philly is nasty. I think that's going to be a great series. I think Embiid could easily take that over. There's Maxey, there's Harden. They have a lot.
I think the Celtics length at the with Tatum and Brown is just so
at the guard position.
I think
per se.
you're right on Embiid taking over. I just don't
He
know
could.
if the rest of
Because
the team.
he could own Al Horford. Now Robert Williams is their other big that he played. When he's on, he's very good.
when
but
he's on,
inconsistent.
Celtics are
Very
unbeatable.
inconsistent.
But
Correct.
they're no. He's
That's why
either hurt
it's kind of right.
or
Kind
not
of why it
playing.
took.
Yeah.
But so and then in the other matchup, man, we were talking about Jimmy Buckets earlier. Shout out.
Dude, you had hold on, time out. So the Giants traded back one pick. The Jaguars had to give a 5th round pick from this year and a 7th round pick to go up one pick.
No, they that's what they got. The Giants went up
Right.
one pick.
So-
Yeah, so
right,
they gave
so-
up a 5th and a 7th from next year.
Yeah, dude, why?
To get one pick.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
It's very stupid to me.
So then, are you taking? I'm thinking Celtics. Knicks. Knicks might take
over
the Heat.
I don't know, man. The
Jimmy
Heat
Buckets
are
are hard
on
to bet.
fire. Jimmy Buckets, dude. Who on the? I don't know. Jalen Brunson. It's a good story in New York and Madison Square Garden. Oh my God! I watched some home playoff games where the Knicks were at home. That was insane. It was so fun to watch. I felt the energy coming out of the TV.
Shut your
though.
phones off.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Goodness gracious! It is off.
Maybe
It might have died. It might have died.
There's a plug-in somewhere by it because Sex was.
It might.
So let's
Oh,
see if
Giants
I check
pick
that.
is in. If not, I can go. Did it die?
I had 100% died.
See if you can plug in.
Is it a C charger?
Yep. It's that one right there with like the white head on it across
Got
the
it,
black
got
line.
it. Okay, so my phone's a piece of shit and it doesn't charge. Yeah, I don't think this is.
It's not gonna work. You're gonna have to go back to my phone.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Yeah. Here, Chuck. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, this isn't gonna charge till it gets home.
Technical difficulties. Nothing to see here. Giants pick is in, but we don't know what it is.
Here.
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
But you're not gonna be able to stand it.
Right.
It's not gonna
no,
stand.
I just.
You can leave it on the charger.
I'm gonna try, cause. Boom. Alright, I got it. I think.
You got it?
I think.
Here.
It's such a piece of shit. There it goes. Yes, it's
We're
still
live.
charging.
No, he's not.
Let's
live.
do it
No.
live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. Right there,
Fuck,
and then
we're
just
live.
set it up, and then just hit
Hey,
the
you
button.
beautiful people, we're checking connection.
Oh, Banks from Maryland goes to
Did
the
he
Giants.
finally- did he?
Joey Porter Jr. still on the board. Banks
But
goes
corner,
to the Giants.
I'm glad that they went corner though.
Yeah.
Good pick on
makes
corner,
sense.
but how does Porter fall? Man, we got some shit going on in this draft. This is crazy draft.
Crazy draft.
Crazy.
I gotta mark this off. I've been trying to mark guys.
We're trying to mark guys. We
Dude,
were
I'm
marking
in.
the wrong guys. Nobody's been making any sense. Thank you for staying with us, YouTube. Thank you, Instagram Live. Look at how much nicer and brighter your phone is. I need to get a new phone.
Man, this is a crazy draft. Border not being picked here. Levis still on the board. You got Jacksonville on the clock now.
I think it speaks to how much talent is there, right? Like I don't know.
I don't know. You heard everybody say that there wasn't this many picks. Just traded a pick. Somebody's coming up to get Levis.
No.
Nope.
No. Not Buffalo.
Buffalo's coming up to get the guard.
Over.
That doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't
No, they're coming to get a tight end over Dallas. This is Mayer.
This is Mayer?
This is Mayer.
Mayer.
Or Kincaid.
I think Mayer fits the Dallas
Which
offense
one?
better. I don't know, dude. I can't call this anymore, dude. I'm off by a million. Usually I'm pretty close. Usually I'm at least
The
position
only
wise.
reason why they're jumping Dallas is to get the TE one though, right? That's
Well, is
gotta be
Nolan
it.
Smith the other dude?
Oh
You
my
trying
God,
to get over
Nolan
Nolan?
Smith, yeah, to replace Von Miller, who's coming off of this could be a Nolan Smith. This could be a Nolan
It's
Smith.
Nolan or tight end. Why would you jump Dallas?
Right.
Why would you jump Dallas to get? Are you? No, you're not taking.
Who's their edge rushers?
You're not
Who are their
taking
edge
Zach.
rushers?
You're not taking Zach Chernett or Devin Arcane.
No.
You're not taking Harrison, right? As a tackle.
No, they need interior line help.
That's what I think too. But you're not jumping them to get Osiris.
That it would be Dallas
Maybe.
needs line help too. We haven't said that in a while, but
I think it's
true.
got to be jumping to get either Nolan or one of the tight ends.
I would
whichever
think so.
one.
I would say Mayer, or Kincaid, or Smith right here. All of that could be very wrong, but
The weird trades are the one ups. Why jump
well,
one
this
position?
is two up.
No,
this is two up.
But the other one
So
ups
they
have been really
specifically
weird.
they at least jumped a team. Yeah, the ones where it's a swap down for a swap up makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me.
Especially when you don't think that they were going to even get the person that you wanted.
Like, was Jacksonville so set on drafting Deontay Banks that the Giants had to jump him by one pick? They had to give up
And
two.
then Jacksonville
future-
traded again back.
Right,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. So clearly, like, I don't know, man. I don't.
Buffalo's taking
I thought I
Joey,
knew
is
things.
Buffalo taking Joey Porter Jr. here because they think that Jacksonville wants a corner?
Dude, Joey
Right?
Jr. would make sense. 'Cause,
Right? I mean, but why? But do you?
Elam that they
Oh,
drafted
Pig is
last
in.
year was only mid.
Was he out of Florida?
Yes, correct.
But it is weird though. Why jump?
I don't know. None of the trades outside of, I guess, potentially the Texans moving from 12 to 3 to snag
maybe-
Will Anderson.
maybe-
That one made sense.
Maybe,
right?
maybe Arizona jumping up to get Paris. The
No,
number one tackle.
because
We all would have thought that somebody else would have been on the board at that
I
time.
don't know. There was a premium on tackles because obviously Wright went 10th overall and nobody saw that. So like maybe the premium was on tackles.
Kuiper did.
Paris-
Kuiper called it.
Kuiper called Wright going that high.
He called it not this mock, but the last mock, going the Giants at or the Bears at 9. That's where I got my info on him being the right tackle. I still thought they would have went the kid out of Northwestern, Skoronski.
Skoronski. Jackson Smith and Juba.
Come on, Pig is in. Let's see.
I wasn't gonna be angry with the Quentin Johnston either. A lot of people were.
I wasn't as high on him.
The rumor was like the NFL didn't invite him to the draft because they didn't want it to be awkward if he didn't get drafted.
Well, now you got Will Levis. It's the awkward person.
Very
in the draft.
awkward.
There's always one.
Very awkward. Is he gonna go to day 2? Is he gonna fall?
No way, right?
I don't
Somebody
know,
trades
man.
back in late. It's,
Right? It's got to be that Lamar
Contractual,
move.
makes sense.
That's what happened. Lamar 32 overall. I don't know, man. 0.01% chance.
So yeah, that's a little wild.
What do those analytics mean though? Where did they get those from? What do they base that off of? Mock drafts that everybody
Reddit.
put together? Yeah, exactly. Come on, like where those analytics mean nothing. Everybody has the same chance at being at that number some odd position. Anybody can fall, unless you're Peyton Manning. What a great number 1 pick. God damn it, Andy. Sometimes, and they hit on Andrew Luck. You know, he was nasty for his years. I respect him for stepping away when he did. You know, he didn't like that circle of injuries that he couldn't get rid of, and he moved on. And he had enough money to be a happy man. So thumbs up to that. I love football to death, but I don't play it, and I don't put my body on the line. So
No pick yet.
no pick yet. No designation of the pick. They are still
Pick is
talking.
in, but yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're still
Spinning.
chit chatting. Yeah.
Fucking docking.
I cannot believe the Texans got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson 2 and 3 overall. There's never been a team that has picked 2 picks in the top 5. That's got it. Maybe
Top 3.
Top 3. 2 and 3.
This is very interesting.
Bijan went 8.
Gibbs went
And
12.
then Gibbs went 12.
That's a bigger surprise.
That is.
Jack Campbell
That
going
is.
again after that. Come on. I love the kid, but not at that spot.
Commissioner on the Bills. The Jacksonville Jaguars have traded the 25th pick to the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills
With
select.
the 25th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Dalton Kincaid.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Good pick.
Tight
So they
end.
jumped him to get over.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Again,
He's a pass catching bitch. Dude, he's going to be he's a nightmare for your safety. He's a nightmare for your linebackers. He's not necessarily a blocking tight end, but he's a nightmare.
Sorry, Dawson Knox, kicking on down the road, bro. They gave you 2 years and you couldn't produce. But
This dude's a stud. He's going to come out and produce with Josh Allen right away. He can line up wherever on the clock. Right now, we got to go back-to-back tight ends.
So I was gonna say
back-to-back tight ends.
Those
What
tight ends
up?
might still. Dude, Nolan Smith is right there though. How do you pass him up? How are all these people passing this kid up?
I think tight end here, and I mocked it the first time, and then I didn't mock it the second time because I've been going up against Bijan. Michael Mayer is more of the pass blocking tight end.
Absolutely fits with what they need, and like
He's the dump off guy, dude. He's in a fit.
clearly Buffalo jumped Dallas because they thought that
Kincaid might have been gone at this point.
Right.
It's got to be.
Mayer's not necessarily a bad, like, you didn't have to move and you still got the tight end that fits your system, right?
Yeah.
Or Joey Porter Jr. is sitting right there at a premium position at cornerback. I know you just brought in Stephon Gilmore and you have
Joey
Trayvon
Porter
Diggs.
maybe Cincinnati.
Yeah, very true.
You got Jacksonville and
absolutely.
Cincy, or maybe
because
Jacksonville
they lost
takes
Jesse
him.
Bates. Dude, that would be a dream scenario for Cincinnati right there. You'd think, right?
Yep.
To get the 3rd or 4th ranked overall cornerback and not have to move at 28.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah, the teams at the end of this draft are sitting pretty right now.
With the reaches that have happened. With the reaches that have
If
happened.
you are shopping defense right now, there is so much defensive talent out there right now. It is
that the reason
ridiculous.
defense is falling?
What do you mean?
Because you're trying to get these dudes like once you get Gibbs,
At
there is-
offense, you squeeze
once you
the
get
offense
Gibbs, there's
out,
no left.
and then you-
once you get to the Zay Flowers, Addison, there's no.
Maybe a wide receiver
Hyatt's
shirt,
really
not
far
a
down.
running back. Not at running back.
I think
There is
so.
talent at running back.
I think the
dude.
difference between Gibbs to Charnett to Arcane is a huge difference.
No, dude, I would. There's Tank Bigsby. There's Deuce Vaughn. Isaiah Pacheco was a 7th round overall.
I know, but he also
played
playing
with
Patrick
Andy Reid.
Mahomes
But
and all
he-
that stuff.
Tell me he didn't run angry.
No, he
I
agree.
loved
I just
watching
think that
kid
I
run,
think that
dude.
Bijan and Gibbs there's a significant difference.
I understand. I understand.
but
your
not at
analysis.
12 round, but not 12 overall.
Yeah. Jesus, dude.
This dude I think's next. So is everybody else because he's on the
Right?
team.
No, they're antsy as shit for sure.
They're gonna go pray afterwards because he went to
Notre Dame.
Oh. Are they arguing about the pick right here, or are they gonna call it in?
Listen here, Jerry. This is called a tablet. I know you ain't never seen one of these, not never in your life once before.
He's like, I think we take Will Levis.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna draft ourselves an interior lineman.
Who trades
right
up
here.
to take Will Levis in the first round? Because you need that fifth
Nobody.
year option.
Nobody. He slides. He falls out of the first round. Saying
No
it here.
way.
Saying it here.
Oh my god, if he falls in the second round, that would be incredibly crazy. I think he's a first round quarterback.
Miles Murphy is still on this board.
Correct. Nolan Smith's still on the
There's
board.
still that kid out of K-State, Felix, and
I didn't have him
something.
mocked in the first. I
What
thought
I'm
he was an
saying
early
though is
second.
but
I
with
think-
those other two guys still on the board, you don't have to reach for that. But the fact,
Brian Branch is still on the board.
yeah, sure is. We have not a one safety come off just yet.
Nolan and Murph being on the board. Murph, maybe I expected at this point. I didn't expect Nolan Smith. Or Levis. I didn't expect Levis to be on the board either, 100%.
Neither did the ESPN analytics.
Joey Porter Jr. on being on the board too is a surprising.
Agreed.
Because some people thought maybe that DJ or Cam Smith maybe slide into that first round at the end because Chargers go so hot or the corners go so hot. But man,
the Emmanuel Forbes going before Deontay Banks and Joey Porter Jr. doesn't make sense to me.
Him going before Christian Gonzalez doesn't make sense.
That is even more.
I don't mind him going in front of the other two.
Okay.
I don't like him going in front of Christian.
That is true. He did go in front of Christian.
Yeah.
That is very true.
I think he's a ball hawker. I love how fluid he is. I don't know how he went in front of Christian.
No, obviously he hasn't gotten the phone call. At least not in that shot.
She's like, you're sure?
Dude, I mean, okay, I hate the Cowboys, but if I was getting drafted, wouldn't be the worst to get drafted to the Cowboys. Like,
Fuck no.
I mean, that's a blue blood, dude.
They picked. They made their pick.
Now we're all happy. Jerry said,
Nolan Smith or
"Oh yeah, well you're very welcome." Oh yeah.
Nolan Smith or Michael Mayer.
There's no, I don't, dude. I have been calling Nolan Smith for the last 12 picks. I don't know how this does.
Last 16 picks.
I don't know how this hasn't happened.
I've been calling Nolan Smith since 10.
I don't know how that happened.
Nolan Smith to the Cowboys.
Why not? It's gonna be right sooner or later. He's gonna get drafted.
Or Joey Porter Jr. I mean, they line up another dude next to fucking Diggs.
Dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Go two
No,
corners.
you can't have too many good corners. We drafted one 5th overall. We drafted Witherspoon 5th overall.
With two in the pocket. You already had.
Kobe is a clear nickel, so it's good to address the other shut. No, it's not. If he provide, yeah, he could be legit. And then we got Smith and Jig.
The defense line just keep on falling.
Not bad.
Murphy, is he coming off the board here? I mean,
There's a lot of talent. I still think that there's a lot of talent for 6 picks being left in the first fucking round.
with the reach of Gibbs, Simpson.
Yeah,
Or
which
not- yeah.
then immediately lets those guys fall.
Joey Porter not being picked.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's mocks was way off, dude. Nobody knew not shit.
Well, the trades, nobody's going to project that many trades. Ever.
How many were there?
There's been at least 4 or 5. If not
No,
6.
there was 7 last year.
Trades in
Yeah.
the first round?
Correct. So there were a lot. Oh my god. Doing it right at 10. Just with Skoronski on the board. Tackle versus a guard. Yeah, legit. What a fucking crazy draft.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Cowboys have wasted their pick, and they have picked.
Lucas Van Ness at Green Bay, that was a... With McDonald, that was a reach there. I couldn't believe they went that high there. Nolan Smith or... Nolan Smith or Michael Mayer. 10 push-ups.
Mayor.
Alright, I'll take
Mayor.
Nolan Smith.
The Dallas Cowboys select Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie! Not Nolan!
Off the board. But a lot of people project him in the first round, so
We all have 10
I don't
push-ups.
think this is a bad pick.
it's not
I
a
don't
big
think this
of
is a
reach
bad
as
pick.
other
Yeah,
pick.
no,
No, it's not as big
I
as a
don't
reach,
think
but I still think Breesy was a better defensive tackle. I think Mozzie's climbing boards though.
He was big time.
I still don't know how you don't have Nolan still on the board.
Dude, the Jaguars.
Freak athlete.
Nolan Smith,
The Jaguars are gonna trade back twice and still get Nolan Smith.
If that happens,
I mean, it's right here. It's available to happen.
Cincinnati take Michael Mayer.
Yes, they would love to. They would
Pass
love
catcher,
to. They
pass
would
catcher and
love
blocker.
to.
Pass catcher and
They would
blocker.
love to. Yeah, they lost Hayden Hurst. They don't have a TE1 right now.
I had them getting Kincaid, but he's obviously gone. So
Dude, somebody's got to trade up. in the first round.
Levis is falling, dog.
Not in the second. There's no way you got to keep that fifth year option.
He's falling. He's out of here. In New Orleans?
No.
What?
Somebody's got to trade up. There's
Well,
nobody
they
there.
have
Carr.
Oh, that's right. Okay. New Orleans. They're absolutely drafting Levis.
I think they go
They
Breesy.
They obviously have faith in white boys, so
Or Nolan Smith.
I think that
Cincinnati's still on the board. Do they need a corner and a safety? I mean,
they do
might
need a
a
corner.
bench.
They do need corners bad. They lost Jesse Bates in free agency.
A lot of options for them, for sure.
Murph's still on the board too. Miles Murphy. I mean,
No, you can't. Oh my goodness, sorry, y'all. You can't say that there's not prospects still sitting.
no, there are. Sorry, just dropped all my stuff. I was trying to flip through. Cincy, New Orleans, and then we get Philly, and then KC.
And then that's it, yeah, because we don't get the 32.
Yeah,
we
fuck
get
you,
31s.
Miami.
Yeah,
Fuck you, fucking
Hey.
up our 32 first
yeah
round
we
picks.
want him at 32nd. God,
Assholes.
Bobby.
This looks tight. We're gonna get B-Swords and fucking Transformers. That's gonna be sweet. We're talking little movies. Me and Trav nerdy more than Chuck.
Oh yeah, no, I got no.
I'm all
interest
about that.
in
Oh,
any
dude,
of that.
yeah, I'm all about Optimus Prime.
Dude, I love me some
Josh
Transformers.
Roth has subscribed to our YouTube.
Whoop whoop.
Sweet.
What up,
About
J-Rock?
time.
Yeah. Welcome to the party. We talk sports ball.
Beer wise, we got a little off the hook. Everybody's been drinking.
Oh
I
yeah.
got 805. Trev's got water. We had some White Claw, 8% White
Well,
Claws.
that's a claw.
It's a claw.
That's the claw. I need some more beverage to finish up.
We probably will have
You want a
maybe
freshie?
some whiskey at the
Anybody
end
need
of
a
that.
freshie?
Yeah, just give me something.
You got an 805 right here if you want another one.
We might have a little whiskey at the end of the pod. There's some Jefferson Ocean. There's some
Hey,
Woodford.
what you want, money?
Both Rise. We got
I'm
the
not sure.
Yellowstone. We got the
Alright.
Weather. We got Four
Daddy, you need a
Roses.
freshie?
Yes, please. We got Tin Cup. We got Elijah Craig holding up the cell phone. I mean, we got lots of stuff going on with the whiskeys as well. We might have to dabble in a little bit of that as well at the end of this amazing first round. Trev, what's the? We've talked about a bunch of surprising picks. Is the Gibbs the most surprising pick, or is the Campbell surprising pick? What do you, or is it the Texans? What's really got you? Or Will Levis still being on the board? What surprises you the most right now?
It's still either Gibbs or the linebacker. Those picks.
Both Lions too.
Both of those guys, I think a lot of teams or a lot of mocks for sure didn't even have going in the first.
End of the first, maybe for
Yeah,
the running back, and then
maybe.
second round for the linebacker. Dude, that's a reach.
Both of those picks seem like reaches at this point.
Especially when you have Miles Murphy on the board.
A lot of
At
good
that point, you had
prospects.
tons at that point. You still have tight ends on the board at that point. Gracias, amigo. What's your favorite pick so far of the first round?
My favorite pick. Ooh.
And take your homerism out of it, Charles.
Man.
Oh, sorry, dropped my pencil.
I'd have to look it over to really probably get a deep dive into it. I do like the Texans trading back up to get Will Anderson.
That was huge.
Dude, I mean,
I'm
to
a-
get him and Stroud, that's two blue chip guys, it seems like.
I'm a
That's
pretty
a really
big
nice
fan
play.
of, which I don't like to say it, New England getting Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
That's my favorite pick. I do like the fact that, gosh, I just flipped right past it. I do like Jordan Addison matching up with Osborne and JJ over Minnesota. I think
Yeah.
that adds like a really nice three-headed monster there. But I think that my favorite pick has to be Christian Gonzalez to New England. The way he fell I don't know why he fell that high or fell that far. I thought he was easily top 10, maybe top 12. I don't know how he kept falling and falling and falling. Will Levis over here cuddling up next to his girl. Look at
We got another different girl.
Three-piece suit. What up, three-piece? Look at he's got the tie. He's got the vest. He's got the jacket. Don't know what color it is. She looks like she's popping off to somebody. She looks like
she's upset as shit. She's losing out on millions. You better get drafted in the first round. You better.
What is the pick?
Here it comes.
Oh. Sorry, Chuck.
Anton Harrison.
Not necessarily surprised with Cam Robinson getting busted for steroids. He's out. So Cam Robinson is not the huge or not a big huge. Anton Harris not being a surprise here. I think it fits.
Yeah, he's gonna play right away.
I like them protecting their quarterback. Like I said, and Chuck kind of dismayed it a little bit earlier. If you think about it, you could almost say the top 6 quarterbacks are all in the AFC, and wherever you put Jalen, it's 7 or 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. I mean, so you got to protect your quarterback in Trevor Lawrence.
So we got Cincinnati now on the clock.
I think there's 2 picks here that they could go with. You have Mayer, who's going to help out your offense, and then you have. Well, actually, I think there's 4.
4 picks.
Branch could take your back into it. Joey Porter could play the other side. And then I do love the fact that you have Nolan Smith still on the board.
Dude, no, since he's in a wonderful position. They didn't have to move, and they're going to get a guy.
You know, so you had them trade for the tackle, right? There was going to be the left tackle, but then they had their left tackle, so they're going to bounce him to right. So they got a little offensive line worry going, too. Who's playing right tackle? Because the one guy wanted out that was playing left tackle last year because they traded
they signed the guy from Kansas City. They went down to Orlando Brown Jr.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So they signed him, but he's playing the left. They had a left tackle that played pretty good last year, young kid. He wanted out, so they bounced on him to right tackle. So their line's a little whatever. The Bengals pick is already in. Holy shit. We only have 3 more picks in the first round after this pick, and there is still a quarterback on the board that could be in the. And the only reason I say first round is because of the 5th year.
Sure.
The 5th year is fucking huge.
Nolan Smith might fall to Philly at 30.
They take Nolan Smith at 30 would be fucking huge. After we mocked him at 10.
They didn't have to move.
I've mocked him at 10 for 3 mocks. So huge on it. What the fuck do I know? Usually I'm pretty good. This year I'm off like a motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Usually I'm not bad. This year I am off.
The news behind this draft is that it is one of the most unpredictable classes in a while.
And it is played out that way.
Oh, it's played out way that way.
Well, as far as the value to who...
Joey Porter Jr. still on the board.
Yeah, sure is.
Nolan Smith still on the board.
I think those 3. Levis,
Miles Murphy's still on
I'm
the board.
I'm not as surprised as Murphy. I'm more surprised Nolan Smith.
McDonald,
but I'm more surprised that Nolan Smith, Levis, and Porter on the board right
those
now.
Are probably the
those
biggest
3
of the 3.
I'm way more surprised.
Oh, we're going to the deck, y'all. It's coming in right now.
Dude, look how
coming in hot. It's got to be Mayer, right?
I don't know.
Or
Brian Reese
or Porter.
Could be Brian Reese. Fuck, it could be double A.
Here we go. What you got? What you got, Cincy?
With the 28th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select
Miles Murphy. DN.
Yeah, I just figured that they had some DN.
They have Hubbard and
Hubbard. Yeah, like I thought that.
I thought D tackle would have been more of the pick there.
Agreed.
I really did. I thought D tackle would have been more of the pick.
They must have just thought there was the value. That's the value.
Was Murphy that high on their board?
Yeah, that's my guess. Right, without having to move up.
Yeah,
I mean, Murphy was projected to be one of the higher
12 to 10, 12, 13 I had seen.
He just started falling.
Well, because
That's 'cause other guys started jumping.
Exactly, yeah.
Dude, New Orleans here, I had them projected as a D tackle too.
I would like Murphy there.
No. If Nolan's, how do you?
Nolan
Cam
Smith.
Jordan.
Nolan
Cam
Smith's
Jordan
next.
is too old. Not too old, but older. Like,
Nolan Smith seems like the pick.
Dude, is there
Unless they
something
trade
wrong
back
with
if
him?
someone else
Is there
comes
something
up for
wrong with
that.
him? Did we miss something on
Hey.
Nolan Smith? Did we miss something?
Raider Nation, if you want to trade up here and take Levis anytime soon, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be cool.
Maybe you don't
I
even
take
have to
Levis
move.
in at the end of the first round here.
Okay, we depending on how this ends, we're gonna have to go off camera and look at the back end or the start of the second round. It's really gonna matter where Levis
Pittsburgh's
could
round
fall
2,
for
or Pittsburgh's
a
first
little
pick.
while.
Somebody's
Depending
gonna
on-
have to trade at some point. I just don't know how you get around with the fifth year option. I think is bigger than what.
Especially for
If
the
I'm
quarterback.
Miles Murphy, I'm fucking stoked though, dude. Getting to land in Cincy is a fucking great
Yep.
deal, dude.
Yep.
You're not expected to be the dude. You're on a great roster. Like,
I just
you're
thought that, man, they
rotational
just did-
piece.
That pass rusher though.
I thought Breesy would have been a higher pick for them because of need over
It's the
what
premium. It's the I don't know, man. We've
Greasy
been wrong.
always-
Don't
They've been
listen,
wrong
don't
on
listen to
drafts.
us. We don't know, and nobody knows nothing. Who knew any of this shit? Who? Not a shot.
This is crazy.
I was right about Minnesota drafting a wide receiver, just not the right wide receiver.
I would have thought Minnesota was going corner.
I was right about
that's where I had him too.
LA drafting a wide receiver, the Chargers, just not
Me
the right
too.
wide receiver.
I had wide receiver there.
So, I mean, shit.
Would you give an update? What games did we have left? We only had a couple of hockey games left on the board tonight. Everything else NBA was done.
Yeah,
Oh, I
just the
think-
nights that we're playing.
I think, yeah, let's just check on that. Could be closeout, though. That could be final.
Take a quick look here.
We're going to
see
take a
what
quick
we got.
look for y'all.
Second round's going to be really interesting with some of the players that are so much
Dude.
on the board.
Golden Knights 3, Jets 0. 13:47 left in the second. A lot of time left.
A lot of
but
time
of
left.
time.
Knights
Wow.
have
3
blown
to
lot of
nothing
time
is a good lead.
No,
Yeah.
we blew a lot of
Lot
leads
of
lately.
time left,
We've blown
though.
a lot of lead lately.
God damn, dude. I forgot how good a little something is.
I'm not a big fan of Lagunitas in general.
But that one's a banger, dude.
Bang, bang.
That one's not the traditional dog pee-pee that fucking Lagunitas does. Like, there's this stank that they have on their hops, dude. I like some Lagunitas brew, but some of it is danky.
I like the Lagunitas.
I know you do, my friend.
Dude, when I went down there, they had the sweet potato ale. It was pretty tasty.
Interesting.
It was
A
definitely
sweet
different.
potato- Okay. That sounds like it would be different.
Yeah, I get in on that real shortly here. Let's see what we got left. Still got 4 minutes on the clock for New
three
Orleans.
picks. 3 picks left. 3 picks left.
In recent memory, this has been the more craziest draft, right, of where we thought players would go and have gone.
This is by far the most analytical I have been on a draft.
Don't call him.
I understand. This is the most I've dug into a draft in some time. So I would say that yes, I was wrong based off of what I was looking at, what I was listening to, what was prognosticated. Like, it's been, there's not a mock out there that's close to correct.
You know, and we try to we give our Daniel Jeremiah's, our Will Levis's, and our Todd McShay's credit because they give us a lot of the scouting on this stuff.
Right.
But they don't even know because people are feeding them bullshit to try to put on their mock to screw somebody else over.
100%.
These guys are the best, and you dog, and as fans, we kind of understand how hard it is. Other fans dog these guys. These guys are working their ass off. They do their scouting. They're literally trying to pick crazy shit. How much crazy shit did we see tonight? Give McKiper, McShay, Jeremiah, all these guys their credit. They're doing a lot of work throughout the year to try to do this.
Well, without him, you don't have what we have.
Correct.
It's the draft was not the spectacle without the media giving it life. Like, If they were just dead about it, then teams wouldn't say shit. It would just keep it all in house. It's the media that stirs it all, that makes this all hype.
Correct.
It's great because even when you're wrong, the draft is still great. That's why, dude. That's why, like, when Angelique was asking about, can you bet the draft? It's like, good fucking luck, dude. Like, what are we talking about? Pick 3.
I think this is
after
one of the
pick
most
3. You went sideways.
sideways. Arizona trades
Just-
back. Arizona trades back in.
Yeah.
Texans trade out.
Yeah.
Or Texans trade back.
The
Nuts.
Lions trade back to take a running back? Like,
That you could have got at 20 and then took a
I
linebacker.
agree.
You could have got it your next pick in the second round.
100%. That's great.
Lions, dude, I've been pulling for you. I called you guys a winner.
Weird
You guys have
first
fucked
round.
this draft up.
You're-
You have fucked this
So
first round
as
up.
far as the projections, these two kids could change the direction of your franchise.
You
let's
could have got another player. And the problem is, it's not the kids' fault. You could have got another person at 6 or 12 and got those two at 20 and
way down the road
Whatever.
by projections or what value was considered to be. Sure.
we didn't.
But it goes to speak on, you just don't know. You don't know how they're evaluated. You don't.
Exactly.
You
And
don't.
if they hit,
You
then
mock
it
and mock
changes
and mock
everything.
again, and you don't know.
But sorry.
Here we go.
Brian Breesy. Sorry, Brian Breesy.
Good pick. This is a good pick.
Yep, defense.
I actually had him mocked going
I
there.
actually picked him there.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. He's stud.
Well, it just makes sense.
He's stud. Good
Makes
job.
sense.
Good job. But going back to that, it's what, like Chuck said earlier, it's necessarily what you have on your board, but you got to think of what everybody else has too, because you're trading up to 1 picks or whatever. If he's not even on anybody else's board at a certain point, why are you taking him in at a higher level?
Why even bother?
You
If
got to
he's
be
not a
thinking
threat,
both
Spend
ways.
capital to take
When
somebody
you know-
could have probably got.
And if you're
spot.
taking the best like guard later in the round, like like in your teens, whatever, you're taking the best at that position. You're literally taking a running back at 12 that you could have got at 20. You could have taken a linebacker. We haven't even seen another one go. There's no way that you thought
Not a
another
traditional linebacker. All of the ones that they've called linebackers are
Correct.
essentially
Middle
pass rusher
linebacker.
Right.
Trent Simpson, Drew
Jack
Sanders,
Campbell
and Jack Campbell
yeah,
at middle
were the
linebackers.
top 3, right?
But
correct.
taking Jack I love Jack. I think he's a great player. There's no way I'm taking him at that position at 18.
So we got the Eagles on the clock now.
Nolan's
Who's your pick?
Nolan
Smith.
What? Oh.
Branch is an option.
I don't think so. I think the safeties are so weak that
okay.
you can let the
So
He
wait,
usually
alright,
falls.
hold on.
I think
Philly
Smith is
traded
the guy.
up. Philly traded up to 9, right, to get Jalen Carter. So
Nolan Smith's
Nolan Smith.
yeah,
coming
seems
hot off the
obvious.
edge.
another Georgia product. You're literally building Georgia 2.0.
We have
on that
Nakobe
Georgia.
Dean.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
In Philly.
Jalen
Georgia
Carter.
in Philly.
Yeah. You're absolutely just building.
Or
this-
is this trade? Or you trade out?
Ooh,
If somebody offers you enough, if somebody wants to
Dude,
go and
there's
get
two
Levis,
pictures. This
if
is
somebody
crazy.
wants to get Levis,
This is where it happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this would be.
This is where
would be
Baltimore
the time.
traded. This is where Baltimore
Right,
traded up to
32nd.
get
They did
Lamar
32nd at Lamar, yeah.
because of
absolutely.
it's the 5th-year option. It's the 5th-year option that makes it worth the risk of trading back up because of the 5th-year option.
Correct. If only if that guy is there. And
It's for me. It's hard
the
to see Will
mock
Levis fall.
Levis was at 4 to Richardson. They got Richardson at 4.
The only
so
reason
they must
that
have had
Levis
him
fell on
rated
my
higher.
board, I thought Levis was a better prospect than even Stroud. I didn't like how he handled himself with the pictures and all that stuff. I still think Will Levis might be a better quarterback than Stroud, so it's very surprising that Will's fallen this far to me.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of quarterbacks at the top of the second round that have become pretty good quarterbacks.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is top of the list for sure. Jalen Hurts is another name that comes.
Derek
right to
Carr's been
mind.
okay if he had a defense player this whole year.
So I mean, we'll see what happens. So definitely an option for a lot of teams. I mean, with the way that the order is, I would think Seattle and Oakland would be an option for Levis at this
Oakland.
Las
point.
Vegas.
Damn, dog.
Oh,
You
yeah,
little
my bad,
behind
my
the
bad.
times. They've been in.
It is.
Still,
I
though,
wish they
they're,
were still in
they're
Oakland,
in
to
that
be fair.
range that it wouldn't cost them as much to
Because
trade
you
up.
can trade the 35, or
Sure,
for us,
right.
you can trade the 44.
You're throwing one pick behind it.
You're throwing a little bit of
You're
better
throwing
pick.
one pick to move
Right.
up. If it's that dude, that's an easy move.
Because right now,
Easy move.
if you know what I'm doing, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm seeing what the fuck I can trade to get anywhere near this spot.
True that too.
Snag Levis?
With
Or
Tua
Hooker?
being the question that he is.
How
that
far
would be
can I
such
get
a
if I'm the
nice
Dolphins?
play.
How far up can I get if I'm the Dolphins? Right?
I don't know where their equity is without this first round pick.
They don't have them. They got threes. I don't think they have a
three.
twos. They
They're
only
gonna
have
have
three
yeah.
now.
You're not gonna sniff the first round.
Not the first round, but how far up can I get? Where can
I don't know.
How far can I get with what I want to get?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Kuiper's got to be going nuts about Levis. He loves Levis, dude. He's going nuts about Levis right now. I guarantee it.
I don't understand.
I'm a big Levis guy too. I thought
mean,
he was better
he
than
was-
Stroud.
Projected he was going to be one of the top quarterbacks the year before last. So now we come into this year, the Kentucky regresses, which should be
if you
predictable.
Now, if you get him, is he more dangerous because you just didn't draft him? He's coming
No,
Rodgers.
Josh Rosen. 9 mistakes were made in front of me.
But Josh Rosen kind of had a different. Josh Rosen kind of cocky. I wasn't really big on Josh Rosen. I was big on Sam Darnold. He failed, so hey.
I mean, that's a little bit of the fandom, though. What are we going to say?
Yeah,
old
a little
Sam
bit.
Darnold.
A lot.
I mean, maybe it's a resurgence. Let's go.
Niners.
Let's go.
Who we calling? He's like, fuck you, I don't want to play for your team.
If
What?
Philly
Like,
is
why are you,
picking,
like, they're all like-
They're all wearing the
It's-
same suit.
It's like
Outside of the 3 guys on
Where
the
does
outside.
Sirianni wear
It's
his-
like all the same suit.
they all, it was planned.
Who's Sirianni calling? He's like, Will Levis, you can go play quarterback for us. It's got to be Nolan Smith, dude.
That's what I think.
I mean,
And maybe not, dude. We've been wrong.
I don't
all
know.
night.
We have been. Just going to see the recap after it closes out after the next pick is going to be interesting.
I can't wait to look at everybody's team's
That's what I'm
picks and
saying.
evaluate and see what we think. Because I think there's been a whole lot of stuff that we thought was going to go good, and it didn't. I thought the Detroit Lions had the best shot to make their team the best, and they fucking
I think
failed.
they botched it, at least as far as the rankings.
Eagles are another team. You got Carter here. Are you going to kill it with your next pick? They got the number 1 player already.
I mean, this could be a big play. This could have.
Nolan Smith here ends up giving you like the number 1 defensive tackle and then number 2 outside linebacker on my board.
Bijan Robinson went 8. Jameer Gibbs went 12. Jack Campbell went 18th. 18th.
Yeah, those were the reaches.
We have had some very.
Forbes went in front of
Will
Gonzalez.
McDonald went in front of.
Forbes went in front of Gonzalez.
Yeah, dude. Not only. Yeah.
Dude, in front of just not Gonzalez, but in front of Porter. Porter's still on the board.
Porter's still hanging out. Porter Jr.'s still hanging out.
Follow my Raiders at fucking 44. Porter Jr. started
Dude,
up.
you would love that.
Yeah, because we already took a corner, so we're not a threat to take
But
another
dude, this
corner
guy, dude,
round.
Pittsburgh picks number 32.
That's why I
Dude,
think the Raiders
I've
don't
seen
trade
mocks
up,
to
though.
him go, yeah, no.
Huh?
I think that's why the Raiders won't trade up, though. You got Portis and Levis still on the board. You're sitting pretty for that second pick.
Hooker.
Yeah,
Well-
you got a lot of good options there without having to move.
Yeah, but they fuck up all the time.
Well,
I'm
I
not drafting.
don't doubt. I don't doubt that. But I'm just
I don't
saying
know, I
that there's
think
plenty
that's-
of players.
I think that Tyree Wilson pick was a good pick.
I thought it was a good pick too. I just don't. You got to kill. You just don't have a cornerback, and it's a league that I do like Tyree Wilson. I liked him a lot.
He'll
I thought he
make
could have
your
gone
corners
2
better.
overall.
For sure.
I just the cornerback situation is stressful.
Yeah, not yet.
Are they singing? What are they doing? They don't have
Yeah,
mics.
no, but one, yeah, they all do, yeah.
See?
Well, no guest appearances pod, but future pods
Dude, Jay, we're gonna
on the come up. On the
Come
rise.
Donna Kelsey and the Dude Perfects.
Dude,
That's Donna Kelsey. That's like the Kelsey's
Yeah,
mom.
it's Kelsey's mom.
That's a nice coach.
She could technically stay on stage. She's gonna come out. Bet she's gonna come out for Kansas City too. No way, Mom makes the appearance for one
Unless
team.
they trade. Unless somebody trades, that's the last.
That
pick
would
of the
be
first
crazy
round.
then too. That set Mama up for not
That's the
success.
last pick of the first round.
That is
Dude,
absolutely.
Kansas City can't trade out though. This is in Kansas City.
We absolutely could trade out.
Sure, they could, but you have all that, like, everyone's waiting for you to make the pick.
Well,
the
of
last
course, all
pick
night,
of the
all
day,
night, yeah.
in your city, and
Right,
you're like,
right.
nah, come on.
Totally.
They gotta
Gangster
pick
move.
somebody.
Gangster move.
No,
You're
no
gonna
way.
wait. You're gonna wait. Oh, we also got a first round pick.
There it
There's
is.
that sound. There's that sound. Yes. Here she goes for the Eagles.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select
Nolan Smith, of course
Nolan
they
Smith,
do.
they got. That's a great pick.
That
at
defense,
point.
dope.
That's a great
dude.
pick at that point.
Of course. Of
They got
course.
two of the best defensive
we
players.
thought he was going to go at 10 to this team. They got him at 30. They got Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
So they did opposite of the Lions.
Right.
Yeah.
They were
They
successful.
fucking killed it.
Again.
Killed it.
Again. First round, once again. Eagles. Jesus Christ.
This is the pick here. Does somebody trade up to get the quarterback? This is the last
How
pick.
did he fall to 30?
Damn.
How did he fall to
damn.
30?
How does this is insane?
Is it because he's undersized? He's small for an edge rusher. I do get that. But his get up is ridiculous.
So does KC? Who were we looking at KC because?
What
Are
do
we
they
looking at
even
Joey
need?
Porter
What do
Jr.?
they really even need?
Well, they needed. I thought they needed outside linebacker, but
Okay.
then Nolan and Will McDonald are gone.
Yeah.
Receiver wise, gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to go offensive line here, or I tight end? You're not going Michael Mayer here.
You don't need a
As-
tight end. You still have Travis Kelce.
So who are
As
you?
much as I was against it from being trading out of the first round with you it being in your city, it makes a lot of sense at this pick.
Basically, there's no the dude right there.
Double
Yes,
A?
all the guys that I thought they would take are
Right, are
gone.
gone. Right.
Double A go here.
I mean, no, because I think Miles Murphy goes over him.
Miles
if you're
Murphy
talking
already went
edge.
Holmes.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. You're right. He sure did. He went to Cincy. That's
Yep.
right. He went to
So I mean,
Damn.
there's the Georgia stuff. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, and N'Kobe Dean. Joey Porter Jr. is also on the board here. Corner or trade out? I mean, or do you? I don't know. A lot of the stuff that they need's gone. Do you go offensive line here? No, like guard wise, or your guard steady? I don't really know what you do here as a Chiefs. I think your two guys have gone.
Yeah, I
With
think
between
so
Will
too.
McDonald and Zay Flowers, I think they're both off the board.
Definitely looking to trade out.
There's no value pick, as it were, for the
Because
three
you're not,
first.
because
You
you're
don't
not,
want
you're not
Levis.
taking
You
a
don't
corner.
need
You're not
Levis.
taking a quarterback.
No.
So it's
You
Joey.
could take Joey Porter.
So it's Joey Porter.
Yeah, I would think that's your best pick is a premium corner.
Yeah,
to
if
end it.
you're gonna make the selection, I think that's the way to go.
Double A.
Breezy's still there.
No,
You go-
Breezy left.
I'm sorry. Gosh
Saints.
darn it, you're right. He did. Gosh darn it. I'm behind a little bit.
You're not gonna. Are you not really gonna go tight end there? You go Darwin Jones and have him play right tackle.
Maybe, but
You're not really taking tight end. I don't know, man. For KC, are you taking Branch or Porter?
Brian Branch would not be a bad investment right here. I know that they lost Honey Badger a couple of seasons ago, and Sorensen has been lackluster in secondary. Brian Branch, actually, that's your pick. If you're
Sanders?
gonna stick it and pick it, I think that it might be Brian Branch. That's actually, I think, a realistic call.
Drew Sanders. Do they have a middle linebacker here?
Who do they have a linebacker?
They have a rookie.
Well, he's not a rookie anymore.
Not anymore. He's a couple years old. He's a young guy. They have a young guy. Either way, the rookie last year or year before. I think if you're KC, you got to try to look. You're looking to try to trade out.
I think so.
I just don't know. I mean, are you looking at like the Raiders? Are you looking at the Texans didn't take a quarterback? Are you looking at the Raiders, Texans,
Raiders,
Seahawks,
maybe Atlanta,
maybe Atlanta,
maybe Tennessee,
maybe the Vikings. Vikings don't have a 7th-round pick though.
Tennessee, Washington,
Tennessee.
Damn, how
Do you
far
trade
will
the
this
31st
fall?
pick to an arch nemesis to get a quarterback for a 1st-round pick?
Ooh, that's always a tough trade.
Right.
Don't ever want to give up to a division opponent
Never.
and then
Never.
have them make.
You don't
a
even
pick
want to
that
trade
works
with
out.
conference opponents, much less division opponents.
Yeah.
100%. You don't ever want to see the Niners and the Seahawks have traded. The Cardinals and the
they're making
Rams
a pick.
have traded.
They're making a pick.
Here we go. Last pick in the first round.
Actually, we're trading it. Oh, no.
The pick is in for the Kansas City Chiefs.
To end it, to end this wild fucking first round. We're
Joey
gonna-
Porter Jr. That's my pick. You
Jalen
got
Hyatt, wide receiver out of fucking Tennessee.
Dun, 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 dun.
you got Chuck.
Another speedster. I don't know. I want to say Joey Porter, but Brian
Branch Reporter.
Branch Porter. All right.
Secondary.
We go kid out of Old Miss, a receiver out of Old Miss.
You think that they're gonna reach for a wide receiver at this point?
Some receivers are mocked early, going number 5 here.
I mean, it's hard to tell where this draft's gone.
Yeah, dude, we've had some fucking. They go. I don't think they need linebacker. Do they go David Jones, right tackle out of fucking Ohio State? I mean,
No, oh, man, here it comes. I think.
there's no way they go tight end right all of a sudden.
No.
Show that hometown
He's a
crowd.
I mean, although Kelsey and Mayer would be nasty.
2 tight
as
end
fuck.
system.
Dude.
I mean, it's been proven to work at some points.
It's been proven to work a lot, dude. Especially about a pass catcher.
Sure.
2 pass catchers. Whew. Fuck that. I don't want to see that. Okay, trade this pick.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Shit on the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're really good. I
They're
like
very
Andy
good.
Reid. I like Patrick Mahomes.
I have a hard time hating on Mahomes.
I hate the
dude.
logo, but I mean, it's hard
I
to-
have a hard time hating on the pair of them. It's true.
I hate the logo, but it's hard to root against those. I mean,
Agreed.
it's-
Agreed.
I don't know who that guy is.
This old man McGee.
Let's go, fucking
No shit. They gotta drag it out. This is it.
Eagles.
After this, they
Eagles
gotta wrap
best
it up.
draft.
Oh my god, it's hard to
Have them to get Nolan
maybe
Smith.
Seattle is not terrible. We didn't screw up our draft, I don't think.
I don't think you screwed up. I thought you could have done a better job.
You think we could have? Okay, at what pick? At 5, do you
at
think we should
5.
have taken Carter or
Wilson.
I agree.
I think that was a
I
miss.
agree. But a shutdown corner if he.
No,
if
no,
he
I
is-
agree. I understand
If
the
he
pick,
if he is, then that is a Pete Carroll. He's a secondary guy.
but I just think that I
Signing
thought-
Julian Love, like
that's why I just can't put you at the best.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought the New England draft was really good because they were able
They
to
moved back.
get and still get Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's solid A for sure.
Who else? So Eagles, New England, I thought was great.
Oh,
Obviously the Texans, you got literally on some people's boards, you got the number 2 player in the draft or the number 1 player in the draft, and
You got like
the
two
number
number
6.
2
I mean, so you either way, I think that Texans maybe is another one that could have been up in the top.
Yeah, that's the Texans. If they hit on both of those players, that could change that franchise for a decade.
And we thought the same thing with the worst draft of the Detroit Lions.
Dude,
We thought they could fucking do it. And they
based
fucking
off
failed.
of pre-draft grades and where they took players, they currently potentially have the worst first round. Instant snap. The first snap, Lions, no doubt. D-, check minus. God damn it, I hate check minus.
We'll have to see what else they do. I thought the other pick I wasn't very fond of was the Jets pick at 15.
Which was for, please remind me?
Will, it was Will McDonald over Nolan Smith. Or a tackle at
Will
that
McDonald was right there, that's right.
Or a tackle at
it's
that
not
point.
that I don't know. Edge rusher premium, get it, but with who was left on the board, yes, agreed.
Defensive end, K-State.
Wow. It's all good.
Felix.
Yeah.
Fits exactly what they were saying.
Oh, damn.
That's a good pick. I mean, it fits right what they were saying for that
Frank
team.
Clark left. Like, they do need some D-end help.
It's right there where they needed it.
No, that's exactly, dude.
Right about where he's mocked. Right about where he was mocked.
Exactly, that Nolan Smith pick right before them. Could you imagine if Nolan Smith would have fell to KC? Are you kidding me? Ooh, but that sucks. Even that they technically that he fell to.
I thought he would have at 10.
Jesus.
Well, that's.
What a first round.
So we saw Will Levis on the board. We saw Joey Porter Jr. on the board.
Yeah, correct.
Other big names on the board: Michael Mayer, tight end. So those are three really big names. Hendon Hooker.
Yep.
On the board.
Will Levis on the board.
So Will Levis.
Yeah.
Joey Porter Jr.
Those are probably the two
big ones. I think Hendon Hooker's pretty big.
Yes.
I think Michael Mayer is also actually bigger than Hooker. Mayer,
bigger than Hooker, yes.
Mayer being on the board, Levis being on the board, and Porter being on the board.
Those three all were projected to go first round in pretty much everybody's mocks.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that Branch we saw kind of fall in a lot because the safety position is undervalued.
Very undervalued, correct? Yes.
So maybe he's the Pittsburgh pick at number, the very first pick of second round. Brian Branch probably still going to go pretty high. You might see that Osiris guy, Torrance, and Olivia go back-to-back guard-wise because they are easily the two best guards.
I would love for Seattle to snag Torrance in the start of this next round. We do need some guard help. That would be killer.
Defensive-wise, I think that you still have some okay pass rushers. They all started kind of going pretty quick. You got AA. You got Kenyon White out of Georgia Tech. Charged pretty high on him. Defensive tackle-wise, I think they all went where they should have went. I
agree. No, the ones that I thought were going to go did go.
Yep, I agree. I think tomorrow we see maybe a little bit of running back situation.
I cannot believe Joey Porter Jr. is still on the board.
Either.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Like,
I think you get a quarterback.
He must have pointed out there's something. 31 teams just passed over him at a premium position where he was pre-mocked third to fourth best in that position, and we saw that position go.
I think the other two linebackers go kind of early.
Okay.
Trent Simpson, Drew Sanders. I think because they're the last two of the three. I think after that you have a very
big drop off of traditional linebacker.
I think Drew Sanders and they kind of limit the three middle linebackers. I think they come out and play. Tight ends I think go crazy tomorrow.
There's a bunch of those.
I think tight ends
Let's
go
not get it
crazy
twisted.
Tomorrow.
Just because they didn't go first round does not mean there's not tight end talent in this draft.
No,
there's a lot of tight end.
I think the two guards go real quick and they go back to back, and then tight ends are a lot. I think Joey Porter Jr. is going to be high. What happens if Pittsburgh takes him at 32, first pick of the second round?
Sure.
Hendon Hooker and Will Levis.
They lost Cam Sutton, dude. That's
position in need.
That's right there.
That's
right there.
Bloodlines.
Absolutely.
Bloodlines are there.
Absolutely.
And you went out and got your offensive line to protect Pickett and hopefully get that run game going. It was a crazy draft.
What a great draft.
One of the craziest ones we've seen in a long time. Thank you for hanging out with us.
To everybody who joined us and is going to watch us on YouTube, we appreciate and Prost, and Trevor's done with his drink.
I haven't even opened it.
All gone.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.